Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Thanks for joining us for the Fall Skirmish. My name is Zeke, and we are joined by the legend himself, Fallout. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing fantastic. You have no idea how excited I am to be kicking off Fall Skirmish North America. So much exciting gameplay to follow.
Man, we watched an awesome first set of 6 games coming in from EU, and we've got another 6 games lined up for NA. Now, for people at home, they probably don't know about you. First off, you know the likes of NICKMERCS and High Distortion. You're also an Executions of War player. Tell the world about yourself. I want you to tell everyone why they should love you.
I appreciate that. You gassed me up, man. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I used to compete in Gears of War professionally back in the day. Teamed with NICKMERCS and High Distortion back then. Played against CD in the third, Base Soldier, a lot of those guys. Currently, I'm a competitive Fortnite player, shoutcaster, and tournament organizer. I also lead the Fortnite Fridays program at Microsoft Stores, weekly tournaments every Friday. It's a lot of fun hosting Fortnite tournaments and really just love being a part of the Fortnite community. And it is an honor. You have no idea how happy I am to be here. It means the world.
It's been awesome having you here, dude. Honestly, the first 6 games were awesome. We covered the NA or EU scene, so we should cover the NA scene and all the participants. So if you're new and you don't know what's going on, check this out. For Fall Skirmish, we're doing things differently. We've got clubs. There's 5 clubs total, so we'll start with Fortnite. There is 50 participants from NA, 50 from EU, and then from those clubs, we've pulled basically 20 per club to make up 100.
Yeah, look at these names within these clubs. Fortnite's the Ghost Squad, Bizzle, Demo. You got Animal, who's an absolute beast. Complexity Hogman, some amazing players. United in the house, Ashton and Jack. J.O. Makatempo of FaZe Clan. This is unbelievable. Of course, Envy Gorilla, C9 Shivzy as well.
Yeah, let's check out the likes of Bush, Bandits. I mean, look at that. 72 hours of chaps right at the top, started off strong. No, I mean, see the likes of Cypher, PK, and Ninja General, and K-Sid. I mean, Grenader Jake. I mean, I had the pleasure of casting him with him at PAX. That guy is a legend. I love him very much. Next up, we've got Dusty Dogs.
Ghost Aiden. And my man Sofa of Trouble Boys as well. Dusty Dogs currently in 2nd place right now in the standings with 395 points. First place, the Bush Bandits. We just saw them a little bit ago.
Yep, let's also move on to the Rift Raiders. That's right. Some awesome names: Vape Jesus, Xro, Drinky Strafe, Nice Triz, Nibs, Punisher. I mean, honestly, all these names are just unbelievable NA players.
Gosh.
And finally, the Lucky Llamas. Zate, Linane at the Saint and Myth. I mean, Turkey Lips. I love that guy. Nick A30 and Space Lion. Vivid and Poach. There's just so much courage and typical. I mean, the names. Yeah, NICKMERCS.
We got the hashtag NICKMERCS versus Aiden. Tilted Towers rivalry is back again.
That's right.
Will we see it? Is Legion going to drop Tilted with Nick? Something tells me yes. If you're M-Fan, blow it up in the chat for Nick as well. Hashtag Lucky Llamas is looking good.
Man, and not only are there all these clubs with a ton of participants, you can actually make a proper submission and tell us why you should be part of whatever team you like and why. And I think you actually have something to that avail.
Oh, yeah. If you watched the European broadcast, you saw it, but this is my official submission for the Lucky Llamas Club. I would love to be a part of Lucky Llamas and compete and do everything I can to rack up some points for the club, for the team. So if you're watching Lucky Llamas, I'd love to join you.
There you go. On top of that, just like every week we swap up the format, this week we're going with Hold the Throne, so let's talk about it. We're going to play 6 games. Victory royales are worth 3 points. 2nd and 3rd place are worth 2 points. And if a duo can place 4th or 5th, they get 1 point. Now, talk to me about these eliminations.
Yes, eliminations, which makes it so exciting. Gives players like Aiden, NICKMERCS a chance to keep up in the standings because they like to play fast. You get 3 points for 8+ eliminations, 2 for 6 or 7, 1 point for 4 or 5 eliminations. So you get rewarded for aggression. Of course, if you hold the throne, you also get 2 points per game by having most elims in any match. We'll keep close eye on that hold the throne statistic, which makes things really fun. That's an addition from how we saw things at PAX West.
Absolutely. The 2 floating points can be stolen. On top of that, man, there's just... Look at these prize pools to be given out. On top of that, we've got the club points. So not only are these participants trying to earn themselves money, but they're also earning points for their clubs. You talked about it. Talk about the standings for the current clubs.
I mean, that money is life-changing, but perhaps more important, people don't realize how big this is, the club points. The $4 million will be given away to clubs for participants that go big with getting club points. 305 for first place here. Currently, as it stands, the Bush Bandits have 530 club points. They went huge over in Europe. Right behind them is Dusty Dogs at 395. Fortnite's at 165. The Llamas at only 45. And then, ready for this? Rift Riders with 0 points. Goose egg. So North American counterparts, you got some heavy weight in your shoulders to go big here in week number 1.
That's a tough spot to be in, man, you know, and so the thing to keep in mind is these clubs are new for the fall skirmish. So first off, if you don't have a favorite club, you need to pick one. You have till game 4 to pick one, and you tweet at us, Zigmas Prime, Fallout, and obviously using the hashtag fall skirmish, and let us know which team you decided to choose. But like you talked about, man, people are competing for the club points, and at the end of the 6 weeks that ends at TwitchCon, the club with the most points walks away with the $4 million. So that's huge. So basically everyone wins. Not only do we have people getting to compete and show why they're the best, but it's also going to go to an entire club of people. And those are for the, not only do we have the competitive Fridays, but during the week we've got the trials, so ATK racing, golf, squad goals is this week. Dude,
I'm stoked for squad goals, man.
Yeah.
Arctic said it on Twitter. We think we're going to see a new world record for high kills or high eliminations in a game. I'm stoked to see if that happens with squad goals. It is awesome that not only do we get to watch competitive Fortnite at its highest level, we know it, we love it from Summer Skirmish every single Friday, but during the week we get additional gameplay to rack up club points and to keep on going. I am so excited for week number 1 here of the fall skirmish, and we are about to be kicking off match number 1 of 6 here in this one.
That's right, and there's a few things we want to touch on. So first off, we're going to be using our new spectator mode. This is a live and online version of it. This is kind of like the roughy one, you know. We want to debut it, so now we'll be able to kind of see and move around people's perspectives and get additional information.
And look at the names dropping out of that battle bus. I saw Tempo, I saw Geomock, I saw Poach. So many big names competing here today. Ninja is competing alongside Cypher PK, by the way, which is an awesome, awesome duo. I can't wait to see what they do. Of course, NICKMERCS and Legion. Ghost Gaming is going to be competing. Bizzle and Demo, I believe, are a duo. We'll keep a close eye on all of these matchups and see who can represent the clubs the best.
That's right. So, you know, another topic I wanted to talk about was the game additions since PAX. So if you guys watch PAX, there's a lot to talk about. So, right, so during the actual PAX, we had disabled the Shockwave Grenade. That's back. On top of that, we also introduced the Grappler. This week, we've introduced the Porta Fortress. We introduced the Silence AR. Don't forget the Cube, a.k.a. Kevin, sank into Loot Lake. So now Loot Lake is bouncy, and we vaulted the drum gun. So all these things are very much, we've seen from earlier games, have impacted the meta. Yeah. So I'm very curious to see how that'll change up the NA scene. But man, here we go. We're just going big, going to Greasy Grove. Yeah,
I love that call out. We'll keep a close eye on the meta changes. Really, the theme of that is mobility. So we'll talk a lot about that throughout the broadcast. I'm board with Saint right now. They're going to land what I call Flat House in Greasy Grove. A smart position to land in. People think because it's so small, it's not a lot of great loot, but a good situation.
No.
But here,
top right, Aiden's down.
Oh no, it happened. Sofa's still alive though, so Aiden goes down early. NICKMERCS is going to explode Thief, so FaZe Thieves goes down already to the likes of Nick. I don't see Nick in Tilted. Am I crazy here?
I don't see him anywhere, but
this is the first time, and I watch Nick very often. I've not seen Nick go tilted. Unbelievable. A change in game plan. I was talking to Nick at dinner after Summer Skirmish, and he said, look, I think my ego got in the way a little bit in that 1v1 against Aiden. Maybe I should have stopped going tilted, and here we have it. Game number 1, no tilted drop for Nick. Look at Aiden just going to dip out of there as well.
That's right. They used the Rift on the go to disengage. Ghost Aiden, you can tell on the bottom left, part of Team Fortnite. So we'll keep you guys up to date with all the players, which team they're on, and look at this. They're moving in near, and High Distortion, Leopard TV are here. So is Yelo and Jared FPS.
Yep.
Ghost Aiden, a Dusty Dog.
Yeah, correction. Repping Dusty Dogs here. We'll keep you guys updated as much as we can on their clubs and who they're representing, who you're representing too. Let us know. We got Drunky, the brother of Dakota's, a.k.a. Dark, a prominent Fortnite streamer as well. He's going up against Kaysid. Definitely not an easy task. He's playing with Liquid Strafe, I believe, as over towards the motel. Big fight about to ensue.
That's right, man. So many big names here participating in just week 1 of the fall skirmish. But look, like you talked about, they are engaging, and immediately Drunky goes down. The general here knocks him out with an SMG, secures the elimination, and now it's 2v1. In favor of General.
Nice job at isolating Drunky right there. They recognize, hey, we have a 1v2 opportunity. Let's take our numbers advantage. And now they're going to take another 2v1. Smart decision right there. And there you have it. No, Strafe is actually going to down 1. General's going to be in a 1 versus 1 here. He picks up the elimination, and he's going to get the elim. Ultimately, General does come out on top there. Well played by Liquid Strafe to take out 1. It's not going to get them any points, but it's going to be a little bit disruptive. I got to say, if I'm General's teammate right there, Kaysid, you want to play it a little bit more safe. You have a 2v1, value your life, play it wide, build up, and play more defensive. NICKMERCS at Greasy Grove here.
What? Is NICKMERCS a greasy boy now?
Different skin, different drop? I'm confused.
So here's something to note, is that who else is a greasy boy? Is actually Courage and Hysteria.
Yeah, I don't know if Hysteria's playing today, though. Check it out.
I thought High Distortion is playing.
High Distortion's playing with Leopard. Hysteria.
Hysterium's not. No, I don't think Hysteria is playing today.
Look.
But I mean, Courage is right there. You can
There
literally see us. So now we're not going to see the Aiden and NICKMERCS battle. We're going to see the NICKMERCS and Courage JD battle.
I love it. Two of the most popular streamers and content creators on Fortnite are going to be battling here. Both unlucky Llamas, by the way. So maybe a little collusion here. They're going to want to avoid each other. No, I'm just kidding. But interesting. Interesting. Laquan, a.k.a. Legion, playing under a different tag here.
I love it. So I was able to cast games with him at PAX, and he was just so funny.
He's hilarious. Yeah. Awesome guy from Kansas City. NICKMERCS originally from Detroit, currently living in LA. He wants this fight here, and he's gonna get it. Taking high side on Courage right now. Looks like he has a height advantage. Courage gonna miss that first shot. Nick able to survive. He wants to isolate the 2v1 if he can. Nick, one of the best positional players in the game, knows how to hold his right hand advantage and knows how to use cover to his advantage. Of course, that might come from his Gears of War competing days. He's playing alongside Legion, competitive Halo player with a deep background in Halo. Let's see what they can do here.
Take a look, man. So, that scared me for just a moment. There was suddenly someone in the house with him. But take a look. So, very quickly to identify, whenever you're looking at a player's name, so NICKMERCS has a 47, Laquan also has a 47. Therefore, they're on the same team. Just as a quick way to identify. On top of that, this new spectator mode allows us, if you look at the top right, you can see additional players. So you can actually see that there's other players on top here. There's also players leaving at the top right. So extra information all the way around.
Yep. Looks like towards Shifty, there's a couple teams over there, but this is a tried and true 2 versus 2 for Nick and Legion versus Courage and Typical Gamer. And again, look how Nick plays this. So smart, so slow, so methodical. He doesn't put himself in bad positions ever because he's a true competitor, that's for sure. All these guys are all in on Fortnite all day, and they've put so much work into this game. And see who can come on top in this fight. Very patient for both teams right now.
Courage looking to just try and find these players. All right, so he breaks down the ceiling here. He doesn't see the players. He's not exactly sure where they are, right? So Nick's doing the smart thing, which is crouch walking inside the house. You make so much less noise when you're doing that.
But ultimately, if Courage and Typical Gamer keep just chopping away here, they're going to have height advantage. They're going to have some visibility, especially if they get owning possession to the cover as they play some floors. So if I'm Nick and Legion, I'm not comfortable where I'm at. I'm maybe trying to find a way to disengage. Do you have a Porter Rift? Do you have something to get out of there with?
You know, I don't think so. I think Nick only had a shotgun, an SMG, I believe a pistol, and then a scoped AR. I'm not sure what his teammate might have had.
Yeah, sometimes if you're Nick, that's all you need.
I'm sorry, it was a burst rifle, not a pistol.
Oh,
he gets shot from above. That was a huge chunk there.
Legion puts himself in a pretty bad spot here. He's going to be tagged up. So hurt is Legion. And now Courage and Typical Gamer in a great position to win this fight. They just want to inch away at the HP of Nick and Legion. No reason to rush and get destroyed by maybe a one pump to the head from a shotgun. Instead, play your life and play intelligent here. That's exactly what they're going to do.
And as you can see on the top right of the mini-map, we've got a team making their way back into Greasy Grove. They started to leave earlier, but they heard the gunshot, so now they're doubling back. And now they may look to third-party this.
Yep, Courage going to drop. Legion's going to get the med kit off, I believe, so Legion's back to full health. Of course, as I say that, Courage tags him up just a little bit. On board with Typical Gamer here. Gets a little bit lost here. Courage is in a 1 versus 2 for the moment. Nick gets taken out, all up to Legion, and Courage cleans up just like that. The Courageous defeat the M-Fam, and Nick is going to get taken out.
And that's just how the cookie crumbles here in Greasy Grove. Courage JD saying, look, NICKMERCS, I know you didn't like Nick Towers no more, but I'm not going to let you take over the Greasy Grove. This is my home. But look at this. KP5 goes down to the likes of Monster, and now he's looking to hunt down Merksman, who's dropped very low. Secures the elimination. Now he does get the counter elimination, but now it's just Monster by himself.
Yep. Monster. Only about 61 HP, does have a med kit, so he'll be fine. But look how low his ammo is. I think he had some more loot he possibly could have gotten there. But let's jump in elsewhere as he will survive that fight. Meanwhile, looks like 3 teams are gathering outside of Salty Springs. That's VV Punisher. Big shot to him. He competed in the Ninja Vegas event and made a name for himself. Let's see what he can do here.
He was also at PAX. I did not personally get to meet him, but I saw him and I thought to myself, that is a beautiful man. This is a true story, by the way.
That's amazing. Meanwhile, TV coming from Chicago. Young man, 19 years old, I believe, recently graduated from high school, looking to make his pro Fortnite career and dream a reality here today.
And you just love to see the diversity in players, you know. And even EU, man, there's just so many people that love Fortnite. They're passionate about it. I mean, look, even the top right, you got One Shot Girl and Monster D-Face. Monster was here casting for the Summer Skirmish.
Yep.
He's a great, great player, so we'll have to keep an eye out. So
Seems like
we
a
got a
great
minute.
guy as well.
Oh yeah, he's super, like just genuinely nice individual.
Yeah, and then back on the topic of Hezzy. Hezzy is representing the Bush Bandits, who are currently sitting in first place after the European action broke down with a solid 530 points. So if Hezzy can keep it up, that Bush Bandits club is looking great here in week number 1.
That's right. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, the clubs are a big deal. Not only are players looking to compete and earn money for themselves, but they're also looking to get points for their clubs, because at the end of the 6 weeks, the club with the most points is also going to walk away with an additional $4 million. It's crazy to think about. But that is something to keep an eye on. So again, by match 4, you need to pick a team if you haven't already. Yeah. What's your favorite team?
I wonder.
Oh, I wonder, yeah. Lucky Llamas.
Lucky Llama, I'm committed. They're in 3rd place right now, but I'm committed. Lucky Llamas all day. It'd be a dream to join up at that club. Meanwhile, Llamas, you're just on board with as part of the Fortnites. They're currently in 3rd place. Yep, with 165. Lucky Llamas in 4th place. I take that back.
Look at Turkey Lips, probably one of my favorite people on the planet. Also a very nice and genuine man. He has a push-up counter on his channel, so if you'd like to see him do push-ups, go check him out.
I love it.
Subscribe to him because, boy,
wow,
he has like 1,000 or something. I don't know.
Who's this? Sorry?
Turkey Lips.
He does push-ups?
Yeah.
I thought he was just
no, I believe it's...
He does it all, this guy. You have no idea. Turkey Lips is one of the nicest people I've ever met.
He really is.
So genuine. And if you're wondering how he got his name, ask him. He loves telling the story. Don't worry, it's not like derogatory or anything like that. It's a great story.
He actually told me the story.
Yeah, that's a good one. His brother,
it made me laugh.
It was a nickname his brother used to kind of give him back in the day. And yeah, really great guy. Big shout out to Turkey Lips. Phenomenal player who's burst onto this scene as a breakout player for sure in one of the summer skirmishes and performed pretty well at PAX West as well.
That's right. But now we are down. Look at this, man. 77 players left alive. There's just so many people. Something to keep in mind, Courage JD currently at the top of the leaderboard with 3 eliminations. Monster with 2 behind him. The General, 2 as well. So don't forget, a lot of these players are competing for elimination. So as a duo, if you can find 4 eliminations, you get a point. At 6, you get 2, and at 8, you get 3.
Look at that. Courage. We all know what he can do on the mic with the commentary. I'm sure he's glad to be playing again. And look at his performance. 3 eliminations already for JD Courage. A strong start from him, and boy, is it good to have him back. You see Gank Cease, part of Gank Stars.
He had a Porta Fortress.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so what we saw from EU scene is that the Porta Fortress, it is a game changer. Not only is it great for defensive uses, but man, when you get to those final circles, you drop a Porta Fortress, everyone else gets caught off guard, and you have edit rights over the entire space. Yeah. So I'm really hoping we get to see some of that action later on.
Definitely. I'm on board with Exis of Trouble Boys. The team that is signed with an organization, but unannounced what organization they're signed with. So, a little mystery there. Big shot to the Trouble Boys team. Exis, Sofa, and Co. Fulmer and Co. See what they can do here.
Now just slowly picking up.
Yeah,
just taking their time. I mean, take a look, man. There's so many players just all over the place. You got Harrians and Crowd out down there. Hesse in reverse 2K. Monster D Face One Shot Girl. And yet again, Punisher and Nibs. So they don't have to move quite yet.
I think Ninja might be taken out already. I haven't seen Ninja yet. I know he was playing with Cypher from what I saw. We'll confirm for you guys as soon as we can. On board with Monster D-Face. Awesome guy who had a chance to cast one of the Summer Skirmish programs. And now, look at this. I mean, the difference between 76 people alive still. The difference between live public environment and private server with so much on the line is just astronomical, as these players are playing so passive. I had a chance to talk with some pro players, and they all agreed the best way to play is smart, passive, play for mid and late game, unless, of course, you're Ghost Aiden.
In which case, you slay out all the time. You just never stop slaying out.
Yeah, exactly. Courage now puts himself in a box here. Needs to get a quick edit. Not clean just yet, but here comes the push. Leaves his teammate Typical Gamer in a 1 versus 2 momentarily. Can they recover? Meanwhile, they're playing against Zate of Energy. Let's see what Zate can do here. As Typical Gamer, they're going to turtle hold low side, and look at this beautiful play to knock down the cover, and that should force Zate into their hand.
Courage doing everything he can here. Zate, just like we talked about, up top. And so look, he's taking shots. So now here's the question: is Zate's teammate down? It looks like it might be by himself.
Yeah, he is. And look how smart he's playing this. You know, I had a chance to talk with Zate, and he mentioned under any circumstance he's going to find the optimal play to make, and it looks like he's making the optimal play out of this situation. 1 versus 2, creates this entire fortress of building by himself, and gives himself the advantage here. Who's that? Oh, Porter Riff. Look at this. A 1 versus 2, and Courage and Typical Gamer felt like they had to leave. That's how strong of a player Zate is.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't blame him. Zate is not someone that you want to engage. He's a lot like from EU is Kinstar, right? When you go against the likes of Kinstar, you're like, no, I'd rather do anything else. And they felt like that. Same way with Zayt, right? It's like, oh, Zayt, it's a 2v1. Ooh, yeah, we're just gonna leave. Zayt, we're sorry.
Yep, exactly. Speaking of EU, we saw on our screen the American EU. That's United, a St. Louis-based esports organization who has quite a variety of solid Fortnite players. Big shot to Jack.
Dude, look at this new safe zone.
Wow.
We're going back to Tilted. We're going back to Tilted, all right? And not only that, but everyone is spaced out. I mean, so what we saw from game 1 of EU was that at this time, there was 64 players left in the lobby. Here in NA, we see there is 72 players remaining right now.
Wow. Unbelievable. So we talk very often about how EU perhaps is a little bit slower of a game. This has proven us wrong here. Maybe a little more fast-paced as we're on board with King Richard of the Bush Bandits right now, currently in first place in the club standings thanks to their counterparts over in Europe.
That's right. And I mean, you know, a lot of these teams, what is the team with 0 points again? Rift Raiders.
It is Rift Raiders.
So they are looking to pick up the slack. So that's something to keep in mind. We're not only playing NA games and EU games, but all these competitors, if they place, they're earning points for their club. So it's gonna be a crazy 6 weeks to say the least.
Yeah, look at Rogue 00 Flower. He's sitting in Storm right now, just healing up. I think he recognized that King Richard is gatekeeping here. Good job of King Richard backtracking for that. Might have a Porter Rift, might have something. But meanwhile, Tendons picks up a snipe, 44 meters on Grenader Drake.
Not Grenader Jake.
Say it ain't so.
Say it ain't so. So 30 seconds before the storm.
Yeah. We're gonna start singing for you guys, a little karaoke.
There you go. I'm terrible.
This is a variety stream, by the way.
Oh my gosh, it's so much fun casting with you.
Right back at you, my friend. I'm board with King Richard, 215, another prominent streamer. Turkey Lips, though, picking up 00 Flower on the rotation out of the storm, so perhaps staying too long in the storm ended up costing him. And Turkey Lips is still alive, still breathing, and doing a great job of that.
Down in the bottom left of your screen, though, Liquid Chap, we saw him for just a moment. And now look, so now we get a new safe zone circle, and again, it's moving itself over toward Tilted Towers. There is I mean, look at Tilted Towers as it is right now. It is just a scarred battlefield. Courage JD and Typical Gamer are there, though they are alive. Now, Courage hasn't been able to pick up any additional eliminations. So keep in mind, if his teammate has 1 elimination, though, they're at that first threshold, they'll get themselves 1 point on the board. But dude, look at this circle. There's so many places to hide inside Tilted.
Unbelievable. They're sitting in Grandma's house here, just trying to chop away as many mats as they can. Courage's gonna close that door, give himself a little more of a safety net. Or keep it open for bait purposes. There you go.
No, okay, he's gonna close it, yeah. Wow, look at this. This is what 67 players in a tiny circle looks like.
Hey.
This is before the actual storm forces them all together.
And guess who's center circle? Aiden makes his way back to Tilted after an early exit, stays alive with Sofa of Trouble Boys. I am stoked to see what Aiden can do with 66 people forced into his hand at Tilted, let alone that 1 versus 1 we saw against NICKMERCS in Summer Skirmish.
That's right, man. Ghost Aiden is a Dusty Dog, so if you're a Dusty Dog fan, blow up the chat with Dusty Dogs. Yeah. And look at this scoreboard. You love to see it. Turkey Lips is down right now. That's why his health bar is red. And take a look at the top. There's only 2 players, Courage JD and Typical Gamer. Dude, so Courage and Typical Gamer have 6 eliminations total.
Can you believe it?
So they have 2 points on the board. If they find 2 more eliminations, they're going to net their duo 3 points.
Let alone if they stay alive and survive and get placement, too. A great start from Courage here. If you're a fan of the Courageous, you like to see it. Meanwhile, oh, Aiden. Oh, boy, he's good.
It's okay. Don't do that.
Speaking of which, we got to jump on board with him, as he is on fire right now, and they're just going to try and sneak their way into what used to be a little Bass Pro shop, retail shop.
Do you just hear all the sounds? There's literally gunfire. There's people dropping in, you know, gliding in, and now the storm is moving. 36 seconds until the area gets overtaken, and then we're going to get a new safe zone. Dude, so Courage and Typical Gamer, if they can pick up those 2 eliminations and have 8, they could very well hold the throne here for the first game of the NA scene.
Yep, that'd be massive. King Richard picks up a double on Monster and Turkey Lips. So Turkey Lips is out. Nice job by King Richard. Staying alive, that's 2 eliminations for him. His first 2, he puts himself in that little scoreboard we've been checking out. He should be on the top 10 right now. General, right in front of him. I think King Richard is alone. Yes, he is.
Yes.
So it should be interesting.
Look at that. Chap is right up, just to his right there. Dude, we're still at 61 players in the lobby that just changed to 60. Oh my goodness. Just listen to the gunfire. Everyone is here.
Ghost Aiden, there you have it. Bottom left of your screen. Picks up a double on High Distortion and Legend, I believe that was. And Aiden is performing here so far in this one. Not sure where he's at, trying to find him. He's still in Bass Pro Shop's basement, where he loves to go. He has his positioning on lock. He loves the rotations. He has great mats right now. Doesn't have many heals, though. So his loot is not the greatest. Representing the Dusty Dogs here is Aiden. So if you're a CDN the third fan, who's I don't think he's competing today, but he's part of that Dusty Dogs team.
Just blow up the chat.
Blow up the chat.
Dusty Dogs, emotes, everyone, go!
Are there Dusty Dog emotes?
I believe that's what Arctic was telling us.
Amazing. That's absolutely amazing. You can rep your favorite team, not only on Twitter, not only in hashtags, but in the Twitch chat with emotes. I can't wait to see just waves and waves of Dusty Dog spam right now for CDN, for Aiden, and the rest of the Dusty Dogs crew.
That's right, man. Now we're going to see this. Look, 30 seconds before this storm starts to move again. Look how many people are outside Tilted Towers that still need to get inside.
Oh, check it out.
Let's check out. Yeah. This is the double kill coming in from Aiden.
Looks like it was a team effort for sure. Him and Sofa are able to pick those up. Well done from him. We got to stick on board with Aiden a little bit here, as he is now burying himself in what used to be the retail fish shop and is now Kevin's domain.
Yeah, I just don't. I mean, you know, Aiden is just taking over the space. He's like, look, this is now my home. Yeah. This is Aiden Towers. So
Kevin the Cube, you may have destroyed it, but I still live here. So
I remember we talked about that yesterday when we were like, wait, Kevin destroyed Tilted Bass Pro Shop?
I didn't believe you.
I know.
And Zeke had to pull up a YouTube video showing me Kevin the Cube, which is no longer in existence, rest in peace, rolling over the Bass Pro Shop and flattening half of it, literally.
It was so funny.
It was hilarious. I was like, what? I think we were at dinner or something like that. It was crazy.
A lot of fun. A lot of fun had here between the two of us, which is great. But dude, look at this. We're still at 50 players Fallout. 50 players in this space. And look, we're going to get a new safe zone. All right, it's outside in the storm. Good luck, everybody.
Oh, my goodness. And look how far Aiden has to go here. It's literally as far as it could possibly be. So now, Aiden picked up a double. Courage still alive at Grandma's house. They're making that their home.
Look at this.
Moving in with Grandma here.
He's got a launch pad, and he's got the grappler. No grenades, though, so he can't make any bounces. But he can very quickly navigate if he needs to.
Yeah. Morgoss, finally. We're checking out Morgoss, the young man who netted himself $250,000, representing the Rift Raiders here, so he has a big responsibility. Rift Raiders currently at 0 points after the European showcase. Let's see what Morgoss can do here to change that tide.
You can just hear the suppressed shots, the boogie bombs. I mean,
they're 72 hours.
Oh, wow, he takes down 72 hours?
Can you believe it?
Aiden, you monster, stop. Gosh.
One of the great innovators of Fortnite, 72 hours, top player for sure. Gets taken out by Ghost Aiden, playing on console with controller.
That's right. King Richard finds an elimination there. And look, now Courage is moving. Oh, wow, he just flew by the team right there. I don't even know if they saw him or not. But now Courage is like, hey, I'm bailing. Look, this is Ghost Aiden. He's in the storm. It's taking for so much.
He's not going to get that. He doesn't want the bandages, though. Look how low his AR ammo is. Oh. And that's going to be it.
He had the grappler.
How many eliminations did he get, I wonder? I mean, we saw these 3.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Yep.
But now look, Margosi now here. He's got the Porta Fortress. Back over to Courage. I mean, dude, we're still at 33, now 31 players. I mean, this number continues to change down to 29, 25.
All the action. Look at the bottom of your screen. It is literally just a wave of text right now, lost in the storm. I see some Liquid people. I see Reverse 2K playing themselves in the storm as well. At least 10 people just got lost in the storm. It goes to show the importance of those early rotations. Courage hits the jump pad and rotates early. Liquid Chat
Symphony
from Amaze and Symphony. I believe that was Amaze, actually. And Symphony picked up as another one.
Amaze takes him down, and Symphony finds an elimination in Monster D-Face. Oh, my goodness. I mean, we talked about this Fallout. Anytime the circle gets this claustrophobic, you're going to find eliminations left and right. And we went from 20, what was it, like 34 players to 25, now to 14.
Yeah, unbelievable. And look at this. Dimes is down, so one member of United. Amaze is the last up. He wants to go for the revive potentially. And check out Courage and Typical Gamer. They have 6 eliminations between the two of them at least. And they're still alive. They have the opportunity to sit here and place as well. They spot Morgoss. Needs to watch his back here. But Courage, what an opportunity to make a statement here by holding the throne and getting a first place finish.
Dude, Ghost DMO is still alive and running around. This, I mean, he's a Fortnite himself, but wow, this guy is extremely deadly. Ghost Bizzle, his partner down below.
Look how hurt he is, but he's still playing with such aggression. Finally gonna get down. Ghost Bizzle still alive though. Can Bizzle go big? Meanwhile, on board of Symphony, the self-proclaimed best editor in the game. Phenomenal editing videos from Symphony. Big shout out to him. As we're on board, he has high ground, and he's gonna hold that high ground. Demo gets taken out. Bizzle does take out Zoof from C9 though, coming from Chicago. Zoof gets taken out. Tendon's alive. Snood takes out Pug. Pog, I believe, in Typical Gamer finally gets taken out by Zoof. What is going on right now? What an amazing
So, I don't know if you
gameplay.
saw, but Courage JD took down Ghost DML. And I believe Typical Gamer went down as well to the likes of Ghost. It was probably another member. It was so fast I couldn't see it, but man, this is getting ridiculous.
Yep, Symphony and Snood, his teammate, still alive here, and with high grounds. This is getting nuts. Bizzle's still alive. He takes out Courage. So the Dusty Dogs here performing in game number 1. Ghost Bizzle, one of the most clutch players in the game. I've seen him do some disgusting things in Tilt the Towers and elsewhere, is finally going to get shut down by Morgoth. But what an effort from Bizzle to secure his team a potential top 5 finish.
Look at everyone still down below. Margossi, Zexro. I mean, these guys up top with Snood. Symphony, Painful. It's 6 players left. I believe it is a 2v1, v1, v1.
Yeah, here comes the push. Painful, representing VGJ for the first time under that tag with the new org backed by Jeremy Lin, is alive still. So Painful with a great start. Let's see what he can do if he can stay alive here. He has a campfire out. And
oh, look,
wow.
The preemptive. Okay, so he's bouncing just in case they brought the whole structure down. But now, oh, the Port of Fortress goes down, and we talked about it, man. You can now edit that entire space. And look, he's just trying to jump down. He's trying to get down there to secure this last elimination. He's gonna be in the storm. It's on his right. I don't think he saw him. He's right there.
He's healing his tendons in a campfire.
Oh.
Again, there you have it. Ghost Snood and Symphony in game number 1 come out on top with a near perfect game. Look at them, barely even touched in that last storm. And if you're a fan of the Dusty Dogs, you're on top of the world right now as Symphony and Ghost Snood are going to start off strong.
What an awesome first game of the day. I mean, first off, let's just talk about how many players were left alive at any given moment. Oh my goodness, 76 players at one point. I mean, and then immediately, look, Ghost Snood, they jump down and they make the play. They try to find that last player. They find the elimination. That was incredible.
Unbelievable gameplay. And I got to say, 2 things in particular really stood out to me. Courage's gameplay, along with Typical Gamer. I believe they net themselves 7, if not 8 eliminations. I know Courage had 4. We saw Typical Gamer with 3. If he picked up one more, they got 8 eliminations, which gets them 3 points.
Yeah.
And maybe a top 4 finish. I can't remember exactly where they left off. Secondly, Symphony and Snood, what a way to start. I mean, they played that near perfect textbook the entire time. They hold their high ground. They had almost their entire HP and shield to fight that last fight, and they come off with the first place victory royale. Well played by them, and you got to give your hat off to the Dusty Dogs.
Yeah, for sure, man. Tendons definitely tried. We saw him there going for the heal off. He was prepared for it, but they said we're going to be aggressive, and it paid off for them. So let's take a look at some of the highlights coming in from this game number 1. Don't forget, we still have 5 games. 5 games left to play. I mean, if this is the pace we're setting, all right, we're showing up.
Exactly. This is that first fight we saw where we saw Liquid Strafe clutch up in a 1 versus 2. General's teammate did get taken out. You want to see them play those 2v1 situations a little bit better. And how about Ghost Aiden and Tilted Towers?
Man, so we saw him literally at the start of the game, he went down to another player. He gets revived, and then he just goes on a tear for the entire match. But I mean, at the end of the day, when it's, 76 players in a lobby all trying to vie for first place spot, something's got to give.
And something definitely did give, that's for sure. When you see a final game ending in Tilted Towers, you know you're going to see action. And for a minute there, we were commentating the gameplay, and it was literally just a wave of text at the bottom left of the screen. We couldn't even keep up from a commentary standpoint. That's how wild it was. And you love those finishes that are just fast-paced, that are aggressive. You love a Tilted Towers finish, that's for sure.
I'm really impressed and also shocked that I did not see NICKMERCS at Tilted Towers.
You and I both. How about that first one?
That was. Here's a question though. Do you think he goes back? Do you think
he's like? Someone? Yeah. Can we get a poll started? Is NICKMERCS going to avoid Tilted Towers, or will NICKMERCS go back to Tilted game number 2?
That's it. He's never going back to Tilted Towers. It's over.
He retired. That's how you know Aiden got the best of him.
He was like, you know what, dude? I'm just going to own every other map. Take Tilted. That's fine. I'm going to own everything else. I'm NICKMERCS. See you there.
So he sold the lease and the mortgage, who's now picked up by Aiden. The mayor of Tilted Towers is Ghost Aiden officially, apparently.
There you go. Well, I mean, what do you guys at home think of all the action and the fact that NICKMERCS wasn't at Tilted Towers? Hit us with the hashtag Fall Skirmish. Let us know your thoughts. Let's have a conversation. What do you think of the format? What do you think of the players? What do you think of the clubs? Which is your favorite club? Remember, Game 4. You have to decide by Game 4.
That's our rule, by the way.
That's our rule. So a lot of people did it in the EU segment, but now if you're just tuning in, you have till Game 4.
And I gotta say, Europe showed up. The European community did an amazing job with the Twitter engagement, tagging us in posts. We were talking back and forth with them, some awesome dialogue. I mean, the European community was pretty big. North America, can we get some USA chants in the chat real quick? Because I'm looking for you to show up. Let us know on Twitter your thoughts. Hashtag Fall Skirmish. Feel free to tweet at us as well so we can engage in breaks and hear what you guys have to say. At ZeekMisPrime, the man, the myth, the legend over here.
And at Fallout, don't forget to talk about how amazing he is, how beautiful he is. And if you're not following Fallout, I'm very disappointed in you, okay? I need you to find him on Twitter and follow him right now because he's incredible. Yes, you.
Hashtag Zeke for president, by the way.
Oh, my gosh.
I was about to say I'll give $5 to anyone. I take that back because I'll lose a lot of money. I will give a virtual high five and a real life hug if you see me to anyone that tweets this man at ZeekMisPrime saying hashtag Zeke for president because he's good people. Also, more importantly, let us know your thoughts, guys. I'd love to hear your thoughts.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, but seriously, let us know. We want to know what you have to say. I mean, there's a lot to talk about. Obviously, with the introduction of the Fall Skirmish, not only are we back bigger and badder than ever, we've got the clubs. So, you know, talk about what you think as far as the clubs.
Yeah, the clubs. Who's your favorite club, most importantly?
Yes, and that's a big one.
Also, if you do not know already, if you did not see the announcement, go to epicgames.com. The blog post and all the details are there. You can enter a submission to potentially get picked up by a club of your choice. So prove your allegiance, pick your loyalty, make a video submission, and tweet with the hashtag Fall Skirmish. Feel free to tag us as well, tag Epic Games and Fortnite Game as well with your submission of who you want to play for. How about the Fortnites?
I mean, you know, we literally saw someone within an hour of announcing there were submissions, someone went out and got a Fortnite's tattoo on their arm. That was a thing that was tweeted out to me within 1 hour of announcing.
Shout out to that guy.
I just don't, the dedication, the love. Bush Bandits,
He's an Army veteran as well, so big shout out to that guy.
Yeah, yeah. I actually saw there was a submission for the Bush Bandits, and it was a small child who was in a bush, hopped out, and then had like leaves on his shirt, and then he had like glasses, and he was doing the dance. I was like, yo, if it was up to me, dude, you'd be on the Bush Bandits.
See, you gotta get creative. We're setting the level here. We just saw Ninja and Cypher. They are part of the Bush Bandits, speaking of which, so they are playing. We didn't see them in game number 1. Maybe they had an early drop, and not the best initial. That's
right, man. Rift Raiders as well. I mean, there's just an unbelievable lineup of players here competing in each of the clubs. Now, here's a fun fact. You know, we actually had an internal draft of people. That's how these clubs came to be.
I'm so glad you shared that, because I wasn't sure if you're
going to. I kind of talked to Arctic about it, and I was like, look, I'd like to talk about this. Can we talk about this? And he was like, yeah, of course.
Oh my God, amazing.
I mean, again, shout out to Arctic. That guy is incredible. He's literally one of the nicest people I think I've ever met. But yeah, we actually had like an internal draft, and so it was like people were picking where they wanted the teams to go and the players to go. And
these guys know their stuff, by the way. Skyless, we have Cam, Sundown, Lumen, Arctic, etc. that did that draft. Yeah. Skyless actually predicted before the finals at PAX West that Aiden was going to get top 10, which he did, I believe. So that man Skyless knows his stuff.
We call him Nostradamus because he can see the future.
Also an incredibly bright guy. Yeah. So there was a draft at Epic Games, and they literally, like backyard football style, picked their teams for who's who. I wonder who was who this. I wonder who Arctic picked. They're probably not going to disclose that.
That I don't know. Yeah. That's hard. I don't know that I could get away with telling you that because, you know, I'm not going to tell you which team I had, which is actually no teams. I'm very disappointed I didn't get to draft.
Next time.
I was doing Fortnite Fall Skirmish stuff, so there was no way I could be there. But yeah, I mean, with the Fall Skirmish, man, it's big. It's badder than ever. There's so much to do. So many people are going to walk away with something. We hope you guys at home are enjoying the action.
I'm just glad that CDN the Third is on the Dusty Dogs.
Is a Dusty Dog?
Yeah, because he is the king of Dusty.
The king of Dusty.
And he's showing it. Represent the Dusty Dogs. If you're a CDN, the Tenant fan, make sure to show some support for Dusty Dogs. Let us know your allegiance. But we are kicking off game number 2 here. And speaking of standings, we'll get you guys an update as fast as we can. But as of the end of the EU standings, we had Bush Bandits in first place with 530. Dusty Dogs, 395 points right now. So Bush Bandits and Dusty Dogs leading the way.
And, you know, it's fun to talk about is the fact that, like, whenever we get our placements, right, and people are earning these club points, let's say, hypothetically, Rift Raiders, an entire squad of Rift Raiders takes like all 10 spots, that's all those points going to Rift Raiders. So literally at any moment, the standings are going to change. We're going to see the standings change during the week as people are competing during the trials. I mean, there's just so much to do. There's so much action to be had, and it all ends at TwitchCon.
Amazing.
Dude, it's going to be an awesome journey. I can't wait. But look, Liquid, again, landing at Wailing Wood. So didn't they used to, I believe have they always landed Wailing, or they, no, okay, it's always Wailing, and then Myth used to always land Lonely Lodge.
Again, Aiden, no NICKMERCS in Tilted Tower.
Where is
awesome.
NICKMERCS?
Hashtag where is Miss NICKMERCS? It's like, where's Waldo?
Dude, Greasy Grove is a hotspot again. I believe that's where he is.
Yeah, we'll see in a little bit. Of course, 72 Hours also on Bush Bandits, by the way. So they're in first place as of the EU standings. And guess what? They have 72 Hours. They have Ninja, Cypher, some amazing talent here in North America. So Bush Bandits in a great position to hold on to that first place spot. And look at that.
There he is.
NICKMERCS and Greasy again.
Woo!
We have a new NICKMERCS here today, my friends. And he is looking to take his throne as the king of Greasy Grove.
Dude, so Saint is here, Myth is here, and I believe to his left is okay, so Pupper is there. Yeah, there you go. Courage and Typical Gamer.
What a stacked city.
Yeah, this
POI.
is scary. I would leave if I knew. If they knew what we knew, I would bail.
if they knew what we knew, luckily they don't. And guess what? That means we're gonna get an awesome breakdown of action here. Nick versus Myth versus Courage. Can you believe it? Wow.
And it looks like they're actually disengaging.
Yeah, interesting decision here. They should have all the confidence in the world, too, if I'm Courage after that performance in game one.
Yeah, I mean, they show up, and like you said, they dropped a bunch
what's
of
going on here? NICKMERCS on PC. I'm confused.
No. Oh. No.
Oh, spectator client.
Yep.
Right,
so this is part of the spectator client. Yeah,
I was about to say, that's why he's not tilted. It's not NICKMERCS.
No.
Never mind.
It's
not
fake
starting
Mercs.
rumors. It is NICKMERCS. The spectator client is what we see. We don't see their gameplay.
Yeah. It's just like a slight visual bug there. But don't worry about that. It's all going to be fixed, and it's all going to become better. But man.
Nick is still playing on console with the controller.
Yeah.
Let's see what he can do. Double barrel in his hands right now. He loves that weapon.
So literally everyone bailed from Greasy. Look at the team. They must have rifted because they're moving fast. Wait, someone else is coming back.
Is that Myth?
Oh, that's Pupper's teammate.
Wow.
Pupper's teammate is like very rapidly moving toward Greasy Grove.
So interesting situation. Myth, Courage, Saint, all Typical Gamer, all rotate outside of Greasy. It's like they don't have confidence against the console gang and NICKMERCS over here. I don't know.
That's a good question. I mean, you got to assume once you see a player here, they're probably going to come back. Maybe they're just opting for like early rotations. You talked a lot about that. Yep. I mean, okay, because look, check out the circle, dude. You got to. You got to move.
That's a great point. Yeah, good breakdown there. And yeah, in chatting with a lot of these players, almost every single one of them opts for a passive early game with an aggressive mid game or when opportunities arise. So that's going to show right here with the very intelligent plays to back out to reset and to value your life.
There's still 91 players in the game.
Wow.
There is 91 players in this game right now. Hogman taking shots from Laquan. Beautiful. Just a beautiful man, that Laquan.
That's for sure. And inside and out.
Oh, yeah. It's funny, like, as we sit here and kind of, like, move through players, I find myself thinking back to PAX. And I didn't, unfortunately, get to meet all the players. I really wanted to meet as many as I could.
If you guys see Zeke in an event, go say hi to him, is what he's saying.
Absolutely, please. I would love to meet all of you. You guys, I think you guys are just, everyone in the competitive community are all impressive people. And Hogman specifically, we're about to go live, and he was, like, walking somewhere, and he was just like, "Hey Zeke," and I looked over and I saw him. I was like, "Oh my God, Hogman!"
That's awesome.
And then he was going somewhere, and we were about to do like a cast or something. And I was like, "Man, yeah." I thought it was. I mean, I was.
I gotta say, I've heard that Hogman attends local Fortnite tournaments and shows up just for the fans. I heard he went to a local Fortnite Fridays tournament at his store in Dallas and showed up and participated, hung out with those guys. The fact that he takes the time to do that says a lot about him. I know Envy Sketch of Team Envious did the same thing. Big shout out to Envy Sketch, repping Team Envy.
Whew. Even Nate Hill, man. I got to meet Nate Hill, and like for me, I was like awestruck. Like people were like, "Why? Like we should be awestruck of you," and I'm like, "Nah, dude. You guys are legends. The honor is mine."
Amazing. Like, you are the face of Skirmish. I'm just saying.
Oh my gosh.
Meanwhile, Monster D-Face. Speaking of great people. Speaking of faces. Monster D-Face against FaZe Yellow. Yellow, a recent addition to the FaZe clan. Gonna get tagged up here. Nice shots from Monster using his right-hand advantage, but he's gonna get hurt. So in a world of pain right now is Monster D-Face. No heals to his name though. He's gonna rely on his teammate. Look for that number 33 if it exists. I don't know if I think he might be alone.
He goes for the edit. Oh, cannot follow up though. Jared FBS takes him down.
And Jared representing Mixer as a platform. He's a Mixer streamer and content creator. He's going to get taken out as well by One Shot Girl, I believe. iHezzy TV.
Yep.
We talked about him before. Young man from Chicago looking to make a name for himself.
So now Hesi TV and Reverse are going to hone in on One Shot Girl, so we'll watch the kill feed there. But
She's
look
hurt,
at Margosi. He is, oh, it's Ghost Aiden.
I love it. The winner versus the mayor of Tilted Towers from Summer Skirmish, PAX West Finals.
Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think is going to go down here? He goes for the play.
Oh my goodness, Ghost Aiden! You are an animal. Against a flying Morgoth, #1 champion of PAX West Summer Skirmish, and Ghost Aiden hits the shot, ice in his veins, and connects for the elimination. Well played from Aiden.
That was absolutely incredible. Aiden completely slaying out. Just typical Aiden. This is another day in the life of Aiden. He just wakes up and slays out. That's
It's unbelievable. One of the most accurate Fortnite players in existence is Ghost Aiden. Well played from him. What a story he is. If you're not following that man on Twitter, you absolutely have to. One of our top Twitch streamers now. The man had less than 1,000 followers on Twitter before PAX West. Now he has over 40,000 followers. It's just an amazing, amazing story. He deserves every bit of it.
That is actually impressive. I mean, you know, I actually did get to talk to him, and he's a super sweet dude. But taking a look at the current scoreboard, Heroines there, One Shot Girl we see is down as well. Over to Hesi TV. So this is back in Paradise Palms. So they did manage to clean up. Yeah, they managed to clean up One Shot Girl. I just noticed there's a now entering Paradise sign. I don't know why I've never seen that before.
No,
I guess because I land like on top of the hotel and I like try to do my best to hold it down.
You and I both
try is a keyword there.
You know what? Paradise is low key like a secondary Tilted Towers. It's a fun fight. It's the buildings are similar. I love Paradise Palms. If you have not landed Paradise Palms in a while or ever, in the chat, I recommend you check it out. I
also like there's a place very close by that a lot of people have different names for. I call it Pueblo.
Pueblo. Yeah, we agreed with that when we cast the PAX West. I'm the same.
Yeah, I love Pueblo, dude. I go there. Yep. I go there every time.
Yeah, it's a good spot.
Actually, no, I don't. I don't go there ever.
Every single time. If you want to fight and eliminate this man, go there. Meanwhile, Port of Fortress, Parallax of 100 Thieves. Big shot to Nate Shot and the 100 Thieves organization against Courage of Optic Gaming. Nate Shot's former organization here. Big 1 versus 1. As Parallax does have height advantage. Typical Gamer a little bit trapped here with the storm approaching. It's dangerous.
Parallax is engaging Courage JD. And look, so Courage was near Parallax. He opts to disengage, moves back toward his teammate. I mean, yeah, you don't want to face off against Parallax and Kenneth. But look, Popper and Hogman are here.
Oh boy, big fight here. 100 Thieves versus Complexity. Parallax gonna miss the first shotgun shot. Envy Lane picks up one, but ultimately, you look at the building, defensive building, and the grappler disengaged from Parallax. Well played from him, and he's gonna live to see another day here as Hogman is touched up.
That was disgusting. Utilizing the grappler to literally change. Okay.
What?
Okay. Oh, it's up. Oh gosh. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, Parallax is actually a Dusty Dog, so if you're a Dusty Dog fan, you need to be blowing up the chat right now.
With the emote, especially. How did he survive the rocket, I want to know. What
I believe it hit the space behind him.
Which I thought with splash damage would hurt him.
No, not. Like, there was another space behind him. Yeah, sorry. I wasn't clear.
He's in a good spot here. Meanwhile, Typical Gamer and Courage. Speaking of good spots, sitting with high advantage right now. Courage still alive. Look at this fight. Multiple layers, multiple orgs. Parallax takes out one. That's could be Pupper. And he gets the elim. Meanwhile, Hogman takes out Kenneth.
It's literally a 1v1, but Courage...
1v1 between Hogman, Parallax, and Typical Gamer, I believe, in this one.
Well, Courage is still here. He's down below. You can see, looking at the top right. Yeah, there he's up.
There it is, 2v1. Yep, I think we did see Parallax get taken out.
Hogman effectively has like 103 HP. Maybe. Maybe.
Unbelievable. Wow. That's a great breakdown of plays right there. 37 seconds left till the circle, and the storm will be collapsing. Nice. And there's a disengage coming through. Courage and Typical Gamer have been playing very smart with their disengages.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think that's definitely the smart move here. It's like, especially because the storm is going to come in 20 seconds. Just bail. You need to make your way. Look at where the circle is. It's all the way over by Gus. You have so far to run.
Yep. And Envy Lane takes out one at the bottom left of your screen. And here's the thing, I agree with you given the circle and the timing. But if you didn't have the pressure of the storm behind you, I think you take your 2 versus 1. You got to know the numbers advantage. You got to see at the bottom left of your screen that Parallax got taken out. And you got to know, hey, we're in a... Oh, no, Parallax still up. Yes, he is. All right, so it looks like Kenneth and Parallax are both alive. Are good to go.
I guess they must have just disengaged that fight.
Yeah, I thought Kenneth got taken out, but I think they're good. So, interesting. United, 100 Thieves, both still alive.
There's 69 players left in the lobby. I just don't understand how this is happening.
Wow.
There's so many people left alive. Got Ashton, Jack, Creo.
Yep. Ghost Bizzle and Demo. Is it Demo as well? Still alive. So everyone shows a lot of respect. A lot of the pro players, especially, even Poach and a lot of these folks I was talking to, kind of mentioned Ghost Gaming, some of the most mechanically skilled players in terms of how just aggressive they are all the time. and it shows. Let's see what Demo and Bizzle can do. Speaking of talented, United Ashton. On board with him right now. Look at this circle. So many people alive and starting to collapse towards that last circle, which will be a Paradise Palms finish.
I freaking hope so. Look at this guy, Nate Hill, the legend. I love this guy so much. He's just a completely consistent player.
No, it's Ginger Pop.
No, it's, yeah, Ginger Pop.
Yeah, very consistent. One of the most consistent we have, actually. What a story he's had. You know, really the rise in fame with FaZe Clan. First off at the Ninja Chicago event, which he took first place, and really he's been performing ever since at every summer skirmish after.
Yeah. I mean, he's just an awesome player. The likes of Annihilus as well.
She's amazing too.
Yeah, we saw her during the summer skirmish. She played a lot with High Distortion. Man, she is a phenomenal. She's also a controller player. She's phenomenal.
Is she a controller player?
Yep.
I had no idea. Annihilus.
Yeah,
that's impressive.
Oh yeah.
I knew she was great. I thought she was a PC player though.
Ha! There you go. That's how good she is.
Exactly.
Got him.
Tricked me, Annihilus. Well done. Speaking of High Distortion, we just saw him on our screen as well. He's still alive. Rogue 00 Flower still alive as well. So we got some big names here. Ghost Bizzle, Ghost Thieves.
TSM Myth was lost in the storm. Ooh. FPS takes down Pookie Face. Tyler's takes down Liquid Chap and confirms the elimination. Liquid 72 Hours takes down Tyler's. Wow. There's so much happening. We've only gone down to 62 players. Fallout, I don't understand.
I love it. I don't understand. I don't get it, but I love it.
I love it.
Fun to watch so far. On board with Annihilus. 62 left in this one. This is only match number 2, by the way, as you see on your screen. We got a lot of great Fortnite coming ahead. 6 matches today. Each match awards points. Leader in points gets club points at the end of it all, and a nice cash prize pool.
That's right, man. King Rich over there with Chica Live. All right, so now we've got our new safe zone. It's not terribly far away, but you need to start making these rotations. Look how many players at the very edge of the storm inside retail. I mean, even taking a look at the mats, right? Phase replay is looking pretty good. Ammo count looks great. Health looks pretty good.
Look at this. He's opting not for the grappler. Phase replays. Who is part of FaZe Clan. He should be going for 360 no scopes. No,
yeah, I agree. No, I agree with 100%.
With the grappler in your hands, you're not going to take it.
That's right.
Keep an eye though. They're actually right next to King Richard and Chica Live. So I believe our 2 co-ed teams. There might be more than 2. But 2 of our co-ed teams in this one right next to each other here. We might see an engagement.
There it is, the launch. And look, this is within the gravity zone, so you're going places if you do this. Bouncer while in gravity zone. Whew. Look at this
NRG Zate. So much respect for this player. And what a story he has been. He is a funny dude, by the way, as well. Phenomenal individual player. Let's see what he's doing here. I think he's teaming with one of the Envy boys.
Yep.
Yep, it's going to be Envy Linane. So Envy Linane of Team Envy. Gorilla's also alive, I believe. Nate Hill and Funk Bomb, the duo as well.
Look at that. Punisher and Nibs up top. I mean, there's so many people here.
And Zate's on my Lucky Llamas, who I'm rooting for here. So let's see what you can do, Zate. All eyes on you. Courage, of course, of Lucky Llamas. NICKMERCS on Lucky Llamas as well. We got a pretty stacked Lucky Llamas group, if I say so myself. But currently sitting at 4th place as of EU standings. Ghost TFUE, not Thief. Ghost TFUE currently with Monster rotating over as well.
And now this is time. We got to start moving. It's going to be a minute and a half before the storm overtakes this entire zone. Someone in the back goes down there. Looks like Liquid 72 Hours takes out Flame. And look, Chica Live is there behind. TFUE is mid-air taking shots. That's crazy. I love these grab zones, by the way. They're so much fun.
A blast. An absolute blast. We all remember Summer Skirmish in PAX West and how awesome that engagement was, where people are flying through the air. And now we get to see a little bit of a teaser of that as well. The FPS of CLG, Counterlogic Gaming, pushing up. Approaching Ghost Gaming. So we got some powerhouses here in this one. Courage, of course. I'm not sure if he got taken out or is still alive. We'll keep a close eye on it. 72 hours, though, still in this one.
Man, he took a big hit there. High Distortion. He's dropped very low. TFUE basically has 32 HP. I mean, that's not much.
He's playing so aggressive for how weak he is. If he gets tagged for 1 AR bullet in the head, he's done for.
I mean, it's really not that. I mean, that's an occurrence, right? You just you look up, you see someone firing out of a box or 1 by 1. You just take a shot, and it's like, oh well, I guess I just eliminated a player. Cool.
Here is Thief. So FaZe Clan, big 1v. Look at TFUE pushing this 1 versus 1, and he has almost like an eighth of the health that Thief's had. Now it's about equal. What a performance from TFUE so far. I mean, I don't know about a performance, but the aggression. You like to see it.
I mean, typically, man, if you play aggressive, it's either going to go 1 of 2 ways. It's going to go really well or it's going to go really bad. And TFUE is making everything work to his advantage here. Again, with 32 HP, might I add.
High risk, high reward, I think is the best definition of that. 32 HP, like you said, 34 HP, sorry. 33 HP. Sorry, math.
30.
Tough.
Wait, 32?
33. 33
okay.
HP.
Math is hard.
Yep, difficult thing. Wait, look at this. NICKMERCS still alive. We haven't talked about him in a while. And he has a double barrel shotgun to his name. No
and a grappler.
No assault rifle though, so he's opting for the double barrel only play here.
Well, he's got the burst rifle.
The burst, yeah, but he can't switch directly to that burst. Oh no, not gonna matter. Look at that.
I don't know what that was. I didn't see it. I didn't see any of it.
Me either.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's a rips in the chat, please. So sorry, NICKMERCS.
Rips to the M-Fam, but one match too. Saw him start slow at Summer Skirmish and have a killer game number 5, I believe it was, at Summer Skirmish, where he popped off and secured himself in the money placement. So Nick down, but certainly never out.
Look
Drunky
at this.
Gonna get one. Brother of Dakota's, aka Dark, as mentioned. Ghost Saf and Ghost Ghoul, the duo here as well. Bizzle's gonna knock out Liquid Strafes between the duos.
Look how many. Creo takes down Annihilise. Tempo is here as well. Back over to him. 72 Hours takes down Chica Live. High Surgeon takes out Monster.
This is a replay actually.
Oh, that's right.
That was in the past as we're watching what Tempo did with some beautiful Splodes action. Look at that. I think that's a double limb for Tempo with Splodes, and then we're gonna stick on board with him as he has the hot hand right now.
Look how many people are still here, man. 45 players. No, so I like this circle because there's a small chunk of it that is like overlooking the cliff there. That's hard to build against.
I feel like every time I look at the bottom of my screen, I see an Envy name pop up as they've been playing well.
Yeah.
Let's see what's going to happen here. VV Punisher takes out C9 Top Boy. A lot of fights, a lot of action at the bottom left of your screen. Keep a close eye on that as you're watching if some of your favorite players are still in it. On board with Geomach and Tempo, the FaZe Clan duo. We're going to jump on board with Ham Hart.
Hart is a great player. Look at this. Utilizing that grappler to very quickly jump over to loot. He still has 7 more. There you go. Okay. Whoa, the builds here.
What is the DPI guy plays on?
I don't know. He's so fast.
Look at the edits, too. Clean edits. I like what I'm seeing from Hart so far. Meanwhile, a couple kills. Our eliminations to be picked up for Envy Gorilla gets taken out by Pog. Jack of E United takes out Rogue 00 Flower. So Rogue is currently downed and out by Jack. Shivzy out as well on Cloud9. He's going to jump on board of Jack here as he's performing.
He's trying to close in here. So his teammates very close by. Man, that stink bomb is putting in work. There's a quick edit there, and Hey I'm Hart finds Bo.
Look at a pure 1 versus 2 for Hey I'm Hart, and he takes out both of them. What a play from Hart. A pure shotgun in your face, 1 versus 2. Unbelievable stuff.
He just man-moded them. That's crazy.
That was amazing. Well played. You don't see that very often.
27 players left. Oh, so the circle is now moving back inland. Oh, that makes me sad.
Well, you're hoping they're going to have to build over water?
Yes.
Does that happen? Is that a thing? Is that possible?
I've never seen it.
Me either.
So I hope it is. That'd be cool.
It'd be like you have to create an island for yourself at that point.
Yeah.
This is like Bob the Builder or something.
Something like that. And now look, he's got the double barrel that you saw they had a rift to go. So we got Harrian's crowd out. Exhaust, it looks like he's by himself, so it's pro. Nibs and Punisher up top, at least on this half of the map. We've got 30 seconds before the Storm decides to move again. Man, it's starting to come down to the wire here. There's still so many players. 27, especially as now, like, because of where they are on the map, the way they have to move is basically all together, right? You see kind of there's one of the yellow triangles up there on that mountain. He just has to jump down. But everyone else is very close near each other by Gus.
Like what I'm seeing on Nibs, though, really smart play, just holding their high ground. They're, of course, going to have to rotate pretty far, I believe. But they have a rift. Oh, look at that, yeah, rift to go. So they'll be in a safe spot. They can have a late rotation if they want, and then they can actually jump someone who has high ground. Instead, they go for a somewhat early rotation, and now they get to just decide where they want to land here. Important communication is key right now to make sure they land in the same spot. But if I'm them, I'm jumping right on top of Jay Cuddy and B-Sox. Oh, 100%. Take that high ground right from them. They're going to do exactly that here. Here comes the builds. Big fight about to go down. They're going to miss the opportunity to get high ground, and now that might cost them as Jay Cuddy and B-Sox in a good position to hold that high ground.
Now look, there's catacombs built down below, so they just dip down and they start to replace walls as they can because they don't own any of this.
Yep. And to explain what that means, you want to destroy opponent walls, which are red, and build your own walls to gain possession of that wall, which means you can edit through that, and really that gives you entire control of that area in fights. That's exactly what they're going to do here. Well played from Nibs and team. Meanwhile, a couple fights breaking down elsewhere.
See someone go down there, down to 25 players. And again, man, here in 45 seconds, we've seen the Storm circle. The new safe zone is shifted. It's down south, so players are going to have to navigate Luckily, not against the mountain, because typically when players move against the mountain wins 99% of the time.
Yeah, it's for sure. I would have loved to see that opportunity to take out Jay Cuddy, who's performed really well at PAX West himself. Instead, they missed the jump by just an inch.
Yeah, you saw he very quickly like put up a 1x1 in their face and was like, nah.
That's a nice thing. I think it's really balanced. Great audio balance there for when you're rifting or jump padding. You can hear it coming from a mile away, which I think is soothing.
Yeah. I mean, it's all about balance, right? It's like,
balance,
sure,
yeah.
you have this mobility tool, but everyone knows that you're doing it now.
Exactly. On board with Brush. 25 people alive, and the rotation's coming through. Look at this. They have to get going. They have to get going quick. The Storm's right behind them. I expect that 25 to diminish really quickly, much like we saw in game number 1 here. Any minute. Brush getting stuck and tagged up from behind here. That might be his life.
Look how close everyone is right now. They're just desperately trying to move into the new safe zone. We're down at 24. Funk Bomb has gone down to Ghost Bizzle.
Bizzle still alive. Let's see what he can do here.
Ghost School takes down Nate Hill. Fallout.
So the Ghost Squad in a pretty good spot here, showing up once again. We saw them go huge at PAX West, and they're doing it again. E United's Amaze gets taken out, so does Dimes. Good night, E United in match number 2. Let's see what Ghost Bizzle can do here. Such a smart player, such a great mechanical player. He is just difficult to take out.
And now we are still at only 19 players. We've only lost 6 players, and now we have to move back into the Storm.
Yeah, crazy.
I believe someone just got knocked by Storm. I think they got launched. I think someone sent Punisher into the Storm.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. And Ghost Bizzle in a pretty bad spot here, and he just knows how to get out of horrible situations. Let's see if he can do it here. It's going to be pretty tough to do. Look, everyone has high ground over him, but somehow just manages to stay alive again. He's low on mats, though. Take a look at that. Only about 350 mats total.
Ghost Saf gets knocked down and eliminated. Look at this. There's players. Oh, he's against the mountain. This is what we talked about. You have to move up the mountain. You cannot just try. I mean, if you start slipping down the mountain, there's no way. That's it. You're going to be eliminated. Especially when the Storm ticks for 10 now. It's going to be rough.
Incredibly true. Zoof was very vocal about what he learned at PAX West, which was mats. You need to have mats for late game, and this is a prime example of why. I think it's going to be a matter of resources here. Whoever can outmat the other team can maybe potentially win this. Jay Cuddy in a good spot to do that, as they do have high ground. Vape Jesus right now, currently mid-ground, tunneling up with his teammate. In a pretty decent spot here. Trying to regain possession of everything they possibly can. Will they drop here? Look at that. Ghost School literally right below him. And they recognize it. It's going to be Zexro that picks up an elimination on Ghost Ghoul. Well played from Zexro, the teammate of Vape Jesus here.
And now with the Storm, they start moving again. The players are dropping like flies here.
Demo.
9 remain left. Cuddy's still up top with the high ground.
Easy money for Cuddy. Look who's still alive at Symphony, the winner of match number 1. Jay Cuddy in a great position to win this one. Symphony gets taken out. That's Demo who gets at least a double and is still alive. Demo is popping off right now.
It's just Demo.
Demo, it is. 2 versus 1 here. All up to Demo. He is tagged up. He is hurt in a very tough position. Rockets at his face. Not much he can do here. Let's see if he can make magic happen as Demo's going to get taken out. Well played by B-Sox and Jay Cuddy. And keep in mind here, they were this close to getting taken out by the Rift from Nibs earlier on.
That was incredible. Well played from them. They maintain that high ground, and man, they show up here. Let's take a look at this replay here. I mean, wow. That was super close. So one thing we're noticing and we're observing is like these lobbies, man, there's so many players still left alive. And then toward the end, we had what? It went from 25 players down to 19 players, down to 15 players or something like that, then down suddenly to 4.
That's crazy.
The action, dude.
Yeah, that's a great analysis and a great breakdown. And, you know, it's really interesting. We saw a strong contrast. We thought there'd be a strong contrast in EU versus North American play, but we're seeing a lot of the same things happen in terms of those late games, a lot of the same build fights, a lot of the catacombing, and ultimately, one thing we've not seen on the North American side, the use of shockwaves or the use of porta fortresses in those late games to gain ownership of the cover and to really, really give yourself mobility, possession, and control. Yeah, I mean, I'm curious as to why. I mean, we've seen people that have porta fortresses in the inventory, but I feel like they go down before they have an opportunity to use it. Not holding it for late game either. Yeah. We saw it used early on a couple times. Yeah.
Man, I don't know how I feel about it. You know, it's tough.
And you're a fan.
We don't.
You're a huge fan.
Yeah, I called it out earlier in that. So if you don't know, you mentioned it. When you own a wall, you have edit rights, and so at the very end of the game, people do this thing called tunneling, where they just build one by ones, like literally connected to each other.
And that's when we saw them breaking walls and gaining possession.
Exactly. So if you drop a porta-fortress is like a massive grid, and it basically just eats everyone's stuff around you and puts down your porta-fortress, and you have edit rights over it, so you can literally change the walls. We actually saw the likes of Kinstar. They dropped from the EU scene. They drop a porta-fortress, and someone's running around. They make an edit on the wall, and they take and find another elimination. Like,
huge. And we saw Nibs and co. spending what? It took them at least like 3 minutes to get 10 walls up. That porta-fortress gives you at least 80. I wonder what the actual square footage is.
It's a lot.
At least 60 pieces of cover immediately to your possession and edit rights. Look at this play from Aid. Gosh.
This guy, man.
Unbelievable.
He is actually terrifying. I'll be honest. I see him in my nightmares.
Yeah, it goes to show a lot of people think that you got to make those hero plays, make those Twitter clips with the grappling gun. Sometimes you can play too aggressive. Right there, cost more cost. Beautiful plays from Tempo.
Man, what do you hope? So what has impressed you so far coming out from the NA scene?
Yeah, I've loved what I've seen from Symphony. 2 games in a row, placing top 3. So they're in a good spot from a point standpoint. But one thing I'm really loving is the storylines. The amount of sheer storylines that we have in North America, you know, is just unbelievable. Of course, we had a lot of gameplay. PAX West Summer Skirmish helped us build some of those stories, and if it wasn't for Summer Skirmish, not many people would know who Ghost Aiden is. But the addition of these storylines and really the storylines being told here throughout have been just amazing. NICKMERCS not going Tilted Towers. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on that. It's just been really awesome to see so far.
Man, well, what do you guys at home think? Hit us with the hashtag Fall Skirmish. Let us know how you're enjoying all the action. Make some predictions. Don't forget, by Game 4, you have to pick a club. Do it.
That's what we established. With the European scene, we said you got to start picking your loyalties. So what we recommend as a best practice is find the players you like, maybe you're a fan of, and then maybe gain some loyalty or some allegiance to that club. Yeah. Either way, no matter how you do it, or if you want to submit and be part of that club, you gotta claim your allegiance, tweet at us, and let us know on Twitter using hashtag Fall Skirmish which club you're rooting for the remainder. You can't hop clubs, by the way. That's like saying I'm a Golden State Warriors fan. you can't do that because they're winning. All right?
I'll find you.
Pick your allegiance now. We're gonna track you down on Twitter. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, and obviously don't forget to make submissions and whatnot. If you want to be part of one of these teams, let us know which one, why, and make a proper submission.
Yeah, completely agree. I'm going to flip it back to you, man. You asked me what I've liked so far. How about on your end? What are you seeing on the North American side of the European side, and what's been some of your favorite parts of this fall skirmish over here in North America?
So in EU, I really appreciated the use of all the tools. We kind of talked about that toward the end of the broadcast there. I appreciate that they're using the likes of the grapplers. We've seen a lot more shockwave grenades. They prioritize shockwave grenades a lot. Yeah. We've not seen anyone in NA use those, so that's kind of different. I hope we see something swapped up there.
Yeah, that's a great point. And not only shockwave grenades, but we saw the EU side, and maybe it was just a coincidence with a couple people we watched, but we saw them really prioritize passive items. We saw, which you never see this in the North American side, we saw someone holding, I can't remember who it was, a med kit and 14 bandages, using 2 inventory slots to hold heals. We saw them prioritize. We saw someone with a pure mobility inventory slot and loadout, which included a rift to go and 2 shockwave grenades, I believe. I mean, it was just ridiculous, the amount of utility that was carried by Europe that you haven't seen yet on the North American side, which I know you're a big fan of a lot of those tools.
Yeah, man. We got to learn some things. Okay, we still have, what, 4 games left to play. So take notes. I want to see some things impress me. And then tweet at us so we can watch it and just lose our minds later, because that's totally going to happen.
Maybe it's a North American thing. You know, we have a shorter attention span. We want to fly at people and make some hero plays. I don't know if it's a cultural difference, but we're gonna get to the bottom of this. We're going to do some psychoanalyzing and figure it out.
We'll figure it out. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to throw it to a short break. So stay tuned. We have more action coming your way in just a moment. We'll see you soon. missed you. I thought about you the whole break. I'll be honest.
It's true, he did. He was sitting here the entire time reminiscing.
I'm glad
sad,
you're back, though, because without you, I'm nothing. I missed you.
See?
I love you. I'm Zeke. This is Fallout. I mean, guys, if you're just tuning in and you don't know who Fallout is, listen, you're making a life choice that's incorrect. Find him. Follow him. He's a legend, and I love him with all of my heart. Hashtag bromance. Hashtag Fallout is the best.
You make me feel like $7 gajillion. It was a lot less before. Now it's a lot more. I appreciate that, my friend. But right back at you. I asked you guys earlier to tweet this guy at ZekeMisPrime saying Zeke for president. I'm holding you to that. I want to see it. I'm going to be checking his timeline a little bit.
So after we wrapped our first 2 games of the day, we have standings to take a look at. Let's see where players have fallen.
Look at, of course, Ghost Bizzle. Who else but Ghost Bizzle and Ghost Demo in first place yet again, always performing so consistent. I thought we were going to see Symphony on top.
You know, I thought so as well, but dude, I mean, you were the one that convinced me of Ghost Bizzle. You've done nothing but talked so highly of this man, and Ghost Bizzle shows up and says, look, you guys need to watch out for me, okay?
It's not only that, but he's representing the Fortnites, who are in 3rd place coming into the North American series. Woo! Currently doing a good job trying to bring it back. Ghost Bizzle, Symphony, not sure which team he's on. We'll let you guys know ASAP, but a really strong start and showing from the Fortnites.
Speaking of the
Bandits,
Fortnites,
you better watch out.
Speaking of Fortnites and Bush Bandits, if you don't know what's going on, guess what? There's clubs. That is right. So for the Fall Skirmish, we have introduced clubs. So 100 players per club, 50 from NA, 50 from EU. So these are the current participants. So basically each week we'll pull 20 from each club. It'll make up a total of 100, and they will all compete. And man, I mean, so before, at the start of the day, with 0 points was Rift Raiders. Lucky Llamas had 45 points. The Fortnites had 165?
Yep.
And then
395 for Dusty Dogs.
Yes.
And a nice 530 for the Bush Bandits. So
now that was after the EU games.
It was. So look at this Rift Raider squad. 0 points coming into it. They got to go big. Lucky Llamas was in 4th. Some good names here. Courage has played pretty well. But outside of Courage, I'm not sure if I've seen our Lucky Llamas go huge just yet. We'll have to see. Vivid and Poach, I'm looking at you.
We also watched Turkey Lips and NICKMERCS as Lucky Llamas. So hey man, there's a lot to take in. On top of that, as you guys know, if you watch the Summer Skirmish, the Skirmish series, we swap up the formats. And with this week, we're going Hold the Throne. So we're going to play 6. Format, dude, it's so great. So as a full breakdown, Victory Royales are worth 3 points. 2nd and 3rd place are worth 2 points. And 4th and 5th place are worth 1 point.
Yeah, and of course, if you get eliminations, which is my personal favorite part as a console controller player, I like to play a little aggressive. 8+ eliminations will get you 3 points. So if you like to play for elims, if you like to play aggressive, you get paid off here. Of course, if you hold the throne, if you get the most elims in any match, you get additional 2 points. I think that's why we see Bizzle and Demo currently in 1st place. We'll get that confirmation to see who's holding the throne right now, but I'm pretty sure it's Bizzle and Demo who always manage to slay up.
Dude, yeah, I mean, look at this. They're fighting for that current prize pool, and on top of that, don't forget those delicious club points, man. So if you, again, the clubs have been introduced with the Fall Skirmish, and at the end of the 6 weeks that is the Fall Skirmish, the club with the most points will also walk away with an additional $4 million. It's going to be distributed amongst that entire club. I mean, it's crazy. So not only are people competing for the prize pools, they're also competing for clubs. We also see it during the week. We've got the trials, ATK racing.
My heart still drops to the floor, and when you say $4 million, it's just amazing. Life-changing money. We saw hundreds of people take home a prize pool in the Summer Skirmish. Going to see it again in fall. But we'd love to know what you guys think about the prize pool, about the format, of course, about the gameplay most importantly. What are your thoughts on some of the meta changes? We dove into that a little bit, talking about, of course, the dismissal of the drum gun, the addition of the shockwave grenade, which we didn't see at PAX West, addition of the Porta Fortress, the addition of the grappler gun. A lot has changed since PAX West. Let us know your thoughts about the meta. Who has really benefited from the meta? We'd love to hear your thoughts using hashtag Fall Skirmish, especially that last question. Who has benefited the most from the recent meta changes? That's the question I'm going to pose to you guys. Would love to hear your thoughts.
I will now pose a question, and that is, how much do you love Fallout? Answer, a lot. Let me see that. So at Fallout, we love you a lot. At ZekeMisPrime sent us. I need to see a lot of that. Don't forget. But we were very shortly going to hop into game, which is right now. The Battle Bus is launching. So keep in mind, this is our 3rd game. We have 3 more games to cast.
Amazing.
What?
I love it. I absolutely love it.
I don't know if my heart could take it.
You and I both, as we're looking at Haunted Hills. Speaking of hearts, if your heart doesn't take it, you might end up here. So be careful. Haunted Hills.
I'll be one of these little tombstones.
Is there like an Easter egg? Is your name in the game somewhere?
No.
I would have loved if they put like double pump which, you know, of course, the double pump, the switch back and forth feature is in the graveyard. I would have loved if they put that on a grave. I'm just late. Pete, if you're watching, my friend. If
they put me in this game, I will cry.
My friend,
I would
you're about to have an emote, a Twitch emote.
That I'm not sure of. That Maybe. I'm not 100%
You deserve it. Absolutely. But as we said, guys, please use hashtag #FallSkirmish. Answer that question about the meta. Make sure to tag us so we can see what you're saying. We're checking our Twitter, and we're responding in between breaks at Fallout and at ZeekMissPrime. That's Fallout with 2 T's and ZeekMissPrime on Twitter, guys. Let's jump into the action here. Keep engaging. Let us know your thoughts. Yeah, I love it. We're jumping on board with Poach. I called them out as part of the Lucky Llamas. I haven't seen him go huge just yet. I want to see what Poach and his teammate, Not Vivid. Is he the winningest player in Skirmish history? I think.
Not Vivid, yes. I believe so. He's the most winningest.
The most winningest player.
The most winningest. Look at this. They land in containers. I like this landing.
Yeah, very smart drop. You get a lot of loot, a lot of mats. If you get to yourself, you're leaving there in a pretty good spot. There's also a vending machine. People don't prioritize vending machines as much as they should. And look at that, Ninja. Wait, knocked out Caillou, but then got knocked out by General. So that's what happened. Ninja is gone. Again, match number 3 here. Ninja gets taken out early.
Wow, that is a rough start there.
That blows my mind. I personally, especially in the early game of Fortnite, I consider Ninja to be a top 5 player. And, you know, it's an interesting conversation. Would love to hear people in the chat's thoughts. You know, I think not being at Summer Skirmish maybe set him behind a little bit. Of course, he's still unbelievable, the greatest entertainer of our generation. But as a top 5 pro player, I wonder if not being at Summer Skirmish hurt him a little bit. Of course, we'll see how he performs the rest of this. We still have 5 matches to go. 4 matches.
You know, it's a tough spot to be in. I guess the other thing to count for is, dude, we're putting basically some of the best competitors in the entire world in a lobby and saying, hey, fight it out. So
exactly, it's tough to do.
Yeah, you know, I don't even know that it's, you know, that it's not that he missed Summer Skirmish. I just think that there's just so much talent here that
that's a great point.
It's just anyone's game.
Speaking of which,
oh my gosh,
we're back,
NICKMERCS!
Don't worry, fam. We're back. Nick,
is this real life?
In Castle. Okay, order is restored, my friends. Nick
oh my gosh, suddenly everything in the world just seems much brighter and there's more color. Is this what I've been missing?
Flying across this is nuts. This is amazing. The stars are aligning.
NICKMERCS. Now here's the question: is Aiden here?
That's a great question.
I'm scared to find out.
See, Geomach and Tempo taking out Horrify and
Parallax. Aiden is actually down.
We just got the word. Aiden is out of this one. So once again, we said order is restored. Order is definitely restored. NICKMERCS has the opportunity here to regain his throne as the king of Tilted. Let's see what he can do here. General, who's performed really well in the early game, to take out Cypher.
And
so Ninja and Cypher both out again. This is the replay. Well played. It was all General all day.
Wow. And look, he had just gone down, and Ninja couldn't confirm that elimination. That was close. But look at this. Greasy Boy, Courage JD here. So is Hogman and Pupper.
Is it rude for me to call Courage a greasy boy? Like, I feel like that's derogatory.
That's what he calls it. He says be part of the Greasy Boys.
Right,
that's why I don't feel bad.
Okay, I feel better then, because I feel like I'm like calling him something. Greasy Boys, Snobby. We got the Snobby Boys. Shout out to Bay Soldier and Strugs and Snobby Boys. We got the Greasy Boys. I love it.
He is a Greasy Boy. I'm going to hit him up later and be like, yo, this is what Fallout said this about you. How do you feel about this?
That's why I asked first. I clarified. You know?
No, you're good. He calls himself a Greasy Boy.
All right, good. I feel a little bit better now. Speaking of greasy people, no, okay, I can't say that. Speaking of people that like to land greasy, Hogman and Pupper against Courage right now. A 2 versus 1. Typical gamer going on the wide flank. That's one thing that people do not prioritize enough, is wide angle flanks in this game. And 2 versus 1 numbers advantages. We see that a lot in other games and other titles, as finally they're going to miss their opportunity to take Courage in the 2v1.
Man, and Courage fell down there, took a bunch of damage. As you saw, he edited the floor. It was a half floor, so when he put it up, they were able to just kind of shoot over it because it wasn't a full floor. So that's kind of what happened. That's what you saw him drop down.
Exactly. Complexity, Pupper, and Hogman. We talked about them earlier. A lot of respect for these two pro players, as they are currently sitting up top of Burger Restaurant. The Durr Burger, which, by the way, the Durr Burger in PAX West, delicious.
Dude, it was so good.
I'm sorry, but the chicken sandwich was my favorite part, which technically a chicken sandwich is like a chicken burger sometimes. People say that, so it's still living up its name. Delicious stuff.
Those were so good.
Yeah, I want to go back there.
I actually did a really, a really silly review of a Durr Burger, and we played it at PAX.
You did I saw that actually on the big screen. You got to do a review. That's almost like the pizza review.
Kind of.
Oh, my God. One bite, you know the rules. Jeez. Everyone knows the rules. That's crazy.
There you go. That's if you've missed out on packs, you were missing out on a lot. There was a lot of things that happened. I also got my butt handed to me in mini golf. By Courage and dude,
you were horrible. What was that all about, man?
Oh God,
check out those. Are those videos on YouTube now? I hope they are.
I don't even want to talk about it.
Please.
Speaking of
Look
100,
this man Zeke at mini golf at PAX West, he was atrocious. I mean, literally like managed to go off course. I mean, if you're playing a regular game of golf, it's understandable because you can shank.
Yeah.
But in mini golf, how do you go off course?
Dude,
as often as you
I got obliterated.
Doesn't make any sense.
I'm not even gonna spoil it for you. Just go watch it yourself.
You
and
have to
tweet me about it later.
That was the best experiential anything I've ever seen. It was amazing. The Lazy Links experience, the whole Fortnite experience at PAX West. They rented out a parking lot across the street from my apartment, which is the most cool thing in the world.
Oh yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, that was awesome. And one of the best experiences I've ever seen in gaming. It was great. It was awesome.
Just wait for TwitchCon.
No way. Oh
it's gonna be baller. That's where it all ends. Don't forget.
I can't believe it. Hopefully more of the same and more of the better. At TwitchCon, we'll see.
We will. But check this out, man. Hogman and Pupper are taking shots. Pupper dropped.
He's hurt.
Super
Nick
low.
A30, former Summer Skirmish caster.
Yeah.
Awesome guy.
Dude.
YouTube streamer.
Nick A30, I'm going to say this, and I'm comfortable saying this. One of the nicest, I mean the nicest.
He's Canadian.
The nicest man I've ever met in my whole life. I'm talking the nicest.
The
no
nicest
one's
of your
nicer.
entire life?
In my entire life. He was so nice.
Like, how about your mom, your dad?
They're,
nice
they're not Nick A30.
Not
man.
Nick A30.
They're not Nick A30.
Wow.
True story.
Unbelievable. He is, yeah. So you could just tell, watching his streams, humble,
genuine,
kind, smart, intelligent, brings things down very well. Big shot to Nick A30. Let's see if he can play, though. Spaceline, his teammate going to take out Pupper. Well played for starters. And now Nick A30, some defensive building. He is one of the most analytical players. Now he's going to be going up against Saint to his right. I wonder, or sorry, Myth and Saints to their right. Two versus two fight.
Saint wasn't here. So Myth was by himself in Greasy, so Saint must have done. They must have split landing, yeah.
Saint's there behind him.
No, but I'm saying he wasn't there to start.
Oh,
so I think he just got here.
There. All right, here we go. Myth, look at the aggression. Myth is playing the high ground a little too high. He might lose his footing and take some fall damage. I know Myth loves himself some fall damage. Meanwhile, it's going to be Nick A30 trying to get some high ground. What an epic battle. Nick A30 versus Myth. Myth's going to get lower ground, going to turtle up a little bit towards the low side. Meanwhile, keep your eye on the bottom left of your screen. Chat picks up one if you're a Liquid Chat fan, but we got to watch this fight ensue. Myth and Saint playing aggressive here. You love the aggression from Myth, who also, speaking of great individuals, great players, and just positive people all around.
Yep.
I love watching his streams.
Myth is, so I've actually known Myth since he pretty much got started. He started streaming Paragon back in the day.
Amazing.
And I got to meet him, and then one day he just exploded, and he was just the guy. And I was like, dude, I remember when you played Paragon. And he was like, it's different now. It's like, yeah, I know.
Just a little bit. Oh, what is this?
It's the Porta Fortress.
As if he didn't have high ground enough, he's going to give himself even more high ground. I don't know why exactly. Maybe he just wanted to make sure that they couldn't knock the cover underneath him. Now Myth is going to be trying to get some high ground of his own.
You saw him, man. That was crazy. Yeah, so Porta Fortress, that's a fun new game. Item added to the game, rather. Oh, wow. Nick A30 cracks back with the SMG and takes down Myth.
And not only the SMG, the whole sequence right there from Nick A30, the quick edit to get the first shot on Myth, and then really caught Myth with his pants down right there and was able to capitalize. So well played from Nick A30. One of the best quick edit, clean edit players I've seen, and I have a chance to watch on YouTube. Big shot to Nick representing YouTube Gaming. On board with him right now.
When we cut to him, he had no AR ammo. He had like 3 rounds in his burst, and he only had enough slugs and SMG ammo.
Unbelievable.
So he did that with basically nothing.
That's amazing. And what they want to see here, we haven't seen a lot of it. I think these pro players can take a page out of some other titles and other books of competitive gaming titles. Take your 2 versus 1 advantages very smart. There's no reason that Spaceline goes down or Nick goes down here. It's a 1 versus 2. You have a numbers advantage. Play it wide, play it slow, and guarantee the dub and the kill right here. The victory over Saint Squad.
That's right. And now it looks like a 2v1, or rather it's a 1v1, right?
Nick A30 should be in the vicinity.
Is he down?
He may have bailed. Maybe they decided to let him. No,
okay, they're just down below.
They're a little bit hurt. So here, you know, they're a little bit tagged up.
Dude, in Fortnite, I've seen a lot of bases, but when you make basically like a sky fort and then you just drop a Porta Fortress on top of it, it's just
crazy.
like an amalgamation of fort stuff, and you're like, what is going on there?
I know it's kind of funny, it's kind of cool, but to be a little bit critical here, I think that's the same thing we were talking about last game. They use those Porta Fortresses early game when maybe they shouldn't. Like maybe they should hold on to that and use it towards the late game. Instead, they drop it, I think, a little bit unnecessary there. I don't know if a Porta Fortress, when you already had high ground, is the most mandatory thing to do, but now Saint Squad, look how well they're playing this. Using their high ground. Yes, they got a down, but nice job. That's textbook from Spaceline Nick A30. I'm okay with the down there.
There you go. ammo, and they just pick them back up. They secure an elimination, and now they can just be on their way, secure loot. Granted, Saint really only had 2 weapons, some ammo, some mats, but at least they're on their way. Look at this,
One elimination for him, coming from Tilted. So he's about to be fighting a 2 versus 2 against Merksman and KP5. And keep in mind, the rotation from NICK30 should be coming soon.
He's got a shockwave grenade. We talked about it, man. The new tools that are part of the game, they are game-changing, and I'm excited to see that he has one.
So look at this. The top right of your screen, this beautiful spectator mode client shows you someone is lurking from, I call it Shack Mountain right by Tilted. And then, of course, we are going to see the rotation from NICK30 and Spaceline. So Ghost, Demo, and Bizzle are also in the vicinity. So a clash of titans, perhaps. And let's see how Nick and Legion decide to play this. Nick is going to start taking some shots here. And did get the clarification from MFAM on Twitter, thank you guys for that Nick is playing on PC but with a controller. So he just started playing on PC recently. With a controller, of course.
He sticks to his guns, man.
He does.
I respect it. Nick is just an awesome dude. He's really funny. God, he's so
one of the funniest dudes. Yeah, one of the most unique personalities I know for sure. I met his dad at PAX West, and I told Nick, now everything makes sense. Like you as a whole, now I understand. And oh yeah, it was Nick's big shout out to Nick's dad, Nick's family. That was all out supporting. Of course, his little brother Stevie, and of course the entire M fam, the staff, Ginge, everyone else that supports Nick. He's just an awesome person, a great leader, and he's just contagious. Everything he does.
That's actually really cool because so when we were at the Pro-Am, I played like a really small role in like the whole thing, and I met his dad, and we kind of like talked for a little bit.
Kevin.
And then at PAX, he just like walked up to me. And he just like remembered. He's like, "Hey, you were that guy I met. It's Zeke, right?" And I was like,
What?
"Holy, how do you remember me?"
Yeah, I'm
a nobody. Yeah,
that's crazy.
They're just, I love their family, man.
Yeah,
they're so awesome.
Yeah, they're gonna. If you meet him, if you shake his hand, he'll remember you for sure. I had a similar but worse experience. You were in the pit interviewing players, interviewing Nick. At PAX West. But at PAX West, I started a couple of NICKMERCS chants. Any M fan that were there, remember. But I may or may not have started a Ghost Aiden chant just to kind of spice up the story a little bit. And Nick's dad, who is just as big as Nick, came up to me and shook my hand, and I thought my hand was going to break and said, "If you cheer for Ghost Aiden one more time," and you better believe that was the last Ghost Aiden chant I started, that's for sure.
Oh, they're wonderful people, but also unbelievably intimidating. No, Nick, not like this. Yep. He slid between the little cracks there.
Yeah.
And now Parallax takes him down.
Unfortunate. Legion has full shields, full health. Parallax and Kenneth are both weak. I think that could have been a Nick victory right there. That's really tough.
And now they're inside Shifty Shafts again, man. Like you talked about, the spectator mode, you can kind of see in the top right where other players are. Look at the little, those little like yellowy diamonds. They immediately snap in the direction the shots are coming from. They're like, what's going on out there? There's something happening.
King Richard picks up his first
Spaceline.
Spaceline, yeah. So NICK30 might be out as well. Not sure yet. Legion is going to get taken out. So Nick and Legion both down. Nick had one elimination, not enough for points just yet, but they did survive the Tilted fight, that's for sure. Jared FPS, a Mixer streamer representing the platform here. Also, I believe an Xbox console player. Big shout out to Jared, playing on controller and representing here. He was also at PAX West and competed.
Man, you see how far players are. So this is, I mean, how do you make it out of here, right? Like, you're trying to get out. You know there's players close by. There's someone painful was up on the top mountain there, and he's now making his way, trying to descend upon them. I mean, this is a tough spot to be in.
Yeah, and look at this. 3 elims. I'm not sure. Trying to find out what club Parallax and Kenneth are a part of. But 3 elims for them. I don't know if Kenneth has 1. If they do, that's 1 point for them. And Parallax is part of Dusty Dogs. So Dusty Dogs has showed up. I don't know what the standings are currently. We'll find out for everyone. But Dusty Dogs is playing well if you're a fan of the Dusty. Good performances so far.
Man, Fallout, check out this scoreboard. So Parallax with 3 eliminations.
Does
Kenneth
have 1?
There?
He has none. Not that we can see at least.
Nothing
maybe on page 2.
See. Okay, so
Nate Hill with 2. Ghost School with 2. General
1.
with 2. Spaceline and Nick A30. I only see 2 for Spaceline. Don't see Nick A30 up there, so I don't know if we've broken that 4 elimination threshold. If you don't know what we're talking about, the points format for this tournament is a combination of placement and eliminations. You have to get 4 eliminations to get a point, so it's not a point per elimination like some people have seen in past formats. It's just like PAX West, where you have to get at least a threshold of points. We're talking the highest level of gameplay here. Look at that quick grenade into an edit. Beautiful.
Oh, he takes a massive chunk of damage, though. Painful has gone down. Pookie Face and Tyler's are here, and Liquid Strafe is not that far away.
Look at Jared FPS just turtling up here. Gonna show us the love for the Mixer partner here. 38 is the number of his team. I think he doesn't have a teammate here. I don't see any other 38s on my screen, so I think Jared is by himself.
Don't either. He might be.
General gets his 3rd.
General, man, he's insane.
He took out Ninja and Cypher pretty much 1v2 in terms of elimination. I mean, wow, he is such a good player. Currently a free agent, I believe, not under an organization. So really excited to see where he lands, where his home is. A lot of great organizations entering the scene. VGJ, we got FlyQuest, who picked up some folks in September and August. A lot of great esports orgs entering the scene.
Look at this. 58 players still left alive. Fallout. These lobbies are insane. They're incredibly stacked. I mean, wow. This is going to get hectic incredibly quick.
Yes, sir. 58 people, like you said. Unbelievable. Courage, though, is not looking to be in a great spot.
Courage, I believe.
The Storm 2-1. He's going to be knocked. That's Courage down. Knocked by the Storm currently. Look at Envy Lenane. I believe the French-Canadian for Team Envy, representing the boys in blue. See what he can do here.
Now here's the thing, Courage JD's partner is very close by, but those are grenades ricocheting near the structure, bringing the whole thing down. So Courage just played themselves. So he's, I'm assuming, knocked by the Storm. And now Lenane, yeah, they're just like, Zate's like, I'm gonna pick up all that loot. Why not?
Yeah. And Lenane, I know, has great communication and always trying to improve every single game. A really strong individual player. He had a chance to compete at PAX West, and he really learned to be confident in his gameplay, never be scared to take a fight. I think that was a big learning for a lot of these players at PAX West. They all played so scared, so passive. Some of their first time playing on LAN. Not a lot of them came from other esports titles. Like I know Skatch came from another esports title, but not everyone did. So they learned for the first time. They learned the hard way in some cases, and Lenane wants to play with confidence here today. Now on top on board with Zoof, another key story here. Zoof representing Cloud9, coming from Chicago.
Look at this, man. We're going to start to fall into this little valley here. Now, here's the thing. We get the new safe zone. It's a little ways away. Not too far. Just about center, off center here. There's a lot of players. 52 left alive. KP5's got themselves a chug jug, so they're going to be okay. I mean, look at how spread out all these teams are.
Jeez. It's crazy. But now spread out, but now starting to gather towards that circle. I see, what, at least 8 teams in the circle already on a quick rotation. Yeah. So one thing I have noticed, talking about meta, is the difference in North America and Europe. North Americans seem to rotate a lot quicker. I think they learned the hard way at PAX West. Of course, Europe did not have a PAX West equivalent to compete in.
Right.
So they maybe have not learned that lesson yet. I don't know what the reasoning is. Ooh. I can't speculate. I can just analyze it. But I am seeing quick rotations, which is smart from North America. I think the importance of rotations cannot be understated. What that means for those at home that are maybe watching for the first time or new to competitive Fortnite is you want to rotate to the center of the next storm early. You guys all play Fortnite at home. You know all about this. When you get caught in the storm, when you get caught on the edges, you get caught in danger. So rotate early, get to center circle, and really set yourself up for success. Meanwhile, Envy Lenane, the French-Canadian, as mentioned, takes out a knock on one and gets the elimination.
That's right. Wiles goes down. Babe Jesus finds Brian. And again, man, we went from 52 to 42, so progress. But wow, there's still so many people. Look at this. The new safe zone is so far.
Jeez.
It's down south. A lot of players are very far away. Now, what's interesting is there's already players there, so they can kind of. Nate Hill is actually dead center of that circle right now. There he is, number 47 down low. He is dead center of where this new circle is going to be.
I think he's a solo man right now. I think his teammate is out, but that's what Nate Hill does so well. He's always in the right spot in the right time. One of the best positioning players we've seen, and one of the most consistent players we've had a chance to see. And look at this, already center circle is Nate Hill. And he's going to have himself a nice steel catacomb for defense. Beautiful, beautiful building. Quite the architect, isn't Nate Hill right now?
Yeah.
I know he's also a former soccer player. He's a very competitive person, has a good sports background, and also a great Fortnite player.
Also, just an awesome human being.
Exactly. And a pretty good-looking dude. Former model, I've heard.
He was doing some of that very recently. I mean, I could talk about him forever, I'll be honest. Just like I could talk about you forever. There's just so much to talk about.
A lot of great people. That's one thing I noticed. If you have not been to a live event yet for Fortnite, it was one of the most amazing things. I didn't know how awesome the Fortnite community is, like how much of a community it is. I thought these people were kind of individualistic. They all wanted to succeed on their own, but really it's a great community. Everyone's so cool in person, and the community feel at PAX West was unlike anything I've experienced coming from other titles and other communities as well.
Yeah, and on top of that, to piggyback, we actually,
by the way, double elimination here.
Oh,
big plays. Sorry about that.
Plays. Oh no, just to piggyback off that. I think another thing we really appreciated was that we got to hang out with a lot of these competitive players and just talk to them, right? Have conversations to figure out, you know, what they were excited about as far as Fortnite, what things they think we could change and whatnot. So we just got to have like a just genuine conversation, and that was just awesome to see. On top of that, so many of them just showed up for their fans. It was just an unbelievable event. So if you can make it out to an event like that, please just take time and do so. it's honestly one of the greatest experiences I've ever had in my whole life. So, but look at this, man. 34 players. We're now moving into the last few circles, and people are tunneling. So we saw it on the European scene, man. If you've got a Porta Fortress, you can literally consume everything around you, and you're in a good spot. We haven't seen anybody use Porta Fortresses here toward the end of the game. I'm kind of hoping someone has one.
Yeah. On board now with Liquid Chap. One thing I gotta say, this Team Liquid team has, squad organization has so much respect from their peers. Every pro player I talk to, and I ask them, hey, who are some of the best players? Who are the people you respect the most? They almost always say Poach, 72 hours. A lot of these Team Liquid individuals who are just so good have really redefined the meta. And meanwhile, United picked up two. Porter Riff gonna actually pick up Ghost Ghoul and I think his teammate. And 30 people left. The action's about to break down here. Let's check out Ghoul. They should take their time here. They want to be careful not to get.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I feel like I would have just stayed up high, man. Just bide as much time as you can, and if they decide to just dive down, fortify. That's smart. I'll give it to them. But it's like you're saying, dude, 30 players left. Look at the space that we're operating in right now. How does this space hold 30 players? All right, well now it's 29. Okay, my bad. Miscounted.
Yep. On board now with Liquid Chap still. What are your thoughts on the Team Liquid team? You've had a chance to watch them week in, week out.
Dude, they're unbelievable. They're, again, consistent players. I got to actually meet 72 Hours and Chap and a few of the other ones. Vivid as well, and honestly, they're just really down-to-earth people, and I'm a huge fan, I'll be honest. I love those guys. They play phenomenally, and they show exactly why they deserve to be here, man.
Yep, completely agreed. Look at Zate. Zate is another player outside of the Liquid squad. If it wasn't Liquid, it was Zate who gets a lot of respect from his peers, and you see why right now. Look at the great building. Zate, not sure where he comes from. I know English isn't his first language as well. Speaks some great English though, and he's gonna get taken out here. He gets shut down by Hogman of Complexity. Zate's gonna be tunneled here, and look at the high hill battle. It's gonna be a build-off. For the first time in Skirmish history, you might see them building to max height, because they're pretty high right now. Have you ever seen that before, where they build to max height?
No. Typically, people come down far before that. They're like,
seen it happen.
That's too high.
Yeah, if it does happen, I'll lose my mind. We see it happen all the time in playgrounds when you're practicing your building, but never in a skirmish before, that's for sure. As 72 Hours in Chap.
He's got a Porta Fortress. He's got one.
Massive. Here we go. We might see it.
72 Hours has one.
We might see it for the first time here. Chap and 72 Hours. Who is it? None other than the Liquid duo. Of course, I believe usually Poach and 72 Hours are the duo, so a slight change here. They know they are practiced for this, but maybe not super well practiced. We'll see.
Look at him. He's got it right there. So the Porta Fortress, there it goes down. He placed it. It's an instant gigantic metal fort. It's an instant build. It doesn't build up over time. And look at this. Players are going down left and right. 22 players fall out.
Unbelievable. Somehow, though, despite the Porta Fortress, it's going to be Ghost Snood, who has height advantage here. He is, I believe, at the highest point right now, I think. I didn't see anyone above him, and it's going to be a shield bone. No, look at this. Multiple layers. We've seen 3 layers, high, mid, and low. This is at least 4 or 5 layers of builds right now. A bunch of eliminations go through. 72 Hours picks up a double on the Envy Boys. Meanwhile, C9 Shivzy grabs one. Wildcat gets taken out by Lenane. I'm not sure if Lenane is still alive, but it is Ghost Snood who's sitting nice and comfortable here. I think the mid ground, I'm not sure where they are. It's an unbelievable end game right now, 14 alive.
Man, we've gone from 22 to 14. No, nothing, there's a change, but not a big enough change.
Yep. Poach is still up. Not sure if 72 Hours is up as well. Poach. Hogman. Also in high ground. In a pretty good position here to win this one. Let's check out their heals, though. Hogman has nothing for heals.
I mean, he's got 900 materials, though. 900 wood.
Poach did down one, knocked one, and then got eliminated. So I'm not sure if he picked up the elim or if the revive is coming through. Or the resurrect. Yeah, the revive.
Oh, gosh. You do not want to hear the sounds of rockets being fired. And I believe Hogman is going to build down and ramp, trying to just cover some distance here. What is going on? There's 13 players left alive. I mean, honestly, this circle is going to close very quickly, very soon. And people need to make decisions. They need to try and make some plays.
Yeah, well, check this out. EU Jack and Ashton of Fortnite. They're still alive. 13 players left. Both of them with good heals right now. Good HP, solid resource management as well. Looking to be in a pretty good position here against Corrosive Sen. And Animal, an absolute beast living up to the name. Porta Fortress is going to be placed, I believe, wasn't it?
Everything is happening so fast, it's hard to tell. It's gone from 12 to 10.
It's not. Tempo and Llamas in a good spot. The med kit's going to come through. I think we're coming down to a heal off. It's Tempo with 2 med kits. Llamas actually gave him the med kit and said, hey, this is all you, bud. Let's see if Tempo can outlast. I think he should be able to. The med kit's going to go off, and Tempo has another med kit. That should be a win. And just look at this. Right here, right now, Tempo to be in a pretty good spot. He comes out on top.
Wow.
Can you believe it? Tempo and Llamas of FaZe Clan. If you're a FaZe fan, well done from them. They come out with the first place victory royale.
Wow. I hope that we get to see that from a different perspective because that was absurd. We saw them. They literally built a small little spot for themselves, and as you saw, his teammate drops the med kit and says, look, this is all on you. They start the med kit. And that's enough to secure them to the victory royale.
Huge.
I mean, is that the third heal off we've seen today?
Third.
We saw
second or third, one of the two.
It was the third because the first 2 games of EU had heal offs that ended. So now we see the first one for NA. Oh my gosh, man.
Where's Cowboy when you need him?
Oh my gosh.
Heal offs, of course. Nice shot by Tempo. I had a chance to stand in line, that gracious line, for about 2 hours with Tempo at PAX West on Sunday for the qualifiers. He didn't qualify the first 2 nights, finally qualified the 3rd night, and of course is one of the best players in Fortnite, and awesome person. I mean, talk about nice people. It's kind of embarrassing. I didn't know who he was. So we're hanging out there, and after a while he goes, I'm Tempo. I'm like, oh, like Tempo Storm, the organization. What's your gamer tag? He goes, no, FaZe Tempo. I'm like, I never would have guessed. He was just such a humble person. And then same thing with Llamas. Met him shortly after. Big shout out to the FaZe Clan group, Seabass, Tempo, and Llamas, and they performed. They take a victory royale, first place finish, net themselves at least 3 points. Didn't see how many elims they had though, but Tempo, I think they're representing Fortnite. They're in a pretty good spot here.
They are. Take a look. Yeah, Fortnite's, man. This is a big list. So don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, all these players are not only competing for this prize pool, but also to earn points for their respective clubs. We'll take a look at some of the highlights coming in from this game. What game number is this, man? This is all one massive blur. Is this? No, this is game 3. This is game 3. Yeah. Okay. I know what I'm doing.
Look at this double. Ninja and Cypher. That's no easy task, all right? Ninja and Cypher saves his teammate's life. And I absolutely love this battle here. Look at the rift at their disposal. But before Pepper can get in the rift, Spaceline takes out one. I love this whole engagement. The way Nick A30 and Spaceline played that was near perfect. I'm not sure if they ended up with a point or not, but they're looking great.
Just so many awesome things. So many people showed up in here in game number 3. And, dude, we're only halfway through, so players are definitely warmed up. We're going to just see the play continue to improve over the next 3 games. I mean, so what do you think? I mean, is there something that you've maybe seen that you're, you know, unsure about, or maybe you're like, you know what, I don't know about that?
You know, I've seen a variety of really interesting things. So the fact that we saw Portal Fortresses at the end there was great.
Yes.
My biggest comment would be around meta changes and differences between, we talked about a little bit, but now that we have a chance to breathe, differences between the European scene and the North American scene, whereas we saw the Europeans very often hold utility. Medkits, bandages, mobility items. And we saw Porta Fortresses and Rift to Go's, a lot of different items used for mobility. The North American side, they seem to be use them a lot earlier on in their gameplay. So a big difference there. I think I see the North American teams being a little more aggressive, a little more in your face.
Yeah, for sure. We actually had those final moments coming in from that final game.
Wow.
So look, down there, right there. So we see Hogman trying to break through. Lenian is there as well. And I mean, they're just going with the heals, you know? They're doing what they know. And Shivzy as well had heals, but they were just bandages, so that was just not going to work out. And there you go. Tempo secures the win there with the heal off.
That double med kit always comes in favor. I think that was planned. I think Llamas maybe had a med kit, dropped it for Tempo, let him hold it, and he says, hey, I'm out, buddy. This is all you. Good luck. And his buddy Tempo was able to come up with the dub. The victory royale there. Really well played.
Yeah, man. I mean, we still have another game to play, which I'm super excited about. What about you guys at home? Don't forget to hit us with that hashtag #FallSkirmish. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know what team you're repping. What do you think about the format? What do you think about Fallout? He's incredible. I know. Just reiterating. I know we're here. We're here. Dude, there's just so much action. Again, we still have 3 games left to play.
And support your favorite clubs, most importantly. We're going to get you the immediate update on standings and points as soon as we get that. But most importantly, important storyline, if you're just tuning in, if you're not familiar with Fall Skirmish, get familiar real quick, because it is one of the most amazing formats. Teams and our players are actually formed into clubs. There's 5 different clubs. You can actually vote for your vote to actually enter a submission. Sorry, can't speak today. Enter a submission to be part of your favorite club if you'd like. And then of course clubs will accrue points throughout the entire fall skirmish. The winning clubs will actually take home a variety of $4 million of the $10 million prize pool, which is unbelievable. So let us know which club you're rooting for at home. Hashtag fall skirmish. Tag us on Twitter as well so we can see your comments and engage with some of you during the break. Always good to have some of that insight from you. And what's your favorite club? I want to know.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we kind of touched on it earlier, but we've been on Twitter all day talking with during the EU games and talking with players. We seriously want to know what you have to say. We will actually read it. I'm actually taking. I don't even want to open my phone because there's so much. And again, we appreciate all the love that you guys have, and
means
you
the
know,
absolute world.
It really does. Seriously, it's just so much fun to be here and to get to do this with you, man. And this is only week 1. There's 5 more weeks to this, and it ends at TwitchCon.
I'm so excited. And
oh
TwitchCon
my gosh,
alone,
I better see all of you at TwitchCon.
Yeah.
Every single one of you.
Yeah, we talked about during that last game. The Fortnite community is one of a kind. I mean, Fortnite is one of a kind, let alone the Fortnite community. At PAX West, it was awesome. Everyone got along so well. Such an awesome group of people that really come together, share a same passion, the same purpose. Yeah, I think TwitchCon's going to be the next big gathering of that.
I cannot wait. I'm so excited for that. And, you know, just all the changes we made for the fall skirmish, obviously the club thing, it's really cool to see that now it's more than just, hey, one person has walked with X amount. You know, it's like, no, an entire club has come together, and all together they all win. You know, it's you gotta love it.
Yep, that's amazing.
It is just a blast.
If you're just tuning in, coming into the North American series from Europe, because keep in mind, folks, this isn't just North America. We got the rest of we got all of Europe as well. Europe played this morning. Here's the standings as they stand coming into, once again, coming into the the second series. We'll get you guys updates as soon as we can. But 3 games ago, it was the Bush Bandits in first place from Europe. Big shout out to the Bush Bandits in Europe, representing with 530 points. The Dusty Dogs with 395 points in second place. The Fortnites in third place with 165 points. The Lucky Llamas with 45. And, of course, the Rift Raiders, a goose egg, 0 points over in Europe in week number 1. So we'll see if the Rift Raiders on the North American side can pick up some of the slack here. It's been an awesome storyline, and we'll keep you updated every step of the way.
That's right, and keep in mind, this is only the first week. Like I talked about, we got 5 more weeks, so these standings are going to change and fluctuate over the weeks to come as well. During the week when we've got the trials, guys, we are in for a ton of action over the next 6 weeks, and I cannot wait to be part of it with you and hear what you all have to say. But game number 4, here we go. Battle Bus is launched. I mean, so here's the thing. Let's talk about this. We've seen a few landings. We've seen, like, Nick now go back to Tilted Towers. You think Nick is going to remain, and you think he's going to go back to Tilted Towers? You think he's going to try and go greasy again? I think
we'll see him in Tilted. Worked out really well from the last game. I know Nick loves that spot. I really respect the fact that he went greasy. You know, a lot of people are probably blowing it up in the chat and on Twitter about it, but at the end of the day, he's playing to his strengths, and he's learning from his mistakes, which I think is the sign of a champion, and Nick is a champion in every sense of the word here. So I really respect that decision. But he's back in his home and native land. That's Tilted Towers. I believe he's going there. We'll find out as soon as we can here. But what a storyline that's been.
Ghost 8 in week 2 and he's down. Sofa is down. Yeah.
Where's Nick?
Where is Nick?
I see Legion. Okay? I don't know if Nick is down already. We'll let you know as soon as we can. But Legion is there. Legion's still up. Sofa weak. Aiden knocked. Interesting situation here to start things off. I still don't see Nick anywhere to be found here, so I believe Legion might be the only one up. We'll let you know as soon as we find out. What an interesting start here. And, of course, VGJ Painful representing Team VGJ, which is Jeremy Lin's esports organization, making an entry into Fortnite as well. Good, really good, cool stuff.
I actually didn't know that. That's pretty cool. And now look, Junk Junction. I'm Merksman KP Live. We've got TFUE and Monster here. Now, keep in mind, there is a rift very close by that they can utilize. But it looks like with the new circle, it's very close. It's not that far away at all, so they're really in no rush.
Yep, exactly. Board of TFUE right now, all the way at Junk Junction. That's the one thing about landing Junk, is more often than not, you're all the way across the circle in the storm, typically. So we did just get the update that NICKMERCS was eliminated off the drop, so Nick is out, all up to Legion here to try and go big. Myth is knocked by a pistol from Llamas.
Oh my goodness.
Myth out, Nick out. Some of our biggest streamers out of the count right now.
Now TFUE is doing everything he can here to try and take down his enemies. Now they've got 3 minutes before they have to move. Now Monster only has attack shotgun and the pistol. That's it. That's really not a lot to work with. There's some things, sure, but Even the mats are pretty low. You can build 10 things. That's not much.
Yep, that's for sure. Has to be really smart, really stingy with his builds. As I see Cease, Gangstar Cease is out as well, or at least knocked right now. So interesting stuff. Wildcat as well. Some of our biggest Twitch streamers are out right now. We see Nick and we see Myth both out.
But Ninja might still be alive.
That's true. The biggest Twitch streamer, of course.
Oh, that was a huge drop down. Dweefo. Oh, wow. Merksman takes him down. That was crazy. So that's going to be 2 eliminations heading their way. So, I mean, they're halfway to that first threshold.
Just saw Ninja got an elimination, so there you go.
Okay.
Ninja's finally showing some life here, playing with Cypher. That's been a key storyline. Is 3 games in. I don't think they have a point yet here so far, Zeke.
Yeah, so they got eliminated very early on in game number 3, which is the last game, and then I believe it was pretty much the same case the last few games. But if there's anything this series has taught us, it's not over until the final match.
Yeah.
It's not over till it's all over. So I have to keep in mind and keep updated with the standings.
Yeah, that's so true. I don't know if people realize, but there's really no difference. Game 1 and Game 6, you can get just as many points in Game 6 as you can in Game 1. So people always panic early on if the likes of Ninja, Cypher are not performing. But really, it does not matter if they perform in these final 3 games. This is game number 4, right?
Yes.
Time flies when you're having fun. I don't want it to end. I mean, this has been a dream come true.
It's weird to think about, but we've already casted 6 games, so this is now our 10th game of the day. That's crazy.
Unbelievable.
It honestly feels like this is like the second game. Like I don't even. Oh, look at that Rift. Aiden though.
Hey, we saw it. We saw it at Summer Skirmish at PAX West. Aiden chasing as a Rift chaser. He of course isn't a Rift Raider now. He is a, I believe he's a
Dusty Dog.
Dusty Dog. We'll find out for sure for y'all.
Yeah, Dusty Dog with the likes of Sofa.
Yep. He is a Dusty Dog.
He is. So now I believe is he by himself? Oh, this is the replay from the fight we just left.
Marksman. I'm sorry, Monster goes down, and look at this, Merksman with the double. Disgusting stuff from Merksman. Speaking of streamers, meanwhile, Ghost Aiden still hanging out over in Tilted, his favorite place in the whole wide world.
Dude, I think he's alone. I think his teammate might have gone down.
Sofa? Sofa revived him earlier.
I didn't see any other similar colors of his triangle in Tilted.
Meanwhile, I love this fight. Horrify versus 72 hours. 72 hours, of course, highly remarked by in high regards.
Margosi's down.
From his former peers. He takes out Morgaus already. 72 hours right now in a 1 versus 1 against Horrify. It was a 1 versus 2 just minutes ago. Can he do it? Can he win the 1 versus 2 here? If anyone can do it, it is 72 hours, who really evolved the pyramid meta as an offensive and defensive mechanism. He's going to outbuild. He goes for the edit. Doesn't get it just yet. And look how smart he's playing this. He's going to regain possession. Knows he's getting flanked. Look how smart 72 Hours is playing this. Textbook Fortnite from 72 Hours.
Oh, man, but there's other players here. There's also a team looking out over the hill there near the tunnel. And
he recognizes he doesn't have any bouncer pads, so he has to drop to mid-ground because if some way, somehow, a remote explosive comes through or any explodes, he's going to fall to his death. A smart play from 72 Hours to go mid-ground.
I don't know if you saw, but Pupper has knocked out Courage JD.
Whoa, all
Courage is down.
All righty. So
POTUS is down. Oh, no.
Did he call himself, or is that
That's what I called him.
That's what you call him.
That's what I just called him.
That's what I just called him. Beautiful. Or Greasy Boy, one of the two.
Either one.
Yeah, good times.
Dude, 72 Hours literally has 12 slugs, 1 AR bullet, and 6 grenades. He gets tagged there down to 23
and I just saw Poach is, I think Poach is not his teammate, actually. I take that back. It's Chaps, I think. And it looks like Chaps is out.
Yeah, it's Chap. Yep.
And that's going to be it. 72 Hours gets taken out. So a valiant effort, but it is the 100 Thieves crew. Kenneth and Parallax come out on top. Poach still alive, though, representing Team Liquid if you're a Liquid fan.
There's still someone else here, though. If you're looking at the top right, again, this is our new Spectator client. They were debuting here for the Fall Skirmish. We have more information to show, so you can always see what other players are around.
Yeah.
So like, for example, hopping over to Hogman, you can see there's a little pink diamond up there, and then you can see, actually, that's his teammate, but moving away in the top right, you see the other duo there. And that's Spaceline and Nick A30.
Leaving Greasy again. So I wasn't sure who took out Courage. Was it over in Greasy? Was it one of these 4?
Pupper.
It was Pupper. There you go. All right, so these 3 teams have landed Greasy every single time. We got 1 lucky Llama in Courage and Typical Gamer. And then, of course, we have Hogman.
Rush just shotgunned Nate Hill.
Oh, my goodness.
Ghost Aiden is still here alive. Tendon's
alone,
super low. Yeah, he is. I mean, look at this, though. Both of these teams down below looking to clash, and Ghost Aiden wants a piece of it.
He needs to play smart, though, because he's a lot of 1v2s, so he's a great solos player. It's first time watching him on display in duos. Let's see how he fights his 1v2s. I don't know if he's a big solo squads type of guy, but that experience, that practice certainly helps. Aiden putting a couple good shots in to start here. Look at the building here on controller and building and editing like he's on PC, especially with the recent patch from Epic where the build time was decreased, or the edit time, sorry, for controller players. Really awesome to see.
Yeah, it's like
0.1 seconds now.
Yeah, wasn't it 0.25 and it went down to 0.15?
Yep, for Builder Pro settings. Of course, it depends what settings you plan. If you're a Builder Pro, you get 0.1 edit. Look at this. Look at this. Ghost Aiden, laser focus here. Hit some good initial shots, but now has no shields, low shields to work with.
And now, I mean, just like you talked about, he's building like crazy. Look, he's only got 3 builds left. 27 metal means he can only build 2 more things.
And he knows it, so that's why he's going to go low side. So smart. Such a great position-based player. That's why he goes low side. That's why he decides to turtle up a little bit, because he can't afford to get caught in a build battle. Only 2 builds left. He sees a nice, is that a tree you can get? Nope, not a tree there. That tree's already been hit. So Aiden just going to back out and reset. Smart decision to disengage right there.
Yeah, man, I think that's the right play, right? You just let these 2 teams continue to duke it out. You live to be eliminated another day. Hashtag at Nick30.
That's like, I don't know how I feel about that. Nick 830 is a great guy, but that's like the half glass empty approach, you know? I'm more of an optimist.
What would you say? What are the opposite then?
You live to fight another day. You live to battle. You live to dominate.
How about you live to build another day?
Perfect.
Boom! Fortnite, baby.
He just dabbed, by the way, everybody. we got Zeke dabbing in the house here because I'm not gonna lie, he deserves that dab. You live to build a Fortnite, baby. You live to build another day. I love that. That's
so it's either the sad side is live to be eliminated another day, and the fun side is live to build another day. And there it is.
Boom, nailed it. All right,
nailed it.
Hezzy against Nibs, who we saw with a good performance in game number 3. Let's see what he can do here, Hezzy.
And I mean, look at that. You see how quickly he was editing up there through that Porta Fortress. Again, we talked about it, man. The moment the Porta Fortress goes up, you have edit rights to that entire structure. Yep. It's a mega structure. It's crazy. It's so
amazing.
Good.
And, you know, interesting story about Hezzy is true story. He was in the middle of competing at PAX West. I'm not sure if you heard about this, Zeke. And he got appendicitis.
What?
Yeah,
what?
100% true story. He got appendicitis halfway through PAX West, had to get rushed to the hospital, and played a qualifier with appendicitis before finally saying, okay, I gotta stop.
Oh my gosh!
I can't play anymore.
Hezzy.
I met him there. He looked sick to his stomach, rightfully so. He had appendicitis. Yeah, it's unbelievable. Hezzy is the Michael Jordan of Fortnite. Apparently, he's playing under illnesses. He's also from Chicago. Yeah.
If I ever meet you, Hezzy, I'm gonna give you the biggest hug you've ever had in your entire freaking life. I'm gonna give you a hug you'll never forget about.
If I have a cold, or a paper cut, I'm freaking out, and I'm not able to play Fortnite as good as I can. And this man had appendicitis, and he's playing.
And qualified? Oh my!
I don't know if he qualified. I think he ultimately had to get pulled out because he had appendicitis.
Oh my gosh! I'm gonna meet you someday, Hezzy, and I'm gonna hug you.
Crazy stuff. So if you're a fan of the underdog or the appendicitis story, root on for Hezzy. Hezzy, of course, this time around. It's really awesome that Epic gave him an invite back into this because I don't think he had a chance to compete or continue competing. So awesome that he has a chance to put his skill on display. A great individual. Big shout to Hezzy. Free agent as well. Trying to find out what team he's on. We'll let you know as soon as we find out.
Man, but look at this. Still 63 players left, and this is a small replay coming in from Envy Lanane. This wasn't too long ago. Okay, so he hops down, and there was a player there. Oh, look at that, the grappler. You know, man, we haven't seen enough of the grappler. I need to see more of the grappler stat.
And we called it out. We said we're going to see more grappler in North America. They're going to play with confidence, and we've seen none of that. So I want to see some grappler play. We saw, I take that back. We saw more Ghosts trying to make it happen against Aiden. He got punished.
If that was anyone else, he would have 100% got that elimination. Yeah, Aiden's against the likes of Aiden. That's a tough, that's a tall order there.
Yeah, and actually we haven't talked a lot about the pairings here, but I love this Lanane and Zate duo. Zate, great player individually. Lanane, talk about a story in himself, representing Team Envy. I like the fact that they're coming together. Cross-org, we got Energy and Envy, I believe, playing together in this one. Great to see. And look at the scoreboard here. 4 eliminations for Brush.
That is absurd. Who is his teammate right now?
Yeah, Colton.
Let me see. Let me take. Can you still?
It's all you. Yeah, of course. Colton. Just give me a little one of these, and I know to fill. Colton is of Space Station Gaming, of course, in 4th place of the current standings of this game, at least in elimination. So big shout out to Space Station Gaming and Colton. On board with Heart now. We saw make a hero play a couple games ago. Oh,
Ninja is still here. El Jefe with 2 eliminations. But is Cypher PK here?
I don't think so.
I believe.
No.
Oh,
yes,
he is.
There we go. All right.
Okay. Everything's good.
We got ourselves a nice little game here. Ninja with the med kit. He's going to be healed up. Cypher PK is going to have to hold down the likes of Turkey Lips and Exes.
Oh, gosh.
Boys. Let's see what he can do here.
Not Turkey Lips. No, he's so strong.
A big shot to Turkey Lips. Such an awesome community member as well. Go School against Hey, I'm Hart in this one. Big fight as well.
I loved seeing Hart play during the Summer Skirmish series, so I'm excited that he's back. It's going to be super great to see his performance over the next few weeks. Yeah,
couldn't agree more with that one. Go School so hurt right now. Saf, look at the Saf plays with the grappler. He said he wanted a grappler play. Zeke, you're going to get it. Nice job by Saf right there. Gets his high ground. Let's see if it's going to matter. Let's see if it keeps him alive, because Ghost is in a world of hurt right now. Saf pulls off the kill, elimination, a knock, I believe, sorry, on Double O Flower. And look at the plays from Saf. Can he get the double? No, he gets knocked by Ham Hart. Look at Ham Hart under duress, knocks one, and lives to fight with 4 HP against Saf.
Oh, what? He dropped down, Kenny. Oh, his teammate wasn't quick enough.
Wow. What plays from Hart. Wow. And I believe, is he the same one against United, or was it Ghost where he got the double elimination a couple games ago? Hart with just a phenomenal performance here in the fall skirmish, week number 1. And he gets a med kit.
He's got a med kit.
Wow. I mean, if I'm Saf, though, I'm playing with aggression here, because Ghoul should be saying, hey, I had a med kit. He's probably using it right now. I don't know if the comms are coming through. Interesting stuff.
Looks like they're just waiting. Look, so over there you can see Punisher, Nibs, Hesse, and Reverse 2K. B-Sox is up top, while his teammate Cuddy is down low. We saw them win. Was it game number 1? No, game number 2 they won.
And paired his palms.
Yep.
Meanwhile, I'm not sure what's going on Ninja and Cypher PK. I think they're still up and kicking. They're representing Bush Bandits, the number 1 team coming into this one from Europe. Our club, sorry. Bush Bandits is. Meanwhile, replays knocks United's Dimes. Brush, who had 4 eliminations, our leader in this game, still up and looking to make some more noise. I love how B-Sox always has high ground no matter what he's doing.
Yeah.
Ninja and Cypher.
They are still very much alive. I believe. Yeah, they're right there. You can see them. They were by the tree line there. They're still alive and kicking. There he is.
And look at that. 2 eliminations for Ninja. Great performance from him.
Now you got to wonder, does Cypher PK have eliminations? Because don't forget, at 4 eliminations you get 1 point, at 6 you get 2, and at 8 they get 3.
Yep, so 4, 6, 8 really are the thresholds you want to break to get a point. Look at that, you see the format on your screen right there. On call. Meanwhile, Brush pushing up. Speaking of eliminations, he has 4 himself. Ninja with 2, and Ninja lives to fight another day. 57 people still alive here, so we'll see what they can do as Turkey Lips and Exes decided not to engage with Ninja and Cypher. Probably a smart decision.
And so Brush and Sace are together, and Brush is actually a Fortnite. So if you guys are cheering on as a Fortnite, or that's the team that you support, Brush is looking to make some comebacks here, as well as add points to your team.
Yeah, and as we have a second to breathe here, of course, as I say that, looks like some action's going to break down. Jared FPS.
Grenader Jake, no!
I feel like every time we're talking about Grenader Jake, I feel horrible. He's getting eliminated. I'm sorry, Grenader Jake. I'm bored with Jared FPS now. He's going to be chilling right now in this scenario.
I love Jake. I had the pleasure of casting with him during the day at PAX, and he's just a super nice dude.
That's awesome.
I just realized I casted with like so many people during the day.
It's amazing.
What has this journey been? Yeah. Oh my God.
You deserve it, my friend.
Sometimes I just don't stop to think about things. We just move so fast.
I literally couldn't sleep last night. I was so excited. I think I haven't been in this type of situation since I was a kid before Christmas. It was amazing.
I had the reverse effect. I laid down in my bed,
fell down. Oh my goodness. It is an absolute honor. You have no idea how much it means to be here. Meanwhile, big fight. Turkey Lips versus Cypher. The fight we called out earlier is finally going to break down. Turkey Lips is going to get tagged up. Nice shot by Cypher. Ninja's coming in, I believe, as well. Should be rotating soon. I think Ninja's still in the fight here somewhere. Turkey Lips in a world of hurt now, as Ninja's actually going to get shotgunned by Exis, so Ninja gets taken out. And Cypher's going to be the only one alive for that team. Representing Bush Bandits.
And Sace, though, they heard these shots. Look, Turkey Lips is literally 1 grid space over and 1 grid space up. And now look, there's Cypher.
Oh, no! No, friendly fire. All right,
they were friendly.
Good.
It's okay.
I thought some dangerous things were gonna happen to him.
I was gonna be like, that's impressive if that was like a him by himself type thing.
Yeah,
yeah. Or if someone else fired through the window.
Through the window instead, that'd been ridiculous.
That would've been nuts. But look, Sace is down, so now Brush has to get him back up.
It looks like he should be able to do here.
He's getting the revive.
Loves dropping, Fatal Field, Dusty Divot, and Salty Spring. So Sice likes to drop towards center of the map from what we've noticed in conversations. Let's see what happens here. Turkey Lips still alive. Look at Turkey Lips back to nice position for HP. And Sice going to be able to heal up here.
Looking at the kill feed. Poach takes down Kenneth. Hart takes down Parallax. I saw that Symphony and Punisher are down as well. We saw them get eliminated earlier on in that kill feed.
This interesting fight. Cypher on a 1v1v2 is the current situation for Cypher PK.
Oh god,
it's Jay Cuddy, and B, I think that's B as well is going to be rotating through. So more fuel is added to the fire here. A gold grenade launcher with 18 rockets. Expect some great GLs from Cypher. He's going to let him rip here. Smart play, Cypher alongside Nick A30, one of the most intelligent players in Fortnite. You love to watch his stream because you learn a lot, that's for sure. Let's see what he can do here.
Zay takes down Brush. Zoof takes down Hogman. Cuddy eliminates Brush. Zoof eliminates Hogman. Oh my goodness. Leopard takes down Hamhart. I mean, now that we're forcing players together here in one of the final few circles, I mean, the action is definitely heating up and players are going to have to fight each other now.
Exactly.
Let's take a look. We got 35 players.
Left, so you know.
Wow. I don't know how we do this every time, but people stay alive for so long.
Yep. And look at Cypher. Such a Cypher move to have 999 metal, 519 wood, in a good position with resources and mats. You let him rip. Not able to connect just yet. But those gold grenade launchers do so much damage to cover. You expect him to go big. Let's see right now on screen. You see Brush with 4 limbs.
Eliminations. Yeah, so Brush had
Ninja
4.
had 2. I don't see Cypher on there though. So Cypher has 1. So Cypher needs 1 elimination. You guarantee that Ninja is telling him, hey, play this slow. Try in third party 1 elim. We'll get a point there. We'll be in a much better spot. Cypher's gonna do it. Actually, nope. Sorry, he just got 1. Dang. I thought that was his second. That was actually his first. That he had 1 down. So well done by Cypher to pick up the first at least.
And now, I mean, look at the new safe zone fallout. It's north. They have to go so far.
Yeah. And
oh, Cuddy's down, but it's a B-Sox is down?
B-Sox, Cuddy's down.
Cuddy's down, and the B-Sox is getting him up. There you go.
Exactly.
There
and
it is.
Cypher actually, I think I saw him drop his gold grenade launcher. He ran out of rockets, so I'm not sure if he's going to leave that in the ground or hold it just in case he picks up some more rockets. We'll find out soon. Meanwhile, Jared FPS, no heals, no mobility, all damage. So interesting loadout for Jared FPS right now. Maybe his teammate Yellow is playing more of a support role. That's something that we love in duos compared to solos, is the introduction of roles and role players. Let's see what's going to happen here.
Man, dude. 30 seconds. They need to start moving into this new safe zone. We're going to see players start to scramble.
Yep.
And, I mean, we're going to start seeing eliminations come out. Cypher's still alive.
Cypher PK, former teammate of Nick's. We know what he can do. And he's such a smart player, putting himself in a good spot, catacombing up. We see TFUE do this very often, where he puts himself in a nice 4x4 catacomb and posts up. Cypher's gonna do the same exact thing. Smart plays from him. Meanwhile, Zoof gonna jump on board with him from Chicago, representing Cloud9. He loves to, he has a great ability to track and follow his teammates in fights. That's one thing, if you've probably played squads or duos, you know it's easy to lose track of your teammates. Zook is very, very good at that. One thing he thinks he can do a little bit better is rotations. He feels like he can make better calls in rotations. He's, of course, working on that. Big shot to Zoof. And I'm excited to see what he can do right now. He currently has 2, not sure how many eliminations. We'll let you know as soon as we find out.
There's still so much happening. Now we're down to 24 players, 30 seconds, and then the storm will start to move.
Jeez.
This new safe zone has shifted back inside Dusty.
And look at Bizzle's reactions. Zoof puts 1 tag in him, and immediately Bizzle shoots and starts firing in within a millisecond. That's how good Bizzle is, how fast the reactions he has. Ghost Gaming and Bizzle, known to be some of the best individual mechanical players in the game.
Oh God, you hear that rocket launcher? You know what I want to see? I want to see him open up that wall, Zoof, and then start grappling. Just start grappling aggressively and just shifting where he is.
Yep. I want to keep a close eye on Cypher PK. Perfect. It's almost like the production team heard me. Gonna jump on board with him. He's gonna drop a little bit here. Want to see him hold his high ground. Play patient. He needs 1 more elim. Finds Bizzle, but Bizzle is tough to eliminate. As Cypher gonna get flanked here. Needs to watch his back though. Bizzle could tag him up from behind. He's not going to. Cypher gets the high ground. Good positioning from Cypher. Good patience from Cypher as well. One of the best at that as well. As he's gonna be able to maintain high ground here. He's the only person alive who's holding high ground. That goes to show how good he is.
Oh man, he was really stressing me out there with those builds and the building up and then building down with the ramps.
Great mechanics though.
Yeah, it's very hard to do that.
And he just has to stay patient here, Zeke. He has high ground. Eventually, he's going to find a knock. Eventually, he will. It's going to open up. Stay patient. Find a knock on any of these little ants that are crawling underneath you. And one of them is in the form of Merksman. He's looking at Zate. He's looking at a lot of these open opportunities. And Cypher should be able to grab one. If you're a Ninja fan, if you're a Cypher fan, let's hear it in the chat right now. Let's hear it on Twitter using hashtag #FallSkirmish for a Bush Bandits. They were in first place coming into this one, and Cypher is looking to secure that first place finish for Bush Bandits.
With 17 players left, Fallout. We are now shifting yet again. We're going south this time. So again, Cypher is just looking for an additional elimination. One more elimination would put him and Ninja at 1 point, which would be huge coming out of this game. And if he can just survive to the top 5, he'll get another point.
Oh my gosh, both huge opportunities for them. They need your energy. Cypher has a huge task, a mountain to climb ahead of him. Alone in this one, he's still alive. Jared FPS gonna get taken out. Someone plays themselves, so no elimination picked up there. And Cypher still has high control. Look at high distortion. Very tagged up. He's going to start bandaging up as well. Cypher staying patient. Look how patient he is here. So many players would have dropped and tried to chase an elimination. So many players. Not Cypher.
Not Cypher. I mean, that's right, man. He's just waiting. He's literally waiting for one player to make a single misstep. He's going to take advantage of that. But what's really scary is how many players, how many names we see still within this circle. You've got the likes of Animal, High Distortion, Merksman, Zayt. I mean, there's so many terrifying names here.
Yeah, and look at his mats too. Cypher's very cautious. He dropped to the low side, so he got rid of the steal that he had. Bizzle with the flank. Nice shots from Bizzle. The fact that Bizzle's still alive, given his positioning, and a Porta Fortress is going to be placed here. Look at this, he's stuck. He's trying to chop his way out of it. He's going to do exactly that. Ghost Bizzle somehow manages to survive, but it's going to be so hard for him to get through. He does. He gets an elimination. Ghost Bizzle does it again.
Unbelievable. He finds Maiden. Vapor Teaser checked out early there. Down to 8 players. Animal down below, you see, and above there's a player. I mean, this is coming down to the wire here in game number 4.
Is Cypher still alive? 8 people left. If he is still alive, he has a perfect opportunity to get a placement here. Still hasn't picked up on a limb yet. Goes Bizzle with 3. Needs one more to secure the 4th. I'm not sure if his teammate had any. That's Demo.
Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna lie, Fallout. This is really intense.
Yeah, look at his mats here. He's gonna go out. He's gonna go out and he actually uses the bounce pad.
He finds Cypher!
And he's gonna get high ground. Ghost Bizzle takes the high ground. Can he get the elim? No, not just yet. Ghost Bizzle, some way, somehow, only has minis though. I think if I'm Ghost Bizzle, I gotta play down. I gotta play for this. He knows it. He's gonna edit. He drops. Not enough time. He's gonna get taken out here. Ghost Bizzle, a valiant effort.
Oh, he almost was able to. No, he shot him.
He got the 4th and the 5th, I believe. Oh my goodness. The FPS gets the victory royale. Congratulations to him. Oh. But the story is Ghost Bizzle. Who does that? Builds out into the storm, places a bounce pad, and immediately bounce pads back into the tiny shrinking storm, picks up an elimination, gets a 2nd, ends up with 5 elims and a top 3 finish. Unbelievable performance from Ghost Bizzle.
And you heard it. Someone used a shockwave grenade. They tried to launch Bizzle away, and before he was launched, he finds the elimination with a double barrel. That was absolutely insane coming out of game number 4. Wow. Oh, wow.
I agree wholeheartedly with that sentiment. Yeah.
Unbelievable. I don't even know what to say. There's, how do we figure out what to say after that? That game was nuts. I feel like we just have to go to replays and highlights. I mean,
replay, drop it to super slow-mo or something.
I know.
That was amazing. That was one of the best finishes I've seen yet, to be honest with you, in that performance. Ghost Bizzle of Team Fortnite with a huge play. Let's check out the replay from the entire game. And of course, we'll get to that final victory royale from the FPS and CLG. Of course, the FPS, I believe, is representing Lucky Llamas. So a first place victory royale for Lucky Llamas here, trying to work their way back into this one.
I mean,
look at this, Heart.
Well, yeah, Heart's amazing, but dude, I mean, after these 4 games, it's just like the action continues to get better and better.
Yep. Huge play right there from Cypher.
Dude, shoutouts to Cypher. He put in so much work.
Yeah.
It's just hard to
I don't know if they got top 4. Is top 4 a point, I believe? I don't know if they got top 4. I'll let you know ASAP. Top 4 is a point.
Know.
4th and 5th place is a point. I believe they did get top 4.
All right, I'm going to watch the kill feed here. You watch the game. Yeah. So, okay, well, they're gone.
That's how fast it happened. You blink and it's gone.
Okay, well, we'll have hopefully some highlights coming in from those final moments. But, dude, that was just a crazy game. Again, shout-outs to Cypher BK by himself. Puts in a lot of work, maintains high ground for a really long time. I don't know if he manages to lock down an additional elimination there. Dude, where do we even begin? I'll let you take the floor on this. You start us off. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, a variety of storylines coming out of that one. First off, Ninja and Cypher talk about when their backs are against the wall, their ability to bounce back. Ninja takes out 2 eliminations before getting eliminated, and then Cypher, great performance from him. We can't understate that. And of course, Ghost Bizzle and that ending right there, an unbelievable display of individual skill from the worst situation to literally the best situation. He had high ground. He got top 2, maybe top 3, picked up 2 elims along the way. I mean, it's one thing to do that and go for placement and sacrifice eliminations, but he did both. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Time in and time out, Ghost Bizzle continues to perform and impress, and in my opinion, he is a top player in this game.
Absolutely. I mean, we've talked a lot about him earlier. We were kind of talking about the clubs before we kind of started the broadcast yesterday, and again, dude, these clubs, all these players competing are just out of their minds. I mean, Bizzle is a Fortnite.
Yeah, that's when I was debating between Fortnites and Lucky Llamas for my submission.
Yeah.
I went with Lucky Llamas, but maybe I should have gone for Fortnites.
Fortnite
Fallout has a nice ring to it. That was your idea.
Fortnite Fallout, there you go.
Can I change my submission? Is it too?
I'll let you take that up with Arctic. How about that?
Please, Kale, have some mercy. No, I'm just playing. I'm just kidding. Big shot,
dude. So, man, we'll have standings in a little bit, but I mean, how do we even begin to break down that game? There was so much that happened across the entire board as far as teams, players being eliminated, final moments of the game.
One thing.
So much.
One thing I will say is, I keep going back to your point. I think you made a brilliant one over on the European broadcast earlier. Again, late game, the shockwave grenade, we heard it at the very end for a little bit, but I don't think it was very effective. I don't know, we missed it. I'm not sure what happened there, but generally speaking, mobility items, late game utility, non-existent in the North American side. We saw it very often on the European side, but we didn't see the use of a shockwave or a porta fortress too heavily, at least in the late game. Even a grappler we didn't see used in the late game yet. These last 2 games, I really want to see increased usage of those mobility and utility weapons.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great point. Grapplers can get you around very fast, and we've seen some players, when they use them, it's like, whoa, that was actually dope and really intuitive. The fact that you, like, grapple over their heads, you come flying out, or you can use it. We saw, like, one person literally grapple down to their teammate in an instant they were there. I'm shocked. I'm surprised that NA is not really utilizing these tools. I'm not sure what it is. Granted, we haven't had these tools for a long, right? We had the Porta Fortress come in not that long ago. Yeah, something like that. The grappler's only been around for like, what, a week or so? I mean, there's all these tools that we're still discovering and learning how to use and how to use them creatively, right? So
exactly.
Hopefully some of that continues to develop over the weeks, because I need to see more grappler play.
Yeah, and that's a big conversation. We asked you earlier to use #FallSkirmish and tweet at us with your thoughts on the meta and where it's headed. One big thought and one man, that's Poach. I had a chance to talk to him about his thoughts on the meta game, and he sees it evolving the same way we've been talking about. Metagame evolving to mobility, being very mobility focused. Not only just mobility in terms of movement in a fight, but a lot of an ability to just completely bail fights and basically just escape. The opportunity to disengage has never been higher right now. And I think it's exciting to see. The metagame about a month ago at PAX West was very in-your-face spray heavy because the drum gun and a lot of these other weapons. It's really changed to be more about intelligence, backing out of fights, disengaging in fights. But what are your thoughts? Use #FallSkirmish. Tweet at us, Fallout with 2 T's. Of course, ZKMS Prime. Let us know your thoughts on the metagame, and we'd love to hear that. Of course, when we have a chance to take a break and check out our Twitter feeds, we'd love to see some of that info.
I didn't even think about that. I had to check my phone. Dude, that's a great point, though. The fact that we vaulted the drum gun, that was a huge. That made waves.
That came out of nowhere too. I mean, I was not expecting. That goes to show Epic is always listening. And I know you work for Epic Games, you're representing, so you can't brag on your end. But I gotta say, much respect to the fact that always listening to their community, always making changes and updating. And I didn't realize how much is done behind the scenes, so much. And it's really been a couple brilliant changes to the metagame for Fortnite.
Yeah, man, absolutely. We've already seen the way it's affected gameplay. I feel like people aren't, with the drum gun, people could be hyper-aggressive. There was just, as long as I'm moving in this direction and I'm holding the fire button, eventually, doesn't matter what you build, I'm going to get there. And now we're not seeing that. Now we're seeing players play a lot more methodically and make, I'd honestly say, more educated guesses, right? People are just like, okay, this guy's kind of in this situation. These are the tools I have. What can I do here? Versus like, I've got the drum gun. Let me walk through this wall, right?
Yeah, let me walk through this wall.
So it's cool. I love seeing how the meta has evolved. I just hope that it continues to evolve, and I want to see more grapple plays. I'm not going to stop saying that. I need to see grappler plays. I literally, if one of the FaZe guys doesn't grapple over someone 360 no-scope and headshot them, I'm going to be upset. I'm just saying. After the 6 weeks.
Is that a disappointed Fall Skirmish ending if you don't see that happen?
So over the 6 weeks.
Are you going to take your flight home tonight and be upset?
No, I mean, if it happens at the end of 6 weeks, like,
Okay,
I'm going to be
over
upset.
6 weeks. You're saying?
Yeah, you got 6
I thought
weeks.
you meant, like the next 3 games. I'm like, that's tough
all right. That's a tall order.
We do have phase replay. We got a couple phase guys.
Yeah, I won't do that. That would be mean.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, the grappler would be awesome to use. I think we seriously need to see more of the shockwave grenade. We actually have Ghost Bizzle clips.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
I'm so
let's
excited.
take a look at these,
Buckle down,
man.
friends. Check this out. Ghost Bizzle. Let's break it down for you. How did the fact that he survived this? I forgot about this part. He breaks his way, takes out one, and manages to survive someone who is wall blocking him, which is so hard to do, and then uses the out of storm bounce pad to get right back in the fight, takes out one, steals that elimination, turns and gets the double elimination, I believe, which is the 5th elimination. Yes, he does. Ghost Bizzle. You are out of your mind. You are redefining Fortnite. You are showing us what high-skill Fortnite, mechanical Fortnite is. Thank you for putting on a show. And, I mean, what a beautiful play that was.
What's interesting, too, is he actually did not even have the bouncers. When he eliminated the player in front of him, he got the bouncers.
And he immediately knew.
And Snap Decision said, we bouncing in a storm. Here we go. I mean, again, Ghost Bizzle, you impressive. Unbelievable. Stay beautiful. I mean, yeah, I mean, what do you guys at home think? Hit us with that hashtag, Fall Skirmish. I mean, the action has been insane. It feels nonstop. This has been one big blur. We still have 2 games left to play.
Absolutely crazy.
Oh
I'm so excited.
Can
this never end? Like, is this my dream?
That's it. We're just gonna keep going
on stream. Can we do the alpha pose again? If you guys were here for the alpha pose, shout out to you. You've been here for a while. You've been watching all day. I respect that. Craziness. This game. Oh, he's still holding it. I'm
a goon, dude. I'm a goon.
I love it. It's been an unbelievable day. This is one of the best, I mean, absolute best casting experiences I've ever had. The display of skill, and not only that, the display of teamwork. I love seeing DUOS format. You see a whole different element of communications, of rotations you have to call. You're not playing as an individual anymore. And when speaking with a lot of these pro players, when they talk to their strengths, they say, hey, my strengths are being a great teammate. Turkey Lips, he says his biggest strength is adapting and molding to his teammate's style of play. So DUOS lets people play into their teammate strengths and into their own strengths, which really adds another element here. I love casting some DUOS, and guess what? We get to see some squads next week, too.
Oh,
squad
man.
goals, the trials of it.
That's right. During the week, we're going to potentially see new world record. I kind of hope that happens.
New eliminations world record.
That would
Arctic called for it. We'll see if it happens.
We'll see,
Is
but you know
100
what
Thieves
else?
still holding it? They made a YouTube series. Shout out to Nade Shot and Parallax, all those guys.
I'm actually not sure.
I'm not sure if you saw that. It was an awesome video. I recommend you check it out. If you have not seen that, 100 Thieves went for the world record for eliminations in squads. They flew all members of 100 Thieves out to LA, and they grinded. And I didn't watch the ending of the video. Shame on me. But check that out. But something tells me this week we'll see a new world record for squad goals.
You know what else we could see right now? Standings. Segue. Let's take a look and see where our players are after 4 games. I'm not even surprised. I'm not. Bizzle and DMO at the top there. Vape Jesus and Zexro right behind him. Symphony and Snood, B-Sox, Jay Cuddy, and Brush and Sace are your top 5. I mean, look at that. 6 is Courage and Typical Gamer. And then in 10th is Zayt and Linnae.
I mean, look at this. What an even distribution. See, Vape Jesus, someone we have not been talking a lot about. We got to start telling that story going into the next one. And look at this, though. Envy, I see United, I see Ghost, I see so many different teams here. But let's talk about their clubs way more importantly. Bizzle and Demo, part of Fortnite. That's a big one. They're putting some points on the board for Fortnites.
Absolutely, my man. I mean, there's just so much going on here. And again, look at these points. It's only 1 point difference. Every single, so now we're going to go into our final 2 games. If anyone gets, let's say, even if they get 8 eliminations, if they decide to opt in and slay out, 3 points, it's going to be massive. If they can place top 5, that's going to be extra points. They're so close. Every single point is going to matter going forward, and that's something you guys at home should pay attention to. But with that being said, any final thoughts before we go to a break?
Amazing gameplay. Shout out to all the players. More importantly, shout out to the Fortnite community. Thank you for supporting the growth of this amazing game and amazing community. Let's keep it rolling. We got 2 more matches. Spread the word. Tell your mom, your dog, your friend, your brother, your sister, you name it. Get people in here and get people enjoying some Fortnite action.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a break, but when we come back, we'll have the final 2 games for NA. Don't go anywhere. I will miss you. We'll see you in a sec.
Hit us up. We'll talk.
I will. welcome back to the Fall Skirmish. My name is Zeke. This beautiful man to my left is Fallout. And we are back now for the conclusion of Week 1. We've got 2 games left for NA. What have you thought so far?
Oh my gosh, I keep saying it over and over again. I sound like a broken record at this point, but the display of skill, the display of metagame, the display of the evolution and what we can expect from the future of Fortnite esports has been on point here so far. Really, Fortnite at its prime. Big shout to the North American players for putting on a show. Of course, Europe, big shout to the European viewers. Europe started us off the strong way. North America has not disappointed.
Has not disappointed. Let's take a look at a quick refresh of the current standings to see where players are at currently. So with 2 games left to go, Bizzle and Demo right there at the top. Now, I'd be curious to see who is currently holding the throne, because don't forget, at the end of everything, whoever holds the throne is going to walk away with an additional prize. And again, only top 10 will receive a prize here. So, I mean, the likes of Gorilla and Shivsy, even Painful Attendance, very close by. Yeah. And with 2 games left to go, man, it's only 3 points. It's literally, that's 8 eliminations or a victory royale.
Such a great performance, and I want to find out, most importantly, which clubs these folks are representing. So we'll get that info to you as soon as we can, but it's been an amazing story. Talk about the storylines. So many of these players have so many brilliant stories, and I think our job as casters is to tell those stories, and I think their gameplay is telling every single story. As my mic's about to fall off here, that's how excited I am. But someone tweeted me earlier saying the headset, my ears are too big for the headset, so I agree, I do have big ears. But
that's
again,
rude.
Big shout out to every single player who is displaying so much skill and allowing us to do our job, which is to hype you up and tell your stories, because you guys are just putting on a show for us. So thank you all, players.
Absolutely. And don't forget, with each club, this is one of the 5. We got the Fortnite.
Ashton and Jack, I know. So let's break it down. Bizzle and Demo in the top 1. Ashton and Jack within the top 9, top 8. Geomock and Tempo have played well. Not sure if they're in top 10. Jared FPS right on the fringe. Brush played well as well. I haven't seen Team Liquid show up in a major way yet. I don't know if they're
as far as Bush Bandits goes.
Yeah, Bush Bandits.
We've seen a lot of heart. I mean, that guy's been playing well. Obviously, Ghosts, Ghoul, and Saf respectively. We've even seen Hesse and Reverse 2K. Over to Dusty Dogs. I mean, Aiden, you know, Nate Hill and Funk Bomb, some of the best. Even Symphony and Snoo. There's so many good players here. Pookie Face and Tyler as well. Wilds and Pains. Now over to Rift Raiders. I mean, seriously, I just feel like there's so many. And remember, don't forget, Babe Jesus and Zexro from Rift Raiders are in second place right now.
That's big. Hey, so that's points. Rift Raiders with 0 points coming into this, and European counterparts couldn't show up, and doing a good job in Vape Jesus right now, performing in second place. And lastly, of course, Lucky Llamas, Zate and Linane, Courage and Typical Gamer still sitting in top 5, I believe. So Courage is showing up big for the Lucky Llamas. One player I want to look out for, 2 actually, 2 storylines. You know them, you love them. Their name starts with N. NICKMERCS and Ninja. Really excited to see what they can do as NICKMERCS representing Lucky Llamas, Ninja representing the Bush Bandits. We'll see if they can go big here in games number 5 and number 6.
That's right. And if you're just tuning in and you're curious about what the format is, don't forget every week we swap it up. With week 1, it's Hold the Throne. So victory royales are worth 3 points. 2nd and 3rd place are worth 2. 4th and 5th, respectively, are worth 1 point.
Yeah, of course, eliminations as well. Huge stuff. 4 to 5 eliminations gets you 1 point. 6 or 7 eliminations gets you 2. And if you're able to drop 8+, you get 3 points. Keep in mind, if you drop a 20 bomb, if you slay out, doesn't matter other than they hold the throne bonus, which is any team that gets the most limbs in any match will get an additional +2 points. So a nice balance between eliminations and placement. I think it's been perfect so far.
Absolutely, man. And don't forget, for all of you guys watching at home and tuning in, please let us know how you're enjoying the format and all the action. Don't forget to hit us with that hashtag Fall Skirmish. We want to hear from you. We want to know about all the things you're enjoying. We also want to know about your favorite teams.
Yeah, and one thing I'll say about prizing here, you see that $sign, you get excited. It's a lot of money, but look at the right side of that, the club points. Perhaps more important, because guess what? The winning clubs get rewarded. At the end of it all, after the 6 weeks, the winning clubs will be dished out $4 million. Talk about life-changing money. So those club points are so important. I know we all love Summer Skirmish, and we kept an eye on how much money these people made as individuals, but guess what? You're representing a club this time, and there's a lot of money on the line here. So keep a close eye on those clubs, on the club points. We'll update you every step of the way, but most importantly, pick your club, pick your allegiance, and of course, you can also submit to try and be part of those clubs. There's a couple of open spots available for you guys.
Oh my gosh, we've seen so many awesome submissions so far. I still have not been able to get through my phone, so if I have not replied to you, I'm so sorry, but I'm going to make my best effort. Thank you guys again for just showing us all the love and being part of this with us together. You know, it's not just about us or them. It's about all of us together collectively, leveling up, and yeah, man, it's all about fun. So we were super thankful for all of you guys. But here we go, match number 5. We've got 2 games left to go before we close out the day. So let's recap. If you're just tuning in, you probably haven't watched the games. That's okay. We're gonna help you out a little bit. So Ghost Bizzle and DMO all the way at the top. Vape Jesus and his crew right behind them. Things we'd like to see going forward. We'd like to see more tools used, right? We want to see more of the grappler. We want to see more of that shockwave grenade. It's very useful, and we just need to see more of that, man. Even Porta Fortress would be great to see. And I mean, so one thing we actually saw from EU in like one of the last few games was the Loot Lake.
Yep.
We got to see Bouncy Loot Lake. I have not seen Bouncy Loot Lake in NA. Come on, guys.
Kevin got melted. Kevin, of course, is the floating cube that we saw all of Season 5. Where are you, Kevin? We miss you. We want to see some Loot Lake action. Hopefully we get something over there. Loot Lake, of course, if you missed it, check out any Instagram video, YouTube video, you name it. It's been awesome to see what happened to that cube over at Loot Lake, and it's been a lot of fun watching the gameplay and see over there.
So now we move into the final game. Look at this. Tilted Towers looking like a hot spot. Can you see the Greasy Grove kind of area? Do you think that's you think that's, I'm assuming that's Courage at minimum.
Has to be. We'll check out that action. Courage, Hogman, and Nick A30 have landed there, and Saints and Myth, by the way, have landed there almost every single game. We'll keep an eye on that. They're going to Pueblos, I think, your favorite spot.
That's right.
One player I haven't seen a lot of, and I called out some key storylines. We talk about Ninja, talk about NICKMERCS, another fan favorite, High Distortion. Would love to see some of his gameplay because he's played well. He survived to mid-game often. We haven't seen him in late game yet, and I wonder why. So hopefully we can catch some action from High Distortion here this time. Meanwhile,
NICKMERCS and Ghost Aiden are here.
I'm so excited.
We get to relive PAX.
Look at this, though. Legion went U Apartments. Nick went Castle by himself. So they're going to split up. I want to see if, of course, Laquan. I keep saying Legion, but he's going into the alias Laquan.
Yeah.
Interesting. One of the funniest guys, one of the nicest guys I know. Coming from Kansas City. See what he can do. Meanwhile, here we go. Look at this. POV picture-in-picture. You loved it. The Ghost Aiden versus NICKMERCS storyline continues. Ghost Aiden playing Brick Apartments, Nick playing Castle. Let's see how the action is going to go down here. Nick pushing towards the very top of that castle. He's so familiar with that area. He's dropped there literally thousands of games. Well, so has Aiden.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoy seeing two Titans clash, so I hope that they eliminate everyone else, and then it's just a 1v1 between NICKMERCS.
Look at this. Reverse, going to build up to high ground. Him and the Legion have a 2 versus 1 here. Meanwhile, Aiden is just looting up. He hears the fights. He wants to be a part of it. Nick, he's going to get a great shot into Reverse. Can't get the down just yet. Smart decision to back out and reset. He's going to try and let his teammate clean that up. Ghost Aiden enters the fight. Nick needs to be careful here, as it's going to be Reverse that knocks Legion and almost gets the elim. Ghost Aiden's there as well.
Oh, no.
It all comes down to this. NICKMERCS gets taken out by Sofa. That's Ghost Aiden's teammate. And once again, Team Aiden comes out on top.
This is really... Okay, all right, let's talk about this, right? So I don't think the player up top saw Ghost Aiden. We'll come back to them here in just a moment, but let's take a look at this fight going down. I don't think they saw NICKMERCS disengage there.
Well, interesting situation. Oh, phase yellow kills, eliminates phase replays. So replays is out. Annihilate left in a 1 versus 2. Let's see what she can do here. Nice job by Jared, just laying down some support fire. Talk about the addition of roles and duo plays. You have a support player. You have a kind of a main slayer who's playing a little bit more aggressive, and you see it play out right there. Well played by Jared to play some support, letting his teammate Yellow do some amazing work.
Absolutely. They find the elimination of Annihilate. Should be knocked down here, but back over. I mean, check this out. So...
Painful. Over.
So NICKMERCS is down, I guess.
Yep. Yeah. Reverse 2K was the one that took out the elim.
Is there more? There's an extra duo here.
Yeah, it's Painful Intendants of VGJ.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And currently and representing Rift Raiders. So Rift Raiders, who started with 0 points. Painful's going to try and change that tide as much as he can.
Reverse 2K immediately gotten taken. Of course, it's Ghost Aiden who secures that down right there. And now they're just looking to close in. He's trying to be careful, though. He wants to be sure not to run in.
A sliver of Hezi, and he connects for the shot. Aiden out with an LMG. Smart play from Aiden again. Low health. Aiden comes out on top in that one. Of course, Sofa of Trouble Boys doing some great things. If you're just tuning in, that Trouble Boys roster, it did announce that they're signed, but not announced who they're signed by yet. So that's another interesting announcement. Keep an eye on that if you're a big fan of Fortnite and the Fortnite community. That Trouble Boy roster is going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, man, the competitive scene, I mean, just an awesome group of individuals, and they're just great people, honestly, just all around. But back over to Greasy Grove. All right, so we know Hogman's here. I'm assuming, yep, there's Pupper.
Typical Gamer and Courage.
Okay, so Courage is definitely here because they're the little. What color would you call that?
I call that a nice tan.
A nice tan.
A tan color.
Tan. Okay, there. Oh, you see Courage. He's down on the right by the gazebo.
There you go. Getting as many mats as he can here, trying to get at least 200 wood. And here comes the grenade, just trying to break as much cover as possible as Typical Gamer.
Okay, so he blows open that little structure there. Now he knows that they're not down below, so he's probably assuming they're up in the house. Yeah. And that's a tough spot, man, when you, especially when they're like, the house is 2 stories and an attic, right? So you're never really sure where in the house they are. Yeah, and so to break down kind of what's going through their heads right now, they've been battling game in and game out. They know each other. So right now, Hogman knows it's Typical Gamer and Courage, and Typical Gamer and Courage know it's Hogman and Pupper. And they're showing a lot of respect for each other. You notice early, these fights in the live environment, in public matches, people just fly at each other with ramps. But look how much respect they're showing for one another. It goes to show how equally skilled these players are, and they all know it. I just realized Courage has the skin combo that I believe Ghost Bizzle uses. Ooh, it is the Carbide with the green and the Sharkman. Do you think he's paying respect after Bizzle's performance? I think so. Or he's trying to make people think, like, I'm that guy. Look at this. Back over to Aiden, though. He's gonna land on the light post. Wow. All right, style points for Aiden. Look at this. Oh. Aiden, are you really a controller player or what? Like, please. Oh, no! He gets knocked out. He's trying to fall down. What? He's happy. He likes that spot. He has 9 HP. All right, Aiden's out. Maybe a little over-aggressive there from Aiden. We gave him some style points, but style points don't get you actual points. Tendon is just down below waiting for the loot to rain down. That's tough. Aiden a little over-aggressive there. Maybe it was a miscall. Sofa wasn't there and wasn't able to back that up. So instead, Aiden takes a 1 versus 1 instead of what could have been a 2v2 or a 2 versus 1 in terms of numbers advantage, and he gets taken out. And that's something to keep in mind. If you're an aspiring Fortnite competitive player, know your numbers at all times. And it's so important that you know where your teammates are at, but also where your opponents are at, and who has the numbers advantage, which, by the way, could be the difference between life or death in that situation. Absolutely. And now Sofa is left to fend for himself. Now we see C9 Top Boy. We still have 81 players left in this lobby right now. My goodness. I don't know if High Distortion's still on this one. We called him out early. Same with Ninja. We got some players here. Blind and Top Boy. We saw a great performance from Blind. I believe he placed top 10 at PAX West Summer Skirmish Finals. Of course, Blind, who made a name for himself at the Ninja Vegas event just months ago. And since then, he's really been a rising star. Very composed, very great methodical and mechanical player. Look at this. Take a look, man. So Aiden's down. And we've got the likes of Hogman. Funk Bomb is still up. High Distortion is up. He's got 1 elimination. There you go. Even likes of Liquid Chap is still in the game. TSM Myth. I mean, and look at that. Sofa has 1 as well. So even though Aiden is down, all Sofa needs to do is channel his best Cypher PK from last game. Speaking of which, here we go. And stay alive long enough to get 1 more elim. They pick up a point, and they're in a good spot here. Ninja and Cypher on the prowl. Ninja versus Ghosts. And this one is the fight's about to ensue. I don't know who wins in a fight between Ninja versus Ghosts. I think a Ghost wins that in real life. Yeah, fair. But this is in real life. This is Fortnite life. As we got Ninja, one of the best players in Fortnite. See what he can do here. Ninja's getting some good shots in. Okay, Ninja's really good at bouncing those nades. I'm not sure if that's going to connect. Smart play. Look at that. He can actually break their cover. He's going to try exactly that. He's telling Cypher to disengage here. And Ninja just needs to break a few more pieces of cover. Is it going to be enough here? Ninja's like, why are they staying up? There you go. He's finally going to drop it. Saf is up there. And everything is falling. It is going to be Saf that somehow manages to land on the tree and stay alive. Someone just took a bunch of ghoul. He gets knocked by Liquid 72 hours, and 72 hours confirms that elimination. Is Cypher still there? Cypher's fighting. So Ninja's going to leave Cypher, and Ninja is going to heal up here. Cypher's all by himself, I believe. Turtling up. Saf is literally in a tree right now, and he's going to down Ninja across map. It's okay. Huge play from Saf. He gets tagged up by Ninja, though. Liquid 72 hours is a bush. What? He's a bush! Liquid 72 hours is a bush. I don't even know what to... So he was probably sitting there. He was probably just sitting there waiting for them, and then he finds that elimination. You have to be kidding me. 72 hours. Are you redefining the meta again? Is bush meta happening? What a cheeky play. Unbelievable. He's still a bush. Wait, so I think Ghost... Stand still. Stand still, 72 hours. He'll have no idea. Look at that. Oh, he picks up the elim. Him down. Unbelievable. 72 hours. What are you doing, you monster? Oh my god. So talk about how big that is, Zeke. He comes on the flank. He takes out Ghoul from far away.
Saf downs Ninja from far away, gets the elim, but 72 Hours picks up 2, and now they're in a good spot. I called them out at the beginning of this match and said I haven't seen them do anything huge, and of course, as I say that, such a good performance here in mid-game. And now we get to watch Strugs and Zoof, another key storyline. We haven't seen a lot of Strugs yet. Of course, member of Snobby Boys, really excited to see what Strugs can do.
As you can see, they're in this anti-grab zone, taking shots. I mean, again, if you're tuning in, we've got this awesome spectator client they were debuting here for the fall skirmish. So at the top right, you can actually see the other players around. So, I mean, just take a look, man. It looks like there's a duo team just north here, near the edge of Dusty. There's also a duo team within Dusty. You've got another, a few players all the way around. I mean, this... Now, here's the question. Should players be fighting in grab zones? I'm curious to know, because I actually don't know the answer to this, but I want to hear your opinion.
So should they, or do they enjoy it?
Should, both.
I would argue that 90% of competitive Fortnite players do not enjoy fighting in grab zones. So based on that logic and that made-up statistic completely on my own, I think they should not be fighting in grab zones because it doesn't play to their strengths. They don't enjoy it. They don't feel comfortable in those fights. That being said, some people look at that as a negative and are very kind of half-glass empty. If you look at it from a positive perspective, you know everyone else also hates fighting in those grab zones. So you can maybe get really good and learn and really perfect that. And that's what the best Fortnite players do. They don't, you know, they don't find excuses. They adapt because this game is always changing. It's brilliant. It's what we all love about it. And the ones that find a way to adapt and win are the ones that are doing really well. Ninja, Ghost Bizzle, a lot of these individuals.
And look, 72 Hours is no longer a bush, so he must have taken some amount of damage. Looks like maybe he just took some fall damage there.
Here we go, 72 Hours, speaking of which. The one who's defined the pyramid meta that he just got actually stopped from. Rumor has it that he was one of the first people to start using pyramids. Not sure if that's 100% confirmed, but he definitely is great with that defensive mechanism. He's very weak right now, too. Gonna get tagged up. He's gonna get knocked, actually, by TFUE. Huge place for TFUE to get in some shots for his teammate. That's Monster. 72 Hours gonna turtle up here. Now, all up to Chap. He's hurt. He's going against TFUE. He's gonna lose high ground here. Chap's gonna build defensively, needs to stay alive, has no heals, no shields. Beautiful. Look at the building right now from Chap, and he's not done yet.
How he just did that so fast?
Yeah, unbelievable.
What's interesting is that normally people do wall ramp or wall floor. He did a wall. He just boxed. He literally just came down and boxed him. So I don't even know. That was so
Monster.
fast.
He's going to be aggressive. Look at this. Nice shot by TFUE getting down there, taking the 2 versus 1. We talk about numbers advantages, how important they are. Chap now puts himself in a bad spot. He thought he could sneak a revive. I'm not sure if 72 Hours is calling for it, but now he puts himself in a pretty dangerous situation. Chap doing a good job just trying to stay alive. TFUE, clean edit, beautiful edit. Somehow Chap is still alive. TFUE is trying to get the elim, but now the third party's coming through from Saf. Blind, on the other hand, eliminates Ginger Pup from at the bottom left of your screen. But look at Chap. How is he doing it? He's getting a revive off. Chap, who are you, and where did you come from?
Is he?
He's getting a revive off.
Oh, no, he stopped it. If he had committed, he actually would have got it. It would have been enough time.
They have no idea where he is. He's getting
going for it again. Just commit. Just commit.
You can't. You can't at that point. He missed his opportunity. And now Chap is in a pretty dangerous spot here. 72 Hours goes down. He hit TFUE. Look at that shot from Chap.
The names.
No way, Chap. He down. Finally, he gets taken down. But look
the Titan.
At how hard it was to eliminate him. Look how smart he just played that. Chap is unbelievable. I don't care that he didn't come out on top there. I'm very impressed.
And now TFUE, as you can see, Saf is just above, has 10 HP.
This is the game of low HP, by the way. Look at this. Does he hear the campfire?
No way!
You have to be kidding me. Saf is going to miss the shot on Monster. Monster heard him in the last second. He's going to turn around. What a play from Monster to avoid that shot. Saf is going to want that one back.
That was so...
He had a crevice to look through.
Yes, he literally had a moment, and I think he just kind of had... I don't think he was expecting him to be there or something, because there was like a moment of hesitation. Wow.
Unbelievable.
This game, dude. God.
Amazing.
It's only the 5th game. We have one more game to cast. Oh my God.
I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. Saf, look at him playing so aggressive with 10 HP, and there it is. Nicely placed. Rocket launch is going to take out Saf. TFUE and Monster putting on a show right now.
Hey, TFUE, if you wanted to cover ground really quickly, if you just bounce on Loot Lake. Hey, TFUE, if you bounce on Loot Lake, you get there fast. Feel free to do that.
If you bounce on Loot Lake, do you get there fast?
That's what I heard.
Really?
Yeah, I'm hoping, hey, TFUE, I hope you use Loot Lake. I don't know if you did. I just hope you did.
Zeke, do you want him to use Loot Lake? I can't tell.
I need him to use Loot Lake. We
Is it
saw
happen?
it. Remember, we saw it earlier in EU, and I called it out, and they
it was
did.
the best rotation he could
gosh.
possibly made. He actually escaped using Loot Lake. So you were right. Your Zeke knows his stuff, guys. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm telling you.
And here we go. We get a Loot Lake finish here, boys. I'm excited for this one. Sorry, boys and girls. Here, Liquid Strafe boxing himself in. Drunky alive as well. We got a Loot Lake, at least somewhat of an endgame finish.
Oh my gosh, I need them to all move up to the Loot Lake and just start bouncing in memory of the cube, aka Kevin.
AKA Kevin. In memory. Are you giving your condolences to a giant rotating cube that destroyed Tilted Towers?
And Bass Pro.
Yeah, Bass Pro specifically of Tilted Tower. Are you giving your condolences to that monster?
You know, man, my heart belongs to Fortnite, so the cube is part of Fortnite, so I have to love it.
If your heart belongs to Fortnite, you shouldn't like something that destroys Fortnite.
It didn't destroy Fortnite, it destroyed half of a building, okay?
You know what? It also caused all sorts of anti-gravity things to happen. Listen, I'm just saying, Kevin, I think it was evil. I think Kevin's an evil thing.
Oh.
Kevin the Cube. If you don't know what Kevin is, I didn't know this either. Zeke told me, we call it Kevin as a Fortnite community. Kevin the Cube, I don't know why or who or how that was named.
I have no idea either.
I would call it Cube or Cubesicle.
Cubesicle's
or Cubosaurus Rex.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
We're moving away from Loot Lake.
I'm sorry.
No.
Hey, don't be sad that it's ending. Be happy that it happened. Meanwhile, Top Boy going to take out one. He gets a second. Nice job by Top Boy. K-Sid and General go down. That's no easy task. Two very strong players in K-Sid and General. Top Boy and Blind, I believe, both still alive. Look at this, though. Myth. If you are a fan of Myth, get excited. He needs your energy because I don't think he has any points just yet. On board of him right now. Let's see what Myth and Saint can do. They do have 3 shockwave grenades, Zeke. Talk about mobility.
Baby.
Finally, someone gets it. The current meta. Let's see what Myth can do with those shockwaves.
I mean, there's a lot of opportunities here, man. You can literally so here's the cool thing is you can use it on yourself as like a mobility tool. You can use it to disengage. You can actually throw it at an enemy and just send them flying.
Yep.
These shockwave grenades are crucial, and I'm super excited that someone like Myth has opted in and said, look, I'm in. I believe.
Speaking of Myth, let's check out the scoreboard. Don't see Myth on the top there, so they're playing for placement right now.
Yellow had 6 eliminations. Oh my, what?
Wow. All right, I see you, Yellow.
Funk Bomb was just eliminated, it looks like. Yeah.
Cease. A lot of respect for him as a player, representing Gankstars. Let's see what he can do in this one.
And Zexro, him and Vape Jesus, I believe, are in second place.
Strafe getting it taken out here. So Drunky and Strafe do get shut down. We saw them over towards Loot Lake. And they're gonna get shut down. Oh my gosh, look at the laser that comes in from Monster. Monster and Thweef continue to perform here in this one.
Oh man, I think Zexro unfortunately is gonna fall here. Ghost Bizzle.
Oh no. Loses high ground. Look at Shivzy and Blind, I believe. So we got Blind and Shivzy versus Ghost Bizzle and Demo. A big fight. I see Envy Grillo in the mix as well. Monster Defates get taken out by Demo and a variety of players here in this one. I don't know if Blind is alive. I don't see him.
There's just, my heart can't, my tiny little baby heart can't take this, man.
You and I both. You and I both, my friend. Not sure if Blind is in this one. I see 2 green triangles. Wait, no, it's a yellow triangle. There's Blind. Maybe. We'll see. But anyways, regardless, nice job by Shivzy. I love the positioning right there. He completely takes high ground away from... actually, I think Shivzy's playing with Gorilla.
Yeah, he's Gorilla. He's right there.
Yeah, Shivzy's playing with Gorilla, not Blind. I apologize.
So now we see the new safe zone. Fallout, it's north. Now it's not anywhere near Loot Lake, but I wish it was.
Yep. You and I both. Shivzy and Gorilla representing the Fortnites, who, by the way, Bizzle and Demo first place, putting some points on the board for Fortnite so far. We'll see what happens when it's all said and done. Let's see what Shivzy can do, representing Team Fortnite. If you're a fan of Fortnite, some guy got a Fortnite tattoo, not even kidding, for his submission to try and join Fortnite. You could join Fortnite as well by tweeting your submission using hashtag #FallSkirmish, a video submission of why you should be on Team Fortnite.
I can't wait to see all the crazy stuff that people do over the next few days. I'm very concerned. I mean, you know, a tattoo is crazy, so I don't know. Someone actually sent me a picture of their baby and said, "This is my submission."
I saw that
to the Lucky Llamas.
Yep. You're gonna be like the Cleveland police that tweeted after the Browns one saying, "Go Browns, but please be safe tonight with the Dilly Dilly situation." Shout out to Baker Mayfield, by the way, a huge Fortnite player. He's ridiculously good at Fortnite. I've seen him play. The man Claus. He, of course, went huge yesterday for the Cleveland Browns. Let's see what Myth can do now. Myth on the esports side representing. holding it down for our esports competitive and professional players. Representing TSM, Team Solo Mid. Strug's gonna knock out VGJ Painful. So Strugs continues to roll here. His teammate is C9 Zoof. Not sure if Zoof is still alive here. Zate also doing some big things at the bottom left of your screen.
Still 32 players left.
Shivzy and Gorilla have just been rotating brilliantly over and over again. Are they going to get high ground again? They're going to push Myth. Yes, they are. They see Myth in their sights, and they're going to actually drop to mid ground. I think they could have gotten it.
They absolutely could have caught them off guard there. I'm surprised why they didn't. Maybe they just felt that it wasn't, you know, you kind of have those like gut instincts, right? In any game. You're like, I'm confident, but then when you go to make that decision, your gut tells you like otherwise. Yep. So maybe they were like, doesn't feel right. Let's just disengage.
Yeah.
Oh my
gosh. And Tempo sitting with a lot of shield, a lot of health.
Storm.
Oh no.
26 players. We're about to shift the Storms again.
Nick A30, Symphony, Tendon's still alive. I think Painful from VGJ got taken out. Tendon's still alive. Nick A30 eliminates 00 Flower from Rogue. Of course, Dr. Lupo's companion and buddy from Rogue. Let's see what they can do here. Llamas and Tempo in an interesting situation within that catacomb. Someone's going to completely disengage there. Smart decision. Myth still has 3 shockwaves, I believe. Zate has high ground. What an interesting late game we got ourselves here.
Oh, man. Zate even has a grappler.
Yep.
That's what you like to see.
Left too.
15. That's what you like to see.
And he's opening himself a door because he's welcoming.
Welcome. I just would like this elimination. Welcome. Hello, world.
Please enter to your death.
That's right. And now with 6 seconds here, everything is going to change. We're going to see this lobby go down from 25, maybe down to the likes of, I would even say 12. It's probably going to be split in half here. But now players have to look and scramble. And I mean, the Storm is going to be ticking for a lot here.
Zate's in a perfect position, and he knows it. I love how he's playing this. High Distortion still alive as well. We talked about him and how he needs to perform, and boy, has he performed. Not sure how many elims he has, but he's still in it. He's going to get the final elim on Flame. Meanwhile, good shots coming from Bizzle. On board with Myth. One more shockwave left for Myth. He's used 2 of them already. Let's see what he can do with this last one.
We see the Saint Squad. His teammate goes down there.
HD lost in the Storm. Strug's knocked by the Storm as well. Strug's teammate should be still alive here. That's C9 Zoof. I think he might be fighting Gorilla right now. Llamas gets taken out here, so trying to keep you as updated as possible on who's left in this one. Animal's still alive. Myth's still alive. Shivzy taken out. Snood taken out. A Gorilla as well. So Zate is putting in work right now. 4 limbs for Zate. That's 1 point, by the way, just by himself.
There's just still so much gunfire to be heard. I mean, you hear the grenades bouncing, the grenades being fired. There is so much happening right now. Fallout, and again, we get another safe zone, and it's shifting to the east. Now it's going to be against a mountain.
Fortress. We see it. You love it. I know it's not Zate's, though. I know Zate, in his words, has said, in any circumstances, I'm going to find a way to make the optimal play. I land my shots and outbuild when it's needed. So let's see if he can do that right here. What is the optimal play for Zate? On board with him right now, playing with NV Lenane, the French-Canadian making plays himself. Demo takes out Zoof. So Zoof is eliminated from this one. 13 left. It's going to come down to the wire here. Some builds come through. He says he outbuilds everyone. Oh my, there's only room for him.
Wow. That's rough. You don't like to see that.
Jeez, look at this building. Perfect gameplay.
New safe zone yet again further alongside the mountain, but keep in mind this mountain has a curve to it, so that if they're not careful, they don't make these early rotations, man.
Who is it? None other than Demo and Bizzle with high ground. Demo's playing for the placement. Bizzle's playing for elimination. Smart play. And you have the ability, and look at that, Blind's still alive too. You have the ability to designate that. If you want to have one role player be your main slayer, your aggressor, your elimination getter, if you will, you could do that. One person can play a little more passive and play for placement. That's when you love duos as a variety type of game type.
Oh,
speaking of which, Demo wants to be in the fight.
He bounced down.
Oh, no.
Aggressively and immediately gets down.
Vivid is still alive. He's going to go in the Storm. He's going to try and channel his inner Vivid. He's going to get high ground here, too. He gets taken to 15 HP, but he gets high ground. What a power play from Vivid. You have to risk it for the biscuit, and Vivid loves himself some biscuits here, sitting high ground right now and feeling good, but he doesn't have a good ability to out-heal here.
Man, I feel like he should have just taken the jump pad.
Oh my gosh, look at the perfect 3-story drop. Oh, wow. He knows he cannot out-heal. He knows he has to play for the win. Poach, I think, knows the same thing. Lenane and Zate versus, it's a 2 versus 2 here, Zeke.
2v2, Poach and Liquid. Vivid here against Zate and Lenane. I mean,
what's their heal situation now? I want to switch as fast as we can and see what a campfire here for these two.
They even got the grappler
But
so they could try to and get a surprise. Okay, so they've already put down.
They're playing for aggression. They're playing for. They know they're not going to be able to out heal. They're playing for aggression.
I guess they're preemptively.
They're going to be dropping here momentarily. Get ready. A trap gets taken. Zayt
Poaches
playing
down.
this so incredibly well. It all comes down to Vivid. Zayt's going to get the elimination just like that. Perfect gameplay from Zayt and Envy Lenane. They're going to get themselves a victory royale. 7 eliminations for Zayt. Can you believe it? What a game, number 5.
7 eliminations. And again, I love to see it. We see that Zayt makes his way out into the storm because he's so confident in his decision making. He's
going to quit the lobby. That's how confident he is. No dancing. Ain't nobody got time for that. Zayt is all business. I love it.
Wow. Just the absolute confidence to say, look, I mean, I've seen someone else run out to the storm. I can do that too. Watch me. Watch me secure this victory out. That's going to be 3 points heading his way on top of the 7 eliminations. So if his teammate got even 1, that's another 3 points. That's 6 points potentially. At minimum, it's 5 points to hit the board.
Huge. What a power round for Zayt and for Lenane. That's going to put them, I mean, they hold the throne, I believe, after that. We'll see how that all plays out. But that's going to put them at least in the top 5. And I don't even know if they were top 6 before then. I'm not sure where they were standing. We'll get you guys those updates as fast as we can because, of course, that's going to make a big deal for game number 6. But look at this. 72 hours as a Bush. I know that got you excited. You jumped out of your chair a little bit.
That tripped me out so hard. I wish that I could have just seen his face in that moment. That was so funny.
Unbelievable.
Man.
Oh my god, look at that turn, that 180 from Saf on Ninja. And Ninja really played that so well. Disengage, got some good shots, but Saf with a nice laser, able to pick out one.
Space line going to Zayt was just, he went on a tear.
He only had 2 eliminations. It goes to show the importance of staying alive to endgame. From 1 elimination to 7. He went for the elim because he recognized, hey, I can get another elim here. Yep. Look at that play. We never saw that from his perspective. He ran into the storm and picked up the elim. Unbelievable gameplay from Zayt.
Zayt, listen, calm down. Bro, whoa. Slow down. Okay, my heart is slowing. I can't, it's gonna explode.
You and I both.
Yeah, I mean, that was incredible. I mean, and again, it goes back to confidence, man. He was so sure of his decision. He was like, look, I'm gonna build this ramp. I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna get this guy. And he did, and he clutches it up, and 7 eliminations hit the board for him.
Unbelievable. And so many players would have just gone for the heal off. So many players would have been content with the heal off. Instead, Zayt says, look, this is not just a placement-based game mode. We got to go for eliminations. Let me make a play. Hey, bud, you keep healing up here. I'll go take care of the rest. He takes care of business, picks up 2 eliminations, picks up 7 eliminations total in the end. I'm not sure how many Lenane had, but I would assume 1. I think they got 8. Plus a first place victory royale. That's 3 and 3. That's 6 points racked up potentially. And of course, we'll get you those standing updates as soon as we can. But what great gameplay that was. Would love to hear everyone's thoughts out there. Make sure to tweet at us using hashtag #FallSkirmish. Tag Fortnite game, of course. Tag us on Twitter at Fallout and 2 T's and at ZKMIS Prime. Would love to hear your thoughts, of course, and read your thoughts going into game number 6.
Yeah, man. 1 game left. We'll have standings. We'll let you know the standings as soon as we have them. But dude, that was so much fun to watch. I mean, you got to assume, like, all the clubs that are involved, they're all losing their minds. Like, everyone's shifting around as far as points go. Yeah, we literally have pages here.
We do.
You can watch.
Zayt, guess what team he's repping? What club he's repping?
Don't tell me.
Lucky Llamas. Double L, baby. Double L. We'll walk you through it right now so you see where everyone's at. But Lucky Llamas gets on the board in a big way. They were in 4th place, but with that performance, that might help significantly. Bizzle and Demo, of course, are holding it down for Fortnites.
Man, and we saw, what was the standings updates? Can you read those again? Going into this, the NA games, what were the standings?
Yeah, we'll catch you guys up on the standings going into it from Europe. Of course, let's show you who's on which roster, and then we'll tell you what the standings were coming into. So Bush Bandits, Ninja, they were in 1st place coming into it, as mentioned, with 530 points. And we thought with Ninja, with Grenader Jake, with Monster, with 72 hours in chat, they'd be in a great spot. We'll see if that stays true. Dusty Dogs were in 2nd place with 395 points. 100 Thieves, Parallax and Kenneth looking great. Aiden of Ghost, Sofa of Trouble Boys, Nate Hill and Funk Bomb, Nate Hill, FaZe Clan, of course. Jay Cuddy beat a great roster as well, so they should be looking pretty strong. And then Rift Raiders, what a story that is. They had 0 points coming into the North American series. We'll see if they can come out with some nice points leaving this. And of course, my heart and soul rests in Lucky Llamas. I entered my formal submission to join Lucky Llamas to start this broadcast. I'm a big fan of Lucky Llamas representing, and guess who's, speaking of representing, Zayt and Lenane showing up for Lucky Llamas in a major way.
Absolutely, and don't even forget the likes of Vape Jesus and his duo teammate are in 2nd place.
Yeah, that's true. And
the Rift
are they
Raiders.
Lucky Llamas as well?
Rift Raiders. I know.
Are we allowed to show our loyalties here? I think we are.
You are.
All right, good.
I love them all equal. I can't choose. I love it. I just can't. I love them all. I'm sorry. I love all of you. I just have to.
You also love Kevin, the cube that destroyed Fortnite. So I don't know how I feel about his opinion. You're just a loving person.
I dabble. But I'm actually curious. So if people tuning in that didn't know, let's talk about those standings coming in to the NA matches you mentioned earlier.
Yep. Bush Bandits, 530 points in first place coming into these 6 matches. Dusty Dogs with 395 points in second place. And, of course, with 165 points in third place was the Fortnites. Strong performance from them, Bizzle and Demo. In fourth place was the Lucky Llamas, for only 45 points, though, so really not too much. And the only reason they're in fourth place is because guess what? Fifth place, 0 points. A goose egg coming into this one with the Rift Raiders. So we'll see if Rift Raiders can turn that around.
Vape Jesus.
Vape Jesus, that's the one.
That's right.
Vape Jesus. Representing.
He is Rift Raiders.
I believe we do have the updated standings ready, so we'll give you an update.
Here we go.
On to that. Zayn and Linane do it. They're holding the throne now. Can you believe it? First place, they overthrow Bizzle and Demo, but guess what? Vape Jesus and Zex are holding on to that second place spot. Wow. What a game changer for the Lucky Llamas.
That's crazy that they knocked Bizzle and Demo down to third place. That's crazy. And on top of that, Zayn and Linane have 9 eliminations, holding the throne right now. So if they can hold the throne for this final game, if no one else can exceed that 9 elimination threshold, not only are they going to get the extra 2 points at the end of the game, but they're going to walk with that extra prize.
Yeah, exactly. And we talked about how it's almost like we set them up perfectly. We talked about how Game 5 and Game 6 are just as important as Game 1 and 2. They got 6 of those 11 points in that last game. They dropped 8 eliminations, I believe, 8+ eliminations. I think they had 9 eliminations, and they got first place. 6 of their 11 points were from one game, and it goes to show anything can happen here in game number 6.
Yeah, man. We've got 1 game left to cast on the day. And again, if the Summer Skirmish series taught us anything, it's anything goes.
Yep.
And it's not over till the final game. You talked about it. They just scored 6 points. Do you know how crazy that is? To come out of nowhere and say, not only, like, think about it. So not only did they drop the victory out, they get the 9 eliminations. They steal the 2 points away. So they actually got 8 points. I didn't even think about that. They got 8 points in one game.
Yeah, with the hold the throne.
That's right. They're holding
8 of their 11
throne.
points in one game. So that goes to show, I mean, if you're a fan of NICKMERCS, if you're a fan of Ninja, if you're a fan of High Distortion, some of these people that aren't in the top 10 right now, anything is possible. Woo! They could drop a huge, huge game right here and hold the throne, get 2 points from that, pick up at least 6 points with the perfect game. That's an 8-point game, is a perfect game here. Let's see if it can happen. We saw it happen at PAX West a couple times.
Yeah, we did.
Let's see if that can happen here. On board with Monster to kick things off. He, of course, had a great performance in game number 5 as well.
The Battle Bus has launched. We are in the final game of the NA and final game of the day. And it's been a blast casting alongside you. Fallout.
Right back at you. You have no idea. Everyone that's viewing, thank you for tuning in and supporting the growth of Fortnite. It is just an absolute dream come true to be here, and I cannot believe we're already at Game 6. I'm getting kind of sad because I'm having way too much fun as Monster's going to be dropping over towards Stonehenge by the Junction side. So interesting drop from Monster. Where's his teammate? Nowhere to be found. So they might be playing for high limbs here.
You think they did a split? Oh, no, he's up near Junction. Okay.
Yeah, one junk. Woo! Yeah, they saw no one doing junk. That's a beautiful strat. That's a beautiful strat, actually. So take notes. If no one lands Junction, no reason to send 2 people there to loot. Get the loot quicker. Go to Stonehenge, rotate to Motel, and start looting up as fast as you can. Oh my God, look at this.
I don't see NICKMERCS here.
I'm so excited, though. Yeah, you're right. No NICKMERCS.
But Ghost Aiden is there.
Ghost Aiden is here. Every single game, I think he's been here with Sofa. This is his apartments. He is the lease owner of this apartment building.
Man, why is he destroying his own apartment?
You know what?
Rude.
That's how crazy he is. Anything goes with Aiden, all right? My man's a savage.
You know what it is? He's just destroying because he's going to, like, refurnish and change it up. Yeah, Feng Shui stuff. Yeah, I got it.
Feng Shui stuff.
I got it.
Exactly. Renovations are real. You got to build before you can grow. And I'm bored with Aiden right now. Actually, I saw Legion, NICKMERCS' teammate, pick up an elimination at the bottom left of my screen there, so that's 1 for Legion. Aiden now against Turkey Lips. Talk about another key storyline here. Aiden going for some hunting rifle plays, but he's tagged up.
Man, he got hurt really bad. You heard the grenade bounce there?
Turkey Lips with a grappler. He did hear the grenade bounce. Exits and Turkey Lips playing with aggression.
Margossi, the #1 player at the Summer Skirmish at PAX,
Don't do it,
shows up. He takes down both! Annihilise and phased replays fall to the likes of Margossi. What?
Zeke, I'm losing my mind here, man. What a play from Morgoth. A straight-up double for Morgoth. I mean, that was a pure... I don't think his teammate was anywhere to be found in that fight. That's horrifying until the very end. Morgoth had no health and was able to come out on top. What a playmaker. That's why he's your Fortnite Summer Skirmish champion.
Did you see this? They're all in the same house. Courage, JD, and NICKMERCS, and then there's another... Oh, it's Pupper. He takes down Courage with the burst. And he secures the elimination.
Is Nick there as well?
Yes, Nick is here. Look right there.
Typical Gamer still alive. And Nick. 2v2 versus 1 here. Typical Gamer, the only person alive for his team. 3 members of Lucky Llamas.
Oh!
Is that Legion again?
Yeah, yep. Laquan takes down Typical Gamer with the shotgun. Now it's a 2v2. Laquan.
Big plays.
Oh, yes. Take the boogie bomb. All right, now you just got to find an opportunity and you just got to boogie them. Just make them dance.
Nick with the boogie bomb. He can make a play here. I know Nick clutches up. He lives, he thrives for these situations. He's been here before. A former national champion. Let's see what he can do right now for the MFAM, for the Lucky Llamas. If you're a Lucky Llama fan, if you're an MFAM fan, you should be a Lucky Llama fan. Let's see what Nick can do here to represent.
Man, look at the current circle. Oh, no. So it's not too far. Oh, is that Nick? He goes down. It was Pupper. He takes him down, and now Laquan is just trying to get the res. He's going to close it. Oh, he took a big shotgun.
That's it.
Oh.
Well played. Pupper and Hogman, huge plays. They just baited Nick at the front door and were able to get some shots on him. Well played by Pupper and Hogman, and valiant effort from Legion and Nick. They pick up 2 eliminations, but that's not going to be a point.
And here in the final game of the day, everyone's playing their hearts out.
Oh boy.
That is a Porta Fortress. What is happening?
Oh no. Oh, look at the rotations coming through. Who is this?
Was that Zexro? So is this Vape Jesus and Zex? It is.
Knights? I don't know.
Oh, look. Zexro takes down Hogman. Yeah, look, this is Vape Jesus right here.
That's it.
And they take down the likes of Pupper and Hogman.
Brilliant. I mean, talk about performing in game number 6. You're in 2nd place. You're trying to take home that 1st place prize of $60,000+, and you rotate perfectly. You take out a powerhouse team in complexity, Hogman and Puppers. Brilliant play from Vape Jesus, a brilliant rotation.
Fun story about Vape Jesus. If you're watching PAX when he was playing, he was actually changing his outfit. At one point, he was wearing a full Black Knight outfit. That is a thing that happened.
In real life?
In real life, yeah. He basically cosplayed Black Knight. It was so dope.
What a legend. He's also a free agent as well, looking to get picked up and supported by a team. What a performance he's had so far. Gotta give him that respect for sure.
And I'm so curious to see who put down that Porta Fortress first. Was it Dam or was it the Hogman and Pupper? I mean, it just all happened so quickly. But we've got 69 players left in the game.
Gank Cease, who prides himself in having phenomenal positioning and being able to outposition any of his opponents. Loves to drop Fatal Field, Dusty Depot, and Salty Springs. Let's see what he can do here. He said to expect some aggressive gameplay from him. We'll see if that comes to fruition against Nate Hill and Funk Bomb, the duo that won the Ninja Chicago event that has performed in so many summer skirmishes.
Man, check it out. So Painful right at the top with 3 eliminations. Look how many people have 2. We see some of them, Pupper, Hogman, and Laquan, they have gone down with 2 as well. But man, there's still so many names there. And there's still, man, look how many players have also just been eliminated, even with just 1. Like the likes of Turkey Lips is down, Pookie Face and Sofa are all down.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that means Aiden's down 2, if I had to assume. So that's the situation right now. Get you updates as soon as we have them. Look at this, getting so many mats. Didn't get confirmation. Aiden is down, so that is going to be it for the Aiden story. And Aiden, who of course is trying his absolute best to represent, I believe he's on the Dusty Dog. Yes, he is. He gets taken down early.
Oh gosh, Stace is dropping? Yep. Okay.
Talk about aggression. We said it earlier, and he's showing why he's so aggressive in these fights. 1 versus 2, I think. I don't know if he has a teammate here.
Oh gosh. If he had waited 1 second longer. Oh my goodness. That was so
my gosh,
close.
That looked good, but it connected with his wall instead. Cease is putting on a show, even though he hasn't connected for a shot yet. He still is. Pop that big shield. Cease now pushing up. Rogue Flower. Look at the aggression here from Cease.
He reloads the most important weapon in his inventory right now. Because if he can land a hunting rifle shot, I mean, that's going to be a game changer. No. Oh, gosh.
Cease is so close, but so
dude,
far.
Hart just got a haircut.
Heart attack, an absolute heart attack. Again, he prides himself in possession. His words. Let's see if he pushes up here. Yes, he does. Looking for Hart. Not able to connect just yet. Hart and Flower actually teammates here, so Hart's kind of out of the fight. I would have liked to see Cease and his teammate take that 2 versus 1 a lot faster. Maybe they didn't recognize that Hart was his teammate. Maybe they thought it was a third party.
That's a good point, because if they were like, oh, well, there's another duo out there versus it's just one guy, maybe they were like, not the engagement we want to take, right?
Look at this. Rifts, they're going to get out of there. He wants it. Look at the aggression. He's not going to be able to get in there. I think he recognizes it. Going for long-range hunting rifle shots. He hasn't connected yet, but he's getting close. One of these is going to hit. I'm loving what I'm seeing right now out of Cease. I mean, again, he hasn't picked up an elimination. He's gotten some good damage in, and he's just looking mechanically sound.
Is Hart up top engaging Symphony? Did that just happen?
Not yet. I don't think so.
I can't tell.
We'll see in a second. Meanwhile, look at this fight. Gorilla and Shivzy versus Kuroz and Animal of Sen. Great shot put in from Shivzy. That's going to be a good way to start the fight. That's exactly what you want to see if you're a Sen fan. Or sorry, a C9 fan. Shivzy, of course, also representing his club.
So looks like Shivzy takes the Rift on the go. He follows up. And look, they're just moving along. There's a team down below them as well. And now they're just making their way up. And we're getting word that Margassi just went down. He was eliminated. So here's the thing, man. We still have 67 players left in the current lobby. We've got the new safe zone. It's up near Tomato Temple, just north of Dusty Divot. So we should start to see it here. There you go. Yep. But again, 67 players left. I mean, there's so much going on. Vape Jesus and Zexro, they are currently in second place.
Yep. Still in green. Sorry, actually, over until the towers. They rotated over here. We just saw Strugs and Zoof on your screen. They're representing Lucky Llamas as well. So great performance from Zate. I'm not sure if Zate's still alive. We'll keep you updated as soon as we get any updates we have. Nice job by Horrify. Vape Jesus, though. What a force we reckoned with. He has a big shield to his name as well.
Dude, if they can just keep this going, if they can maintain at least second or steal first, the Rift Raiders are going to get themselves a huge chunk of points. I mean, especially coming in with no points, that would be a game changer coming out of week 1 here.
Huge play. Horrify gets taken out by Knight Zexro. So Horrify is out. That's Morgos' teammate. Meanwhile, I saw Strugs pick up a nice elimination. Big fight. Look at the names in this one.
Happening?
Ninja in there too. United's Jack. Nate Hill from FaZe Clan. Big fight going down right now.
Nate Hill takes down Ashton.
Of Lucky Llamas does have high ground here. Nice job from him to hold that high ground.
Nate Hill quickly drops down below. Strugs trying to just lock him down here and isolate him. So this was effectively 3 duos.
Yep.
Ashton's down, so Jack's by himself.
I think Funk Bomb is out too.
Is that? Wait.
So 2 versus 1 versus 1, I believe. Jack is down. I don't see Funk Bomb anywhere. So Strugs and Zoof looking now to take their numbers out. Again, we don't know if they know their numbers very well. You can, if you know who duo partners are, you can do some quick math. Looks like Funk Bomb is alive. United Jack, look at this. They're taking their 2 versus 1. Perfect gameplay. Nice clean edit from Strugs. He pushes up here and is trying to play with aggression, but needs to be careful. Funk Bomb and Nate Hill will be on the flank here momentarily. Strugs and Zoof. Tension so tight you can cut it with a rope here. Let's see what Jack's gonna do. He's trying to put some shots in on high side.
Man, I don't even know that he should have taken that shot, because now they're gonna know exactly where he is. But look, I mean, Nate Hill and Funk Bomb, I think they're just like, you know what? It's been fun. We're gonna live to build another day, so we're gonna go ahead and walk away.
It's been real. It's been fun, but it has been real fun. It says Nate Hill and Funk Bomb. They're going to back out of that situation. Jack, high side, high ground over Zoof and Strugs now. He takes that. Nick A30, though, using a grappler. A little cheeky from him. It's going to actually punish him. So the 2 times we've seen the grappler be used, we've seen it actually cost them as Nick A30 goes down. King Richard, talk about a playmaker. Now he's going to be getting spammed by, I believe that's a compact SMG.
Don't secure. Oh!
Good job from him.
It was close. I think his teammate is very close by. It looks so Strafe is there as well. Yeah, there's space line.
Cheek Alive. I'm not sure if Cheek Alive is still alive in this one. King Richard, so put some suppressed SMGs in here.
I think you just broke me. I wasn't ready for that.
She is actually. She's still there.
Oh,
I take that back. I lose credit for that one.
Dude, Vape Jesus is here as well, the #2 team. That means that his teammate is well. Yeah, look him right here, Zexro. And I think they're making the smart play. They're getting that high ground, and now they just gatekeep. They know there's a duo outside that will be in the storm, so they just gotta wait, gotta be patient.
Smart, building themselves 1 by 1s. Vape Jesus and Zexro representing Rift Raiders here, who had 0 points coming into this one, so they're trying to put their team on the board here, their club on the board as well. Of course, they're playing for prize pool for their team, which is Zexro and Vape Jesus, and of course, they're playing for a $4 million overall allowance that is going to go towards their club and different clubs at the end of the 6 weeks. If you don't know what any of this means, check out the Epic Games blog that has all details of Fall Skirmish. It's a big change from Summer Skirmish. It's, I think, a great one.
Cheek Alive immediately goes back down. I believe it was Vape Jesus that set her down, or it was Zexro.
Yeah, and look at this.
King Richard, man.
That's an easy elimination. I believe they got the knock there. So Easy elim for them. They're going to keep racking it up. King Richard now in a pretty difficult spot. Is he going for revives? No.
I mean, you kind of no.
Maybe he should let her try to take her grappler once she gets eliminated.
I was actually gonna suggest that.
I don't think he has time to do that. Smart play. Look at this, King Richard. He's just gonna play wide right, slow things down. He recognizes, hey, I'm in a 1 versus 2. This isn't a good situation for me. And he gives himself a couple catacombs here.
The quick edits to get out of the line of fire there of the RPG. There's another one.
Look at King Richard. Already 4 eliminations for King Richard.
Oh, it's Zexro.
It is, yeah. And Vape Jesus, yep. 5
so
eliminations for
that's 5 eliminations for Zexro? How many does Vape Jesus have?
I think he has 0. 0 or 1. If he picked up the one on Chica Live, he has 1. So it might be 6, which is 2 points. They could steal away the first place. Is Zate still alive here is the question. Zate and Linane holding first place. I haven't seen them yet in this one. We'll let you know as soon as we can if they are still in it. Zate and Linane in first place, Zexro and Vape Jesus in second place in this one. Right behind them, they had Ghost Bizzle and Demo. So we'll have to see if they're alive. I see Shivzy and Gorilla and Monster D-Face. We'll see how this one's going to break down. 52 people alive, still has half the lobby.
Man, and look at this new safe zone. It's basically near Dusty. So a lot of these players are safe, but they probably want to get a better vantage point here going into this final, last few circles.
And just like that, we do see on our screen, we can feed you guys some of the information. Nate Hill's still alive. I don't see in this current list, we got about 12 players here. I don't see the top 3 teams alive here. We're scrolling through. We'll let you know as soon as we can. Vape Jesus, of course, still alive.
He has 1 elimination.
I don't see Bizzle or Zate. So they have 6 total.
They have 6.
I don't see Bizzle or Zate. So we'll keep you updated on that as soon as we can. But let's jump back into the action here. Jared FPS, representing console players and controller players. See what he can do. Of course, FaZe Yellow, his teammate has been playing so well as well.
Nate Hill
there he is. Zate is still alive. We have a game on our hands here. It's going to be Vape Jesus and Zexro. Yep, and Zexro, as well as Zate and his teammate Linane, who may or may not be alive as well. So it's going to come down to the wire here in this one.
And I believe, they're...
Oh, Bizzle! Ghost Bizzle knocked Nate Hill! Ghost Bizzle's still alive. Our top 3 teams are still in it. Talk about performance. Unbelievable finish here in week number 1, the opening week of Fall Skirmish. Make sure to tweet using... And Bizzle gets another limb. Make sure to tweet using hashtag Fall Skirmish to get
Nate Hill and Funk Bomb. He got Nate Hill and Funk Bomb.
That's huge. That is huge.
Oh, I'm not prepared for this.
You and I both. We'll keep a close eye on Ghost Bizzle. We'll keep a close eye on Zate. And we'll keep a close eye on Vape Jesus and Zexro.
So keep in mind, I believe Linane, they had 9 eliminations total holding the throne. Because remember, they got it last game. So with 6, they're only 3 eliminations away from potentially stealing that point. Actually, even if they tie for points, they get the points as well.
They steal those 2 points.
Yeah, well, both teams would just have 2 points.
Yeah, they would both have it. They'd split it. So 2 more eliminations is crucial. That's an important storyline here.
Punisher knocks out Linane.
Oh, no. That's big. And someone get knocked out as well. Can you believe it?
He goes down. Is he okay?
What a finish here.
Just walk it off.
In a big fight here. On board with Jared. He has 1 elimination to his name. He's going to take out Monster D-Face. Well played from him. Liquid Strafe gets limited by K-Sit at the bottom left of your screen as well. Gorilla is still alive from Envy. And I believe we still have Zate still alive, who's representing Lucky Llamas. What a finish here for these clubs and these teams. Jared, some strong building. Not going to be enough. He's going to get taken down here from Shivzy. Yellow still alive. Gorilla still in the fight as well. Vape Jesus and Zexro at the top of your screen still alive.
See them up top.
And Shivzy gets shut down as well. So FaZe Yellow keeps his team alive. Envy Gorilla finally going to eliminate FaZe Yellow. And just like that, Jared FPS and Yellow are out of this picture. Gorilla and Shivzy live to see another day. Live to fight another build. What is it? Live to build another day. There it is.
Yeah. And look, Poach is there as well.
Make that a t-shirt or something.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I want to put your face on it.
It's your idea, my friend.
Let's take a look at Madden here, who's running in. Dude, we're still 42 players left in this current lobby. The Storm is going to start moving in here in 30 seconds.
TFUE taking out 1, so Monster might be alive still as well. Interesting scenario. What a game this has been. What a game number 6. Again, tweet using hashtag Fall Skirmish right now, because the world has to know how unbelievable this game 6 has been. What are your thoughts? Who do you think is going to take it? Will it be Zate that can stay alive by himself to hold the throne? Or will Vape Jesus and Zexro be able to do it?
Fallout, Ninja, and Cypher BK are still alive in this game. Liquid Chap and 72 Hours are here. Myth is as well alive.
Vivid and Poach still alive as well for the Lucky Llamas, I believe. Vivid and Poach are on the Lucky Llamas. That's huge. Lucky Llamas in a good position here. Vivid's going to get taken out by Myth, actually. I take that back. Just like that, Myth starts making some plays.
That means
he is on the Lucky Llamas as well.
Lucky Llamas could potentially be scoring points here after game number 6.
Unless Vexro and Vape Jesus has something to say about it. They are representing the Rift Raiders, who had 0 points coming into this one. They got to go big. On board with Myth. Let's see what he can do. 2 eliminations for him. And his teammate, of course, Saint, also in a good position here. Both with some solid shields. He's going to drop one for his teammate. Ninja and Cypher. PK still alive. What a finish we have
still here. No, Vape Jesus. He got exploded.
That changes everything. That means they likely will not get the Hold the Throne 2-point bonus unless it's going to be Zexor that has to go big. Monster gets the elimination on him. Look at the building coming through. What a storyline and what a finish we have here. Symphony gets an elimination on Zexro. Zexro is out
They're down.
of the picture. Zate is screaming in happiness right now.
And now Liquid Chaff is doing everything he can. Look at that. Look who is just ahead of him. That's Ninja and Cypher PK.
Beautiful. Look how fast that edit was. And the reset from Chap. I mean, geez, I've seen so many great things out of his mechanics.
I think he heard the player on the other side because you saw he kind of stopped for a moment. I think he knows there's a player just ahead of him.
Yeah, we got to show some love to Ninja and Cypher as well, as they are still alive in this. And we told them, never can you count out these two. I gotta say, I had a chance to compete against and with and meet Ninja at the Ninja Chicago event. What an amazing individual he is, in addition to obviously being one of the greatest entertainers. Such a nice, kind, humble person as well. So let's see what he can do in this one.
Oh my. Okay, this is unexpected. All right, so so how do you feel about this, what he's doing right now?
I never think what I saw. He's using he's using the rocket launcher, guided missiles.
Yep.
And trying to use it for vision, trying to use it to maybe sneak at least one. Look at this, he's not done yet. Ninja with the guided missiles. We haven't seen that yet so far in Fall Skirmish. Did you see that in Summer Skirmish? It was vaulted for part of it.
Yeah, no, we didn't.
Oh
but you make a great point, is that he's getting information.
Yeah, and in his late game, it's massive because they're all in catacombs. They can't shoot it down, so he's going to be able to just disrupt everyone. I guarantee he's calling to Cypher, hey, I'm going to keep destroying things. I need you to get some eliminations here as I do it. Instead, he's going to try and regroup with Cypher. They need to share some mats here. Not sure what the situation is.
No, a goal. Oh, okay. So they've got a heavy sniper. They've got the minigun if they so desire. Was that a?
Oh, he wants that high ground again. Did someone take high ground on him? I'm not sure. But Ninja trying to make some Instagrammable clips here and trying to make some plays here, just like he does on his stream. Let's see what he can do with this guided missile and with this heavy sniper. He has all the tools at his disposal. He has a grapple as well. Unbelievable.
He's gonna. Oh, I thought he was going to try and use the guided missile again there just to fire through the hole.
He could. Cypher. VV Punisher just flies by him as well. Poach, pick up some eliminations. So right now, Ninja, there's a lot going on. He could be stealing some eliminations with that guided missile if he wanted to do so.
The kill feed is literally exploding right now. We've got 32 players left in the lobby. Zate just finds an elimination there on Monster.
Look at Ninja here, one of the best snipers in Fortnite. Heavy sniper, and that's a legendary heavy sniper in his hands. He's deadly with it. Zate still alive. He's alone. His teammate did get taken out earlier. That was Linane. No, Linane's still alive. He got knocked and revived.
Yeah, he's down right there, number 29.
He got knocked, not eliminated, so he's still in it. 72 hours takes out Madden. I hear Ninja's remote guided missile again as well.
There it is. No one, everyone.
That Ninja, he's gonna, oh my goodness. He got Zate to 10 HP, not able to connect. Linane gets knocked by Thweefo as well. Zate, 5 bandages to his name, and that is it. Ninja still alive in this one. Cypher PK and is still alive as well. A campfire for Ninja. What an unbelievable turn of events.
That was the most effective use of that weapon. Like, did you see him panic a little bit? He was like, wait, where's that coming from? Suddenly he gets blown up and has 10 HP. It's to disengage and then reassess. Ninja.
Ninja, don't do it to Ghost Bizzle. He's gonna get high ground. Ninja takes high ground very, very well at that. Jailmock takes out one. I think Cypher's right behind him. They both have grapples and they both have high ground just like that. Look at this duo in Ninja and Cypher. Looking near perfect, but the fall damage is gonna come through. Ninja in a 1-versus-1 has only a green pump. The trap's gonna come through. And Ninja's, I think that was Ninja's trap. Yes, it was. Ninja places a trap. Unbelievable plays from Ninja.
He's gonna get it. Yeah, there you go. He takes down Stu with the trap there that he placed.
And he's out. That's it.
But now it's on Cypher PK. Is he still up?
It's Zate, first place, currently holding the throne and currently in first place as well, still alive. Cypher got taken out by the storm as well, so that is it for the Ninja Cypher story. We'll see how many eliminations they had and what a formidable attempt. I mean, unbelievable plays from Ninja. That trap was so incredibly clutch to pick up that elimination. We'll see if it matters. Meanwhile, the story is all about Zate. First place, can he hold on to it? All he needs to do is survive here.
Man, there's so many people compacted here into this tiny little area. And here we're going to have the storm shifting yet again. They need to move toward the edge of Dusty. The very lip, if they're not careful, I mean, especially if it starts to move in a certain direction, that's not a good place to be because you either fall inside Dusty and you have to hang out inside the inner lip there, or you have to, like, move in potentially back north, east, west. I mean...
Yep, exactly. 72 hours in Chap here. 72 hours puts himself in the storm for just a little bit. Chap is going to clutch up with an elimination on Gorilla. 72 hours is so hurt. Needs to get in that final circle. He's going to do exactly that. A good opportunity right now for Chap in 72 hours, representing the Bush Bandits here, trying to keep them in first place in the club standings.
And Zate is still alive, Fallout.
He's playing out of his mind. Zate has something else to say about that. He wants to put the Lucky Llamas in first. They were in fourth place coming into this one from the European battles. That's why you got, if you're a Fortnite fan, you got to watch both Europe and the North American scene, because that, of course, tells you the whole story of these clubs over the next 6 weeks.
He saw a player right in front of him, and he opts to not engage. I feel like that's the best play. And look, he still has a port. He has nothing. He literally has barely any mats, no AR ammo, and 12 slugs on top of the Porta-Fortress. He literally has nothing.
The Porta-Fortress is huge. He needs... Oh, no! He's not going to place the Porta-Fortress. Zate gets taken out here. Someone could pick that up. But it's going to be Liquid Chap who comes out huge. Liquid Chap with the Bush Bandits. Going to go big. Meanwhile, Ghost Saf takes out one. Chap has a heavy sniper. He's going to blind fire. Yes, he goes to the blind fire. Not going to connect. But he finally gets taken out here.
It's Symphony.
He's back from the dead here. Symphony got first place in game number 1. Can he do it in game number 6? 72 hours versus Symphony. 5 people left in this one. Look at
everyone.
Just jump down. It comes down to this. Liquid 72 hours on the flank. 1 versus 1 for everything here in game number 6.
Oh, no.
Saf versus 72 hours.
He jumped down. He's above him. Oh, he went for the blind fire. Did he connect? No! That was so close. He went for the blind fire with the heavy sniper. What an unbelievable finale. And Saf with the dance.
Yeah. I cannot believe it.
Wow.
Guess what?
What?
Both Saf and 72 hours are on the Bush Bandits.
Okay.
No matter what happened there, the Bush Bandits are coming out with a huge Game 6 win. So if you're a Bush Bandits fan, if you like the Bush, if you like being sneaky, maybe that's why 72 hours was using the Bush earlier, I don't know. Regardless.
Like properly repping his team.
Properly repping his club. What a performance right there from the Bush Bandits. That's huge. And now we wait for the standings. I mean, an unbelievable game number 6. The gameplay from Ninja, unbelievable across the board. Zate is emerging as one of the best. I was just blown away by everything there.
Dude, that was a crazy game number 6. Where do we even start? So, I mean, I'd love to touch on the Ninja and Cypher topic there a little bit. You know, we saw them. At one point, I didn't even know if they were alive. And then at one point, I just kind of like looked down at the minimap and I saw them. And I put it out to you and we were like, wait, they're alive?
that was huge.
They were navigating the fight so well. We even see like Ninja picks up a grapple and just like steals high ground from everyone.
That was mind-blowing.
Oh my gosh. Let's take a look at the replays coming in. But this final game of the day was absolutely insane. There's so many things to talk about. And on top of that,
look at this
final
play.
standings.
Look at this play from Morgoth, the Summer Skirmish PAX West winner. A double elimination by himself with 20 HP. I mean, he goes to show why he's our reigning champ. And then, of course, the complexity fight, the flank that came in as well. NICKMERCS got taken out by Puffer there, and it was going to be Hogman that cleans up using right-hand advantage to his advantage. He comes out on top. And ultimately, FaZe Tempo did flank and pick that up. Meanwhile, Weefo and Monster are going to game 5 and game 6.
So this must have been when Vape Jesus and Zexro fell here, because we kind of saw that.
Yeah. I think it was just, I don't know, it was both of them, you're right. Yep.
Man, so I'm curious to see where they ended up, because we saw they had like 6 eliminations.
Look at this.
Dude, this was so...
He got him to 10 HP. Perfectly placed guided missile from Ninja. I mean, he can use any weapon to efficiency, and he just barely missed the elimination there. Finally, it was Ghost Saf representing the Bush Bandits as well. So Ninja representing Bush Bandits, Saf 72 hours representing the Bush Bandits. I mean, across the board, or sorry, I think it was Chaps. Across the board, amazing gameplay for all of Bush Bandits there in game number 6. They performed.
Dude, these games are crazy. I don't know if you even saw, but after Ninja fired the the guided missile, Cypher actually re-edited the window as someone else was trying to shoot Ninja in the face.
As he's guiding the missile?
Yeah, as he's guiding the missile. It went out and he re-edited as a shot came in and actually kept Ninja alive. There's these little things that happen throughout the game, man. So obviously we saw Vape's and Zexro. They went on a tear. I'm curious to see the final standings once we have those to see where, because if they keep second place, yeah, they're on Rift Raiders, so that means Rift Raiders will come out with points. I mean, I'm sure you guys are curious to see Aiden. I mean, this guy, after these 6 games, I love this, man. Let's take a look at some of the incredible plays that he made throughout the day. Man, Aiden is just one of those people that continue to impress me, man. It's just like, oh, we even saw, remember, Morgasi tries to engage on him with the grappler, and literally he just like, what? Was that it right there? Yes, that was actually it. Yeah, I mean, Aiden, man, he's such an impressive player, doing all of it on controller, locking down tilted towers. I mean, he also is a very comfortable player. We kind of see, and we've talked about this before with other casters during the summer skirmish, but confidence. Confidence plays such a massive role in what you can do. If you're confident that you can make plays and you know that confidence kind of shines through, you're going to make those plays. Yeah. But if at any moment you hesitate or you're like, I'm not sure, that always just usually means you're not going to pull through. Exactly. And I heard it on an interview on SportsCenter yesterday, actually. So talk about the comparisons between competitive Fortnite and real sports. But there's a difference between cockiness and confidence, and you need to be confident. It affects your gameplay so much. If you play confident, the difference in gameplay is night and day. So that's why get rid of the idea of being too cocky. Always be confident every fight. I think you bring up a great point there. Yeah, absolutely. We also have replays coming in from Ghost Bizzle. Let's check out some of his awesome highlights throughout the day. I mean, this guy, as well. I think production's reading my mind here because I literally wrote down Ghost Bizzle. We can't forget about his performance. I mean, yeah, we didn't see him much in Game 5 and 6, so we kind of stopped talking about it as much. But look at this, unbelievable. His performance was out of this world. That end game was one of the best I've ever seen. I think this is it right here. Yes, it is. When he bounces out. Look at this. He's getting wall blocked. No one makes it past that. I mean, it's almost impossible if that person just keeps spamming walls. Bizzle takes out one, builds into the storm, perfectly placed bounce pad. I mean, if that was me, my bounce pad would have thrown me further into the storm. I would have completely messed that up. But Ghost Bizzle picks up a double elimination as well and gets second place for his team in that one. I mean, that put them in #1. I think holding the throne as well, of course, until Zate took that from him. I mean, across the board, amazing gameplay from Ghost Bizzle. Did you have a favorite across the day? Oh my God, how are you gonna do that to me, man? I know, I'm thinking through this right now in my head, so I'm trying to pose the question on you first to give me time to think about it. All right, I'm gonna give a couple. Okay, so I'm writing these down throughout the whole day. First off, the alpha pose. If you remember the alpha pose, if you were here for that in the European side of things, that was awesome. Big shout out to Wildcard Alpha. That was awesome across the board. Ninja and Cypher. Listen, I know they weren't on the standings. They didn't really show up in the standings too much, but what they did together as a duo was so smart. I mean, that last game really showed it. What you called out, editing the wall for Ninja while he's using that guided missile, that almost netted them one elimination. The fact that they double grappled up to high ground together, perfect communication and coordination. I mean, it was really brilliant in a lot of ways. I loved Ghost Bizzle. I think Ghost Bizzle and Zate, 2 players that established themselves and cemented themselves as top 7, top 5 players in Fortnite right now. I mean, undoubtedly, phenomenal performances from them. Absolutely. Chaps even as well. I mean, even people like General, right? General shows up and slays out. I mean, this guy, man, there's so many impressive players. Oh my, look at this. I like the skin too, on theme to his name. Yeah, man. Oh, I didn't even think about General. I love it. I absolutely love it. Shout out to General. And he's also a free agent right now. So many free agents here performing today. I mean, that's huge. Look at this. Double elimination on Cypher and Ninja. It's hard to do there. And remember, he keeps his teammate alive there. I mean, dude, it's impressive. I feel like the lineup coming out from all the clubs, even across EU and NA, I mean, there's just a bunch of impressive players. And the thing is, dude, we're only here in week #1. Crazy. We're going to see the end of the season happen very soon. We're going to see how that affects things. I got to say, my lucky Llamas showed up here in North America. Yeah, they did. Well played, my friend. And of course, I'm a big fan of Lucky Llamas. I entered my submission to start the show. You can too. If you want to join any of these clubs, enter your submission in a video clip on Twitter, #FallSkirmish, and you'll have a chance to join potentially one of these clubs. There's a few spots available for you guys at home. Yeah, for sure. And obviously, let us know how you guys enjoyed all this action. Again, #FallSkirmish. You can tweet at us. Let us know what you thought about the format. Yeah, I want to see tweets right now. I mean, we're waiting for standings. I want to see your tweets. Who do you think is going to come out on top? I mean, at NICKMERCS Prime right here, at Fallout. Let us know. We're going to be taking a look here. I mean, it's unbelievable. All right, well, go ahead. Just very quickly, we'll do this together. Because, again, this is all of us going to find out things together. We have no idea. We're waiting for standings. And, again, we want to hear from you. So, please right now, send us your predictions. Are you refreshing?
I'm refreshing. I'm waiting for predictions.
I want to know.
At ZKMS Prime. I see a lot of submissions here, which is pretty great. Waiting for some.
A lot of those,
waiting for some updates from. Yeah, a lot of submissions.
There's a lot of them.
Got a tattoo. I want to see what you think about the gameplay so far. We'll of course check it out here in just a minute. And as we're waiting for these standings, we want to hear your thoughts. Hashtag Fall Skirmish and let us know. We're waiting for your updates on Twitter.
I mean, I'm just honestly, it's crazy that it's already done. Like, it's over. We literally casted 12 games today, 6 from NA, 6 from EU. You got one?
They're starting to come in. Shout out
to
here we go. My man Inc. Official Inc. on Twitter. Real Vape Jesus with the win is my guess. So is it going to be Vape Jesus? They were in second, I believe.
They were.
Did they get first?
They were in second.
All right. So real 72 Hours in Chap got the throne. Wait, is that true? Do you know something I don't know? Biopsy? I don't know.
You know what I know? I'll let you take one more.
One more. All right.
One more.
Who's it going to be? I'm waiting for it. I think I got another Real Vape Jesus and Zexro. I know my boys, says Boo Boo Bush. Boo Boo Bush, by the way.
Bush.
Probably the most awesome name I've ever seen. There you have it. We got 2 for Real Vape Jesus, 1 for 72 Hours in Chaps. We'll see if they come out on top. I don't know if they have the throne. Someone said that they do, but without further ado,
it's time. You ready?
I'm ready.
I have no idea, so let's do this together. Final standings coming in from week number 1. Here we go. What? No!
I can't believe it.
No way.
72 Hours in Chap. They did get the throne. Boo Boo Bush, who are you and how do you know these things?
Wow.
4th place for them. They jump in the rankings.
No way.
I cannot believe it. Shout out to everyone that called out Vape Jesus and Zexro. They come out on top with 12 points. Guess what? That's the Rift Raiders who had 0 points from Europe.
They show up and say, not today. We are all part of this. And they net points for the Rift Raiders. Wow. Unbelievable. And again, 72 Hours in Chap take the throne. So on top of that, they're going to get an additional prize here at the end of it all for holding the throne at the end of it. Oh my, we talked about it earlier, Fallout. The games aren't over until they're over.
And we have to show respect to everyone else too. We talked a lot about Zay, you know, as a really an emerging leader. 72 Hours Chat, but how about Symphony and Snood? I mean, game 1 and game 6, they showed up. I mean, coming up clutch, ice in their veins to get another top 10 finish for Symphony. He's performed in multiple skirmishes. Jared FPS in yellow, 2 points. All right, showing up. Monster and Thweefo, a lot of new names here. I love it.
There was so much going on, and I mean, we should take a look at the prizing. So don't forget, this is the current breakdown, man. So these duo teams will be finding, they should probably be really happy. Vape Jesus, if you're listening, congrats, you did amazing. Also, talk about your cosplay. But on top of that, man, those club points, 305 club points heading the way of Rift Raiders. They started today with 0 from EU, and now they've got 305 at minimum. That's outside of anyone else that's part of their team.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. And I'm doing some very random quick math here, but 0 to 305 points is going to help the Rift Raiders significantly.
Right.
And Symphony, I'm not sure where he's at. I think he's a Fortnite. Keep in mind, to our top 3, we had Rift Raiders in first. We had the Lucky Llamas in second. You know, Ghost Demo and Bizzle got second. I apologize.
Yes.
So we had the Fortnites in second with Ghost Bizzle and Demo. And then we had the Lucky Llamas, my boys, in third place. That's an additional 295 or so points for third place. I can't remember off the top of my head. But Fortnites, Lucky Llamas, and Rift Raiders show up with the top 3 in club points.
Absolutely, my friend. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, we're done. That's week 1. Wrapped up. We hope that you've enjoyed all the crazy action. Please don't forget to check out the blog post where we'll update. We've got standings updated there. We've got
live real-time updates.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yep. So if you want a full breakdown, head over there. We've also got upcoming what is it? The squad goals, trials during the week on top of next week's format potentially. So stay tuned for that. But dude, final thoughts before we sign off.
Yeah, I can't say it enough. A big shout out. I think this fall skirmish has really been elevated. You know, competitive Fortnite and Fortnite in general, of course, with the addition of squad goals and a lot of these additional games is elevating Fortnite in so many different ways. A big shout out to this new format, the clubs, everyone that's representing their clubs and getting proud. I absolutely love that as well. But most importantly, 2 last shout outs to all the players who made names for themselves, made brands for themselves today. We had some people like Zate who performed incredibly well, and of course all the European players as well who performed. I mean, a phenomenal day of display across the board. Thank you so much for the opportunity to be here. You have no idea how much it means, and it's just been an amazing day of Fortnite. I've enjoyed it every step of the way.
Well, we've enjoyed having you here with us, Fall. Seriously, it's been amazing. For everyone at home, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to tweet at us with that hashtag Fall Skirmish. We still have the trials coming up next week. Please let us know your feedback, your thoughts. Obviously, talk about Fall. This guy is amazing. It was such an honor to get to hang out with you. And